Based.
After dark.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to dive right into it. Saeder, you invited all of us onto the Saeder cast except for Q-Neeks. Why the fuck do you hate him? That's all I want to know.
I actually love Q-Neeks. I popped into a stream when none of you guys would pop into his stream. I was the first motherfucker in there talking with him. He was a 10 viewer, Andy.
You made me super nervous. Yeah, I was like, no way, bro. This guy with the I think I was like the first question. I was like, how does it feel to be a partner? How did you get it? And you're like, it took a long time. You're like, it took a good while. Your time will come.
Good luck, buddy. Yeah. And then just move on. But
how long have you been watching Q-Neeks?
However, shit.
I can't even imagine.
An hour? No,
yeah, following for an hour.
You're one of his oldest fans, honestly.
1 hour. No, I actually really liked when your bio was what was it? It was like
oh no,
9th tab 1%.
Oh yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 10th tab, second monitor, 1% volume streamer. That was like my bio.
That was a good bio.
I think that inherited the type of culture that just farmed the type of people that watch me now, and it just fucking ruined me from the start. But
it was
that was
honestly that's the best bio I've ever seen. It was good.
Yeah,
most of them are pretty cringe. But that was good.
Yeah, what is everybody's bio? Let's go around and talk about that real quick. P-Papa's is my favorite.
Thing. Mine says, hello, I am Ofo. That's it.
That's a classic one.
Mine says, mine says completionist Iron Man addicted to clue scrolls and host of the Saeder cast.
Fair.
That's good.
I like it.
Yeah. Straight to the point.
Mine is professional OSRS streamer.
Technically true.
I know.
I mean, it's not wrong.
It's actually weird because it is true.
Technically, let's be real. It's only technically.
I am a professional RuneScape player.
My name is Tasty, but you can call me Dad. A lot of people call me Daddy instead, which is like
weird.
I don't like it, but I'm used to it. You know, it's like it's.
Is this still your bio you're talking about?
It's definitely a culture thing, though, for sure.
Yeah, it is a Twitch culture. The only thing
I imagine your whole bio is that whole thing.
Go to the gym. I'm 8 feet tall and I can vibrate through walls. I will one day sire a child that leads nations. Follow if you're cool.
I've read that before.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Read that on Twitch.
Holy shit!
On Twitch
It leaves a good impression.
Because that's like the second part of your bio, right?
It gives the right impression, I would say.
Yeah, you don't take yourself that too seriously. That's what I get from
at all. I don't take anything seriously, even things that should.
There's a lot of reading involved. Like you're expecting
taxes.
like your viewers to have.
I'm dumb as fuck.
Like a 10th grade reading level.
That's the most I've read ever, I think.
Get a ghostwriter for your bio.
Mine says a wide guy. That's it.
You do have maybe the widest stream on Twitch, I will say.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll agree. Yeah, mine's changed to the best background noise for your daily routine. Feels dank, man. And also it has my how to pronounce my name because people don't know how to say Q-Neeks. Marcia still says Queeks.
She's doing that on purpose.
She's scared, bro. That's like a cat's name.
I rated her tonight. Rated her tonight, and she almost said Queeks again. It's like, bro, it's you. There's no you. Where do you
little? She has a little tree. She's like, come here, Queeks. Come here.
What am I, a fucking little goblin or something? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, look.
That's like a pet name. That's a pet name. Queeks. I would name my cat Queeks. That's a good name.
Queeks.
No, it's way too close to Queefs. You cannot, dude. You cannot.
Yeah, I feel like it's just too close. It's just a little too close to that word. But
maybe she's like dyslexic and like the N looks like a U upside down.
I was gonna say Q-Neeks is an asshole. She literally is dyslexic. Yeah.
Oh,
so you're a fucking monster.
Canceled. See ya.
And I want you to feel how much of an asshole you were. We're all allowed to laugh because it was funny to us, but you're the asshole. All right.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
She calls me Queeks.
He doubles down. Whatever. He doesn't even say sorry. He doubles down, bro.
She called me
Dude.
You all laughed. Whatever.
It's hilarious, bro.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Did we cover everyone's bio? I think
They got me. I actually just changed mine like a couple days ago because I started streaming again, and I actually went through all of your guys' bios. No meme. I went through all your guys' bio to see like what I could do, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I left it Iron PVMer who enjoys hot tub streams.
Nice.
That's
I like
good.
that.
That's good.
Yeah, straight into the
If you look at my bio, Ignoble.
Maybe. I think so. I looked at everyone's, and I took everyone's into
All
account.
right, here's a question. Have any of you guys had like the bio that like it was super lame in the beginning, where you're like, my name is Tyler. I started playing RuneScape when I was 8 years old, and now I'm streaming here live on Twitch. And I did. I started with that.
Really?
Every time I see that, I'm like, you're not making it here, kiddo.
I had that.
You're not going anywhere.
I had that for like a month, and then people just kept copying and pasting it in my chat. Like my 4 viewers, dude. I had like literally 4 people who'd come to the stream, bro, and they were copy pasting it, and I'm like, we're done, dude. We're done.
Dude, I think I might have been one of those
demoralizing.
I definitely do that. I might have been those people.
Yeah, people. Yeah.
I actually wasn't. I changed. Mine used to say a Chad who plays RuneScape. That's what mine said before. So that's.
I still
pretty...
have that like big ass about me panel under my stream with like a bunch of information that nobody reads, and sometimes it gets copy pasted. It's kind of the same thing.
I laugh so hard when I see that stuff in people's stream. I'm so sorry. I laugh hard.
Yeah.
I have a Twitter panel, a YouTube panel, and then a donate panel, and nothing else. Just 3 pictures.
That's how it should be on
everything except for the donate panel.
I do have a lot of panels. I probably should get rid of some of them, but
I
should put on
Whale's channel, and I think Whale has a clean as shit. You know, it's just there's just nothing there. Just like 4 panels. That's it. Just panels, nothing in there. Just
I respect that.
And it's like you don't need anything, and like everything you get from Whale is, you know, just immediately in the stream.
Yeah, everything you get from Whale is exactly what you need. You know?
Yeah.
That's a good way
He has
to put
one
it.
about section. The only text he has, the gamer formerly known as Whale Steamroll Tail First. I stream most days from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. and everything else is just panels.
Yeah.
I've never seen him go live.
I've never seen him go live.
I don't think he streams.
That's crazy.
But I think this is a fantastic launching point.
You are now listening to the Saeder Cast, the #1 old school RuneScape podcast featuring guests from all across Galanor.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the Based After Dark cast featuring guests from all across Galanor. If you would like to support this podcast,
dude, the thing is, you can actually nail it because it was actually your voice and you're butchering it. Jesus Christ.
I was just going off the top. I'm going off the dome.
We have that original audio clip.
All right, our guest today is Saeder. Saeder, how you doing?
Okay, real talk.
This way. You have to do it this way. You have to go 3, 2, 1.
No,
all right.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Don't say that. 5, okay. So I said 5.
Okay, Mofo, it's been a year since you've been on these, and Tasty actually has been longer for you.
That is true.
But I goes 5, 4, 3, 2. Then we start.
Can you guys like to draw it out like
All
you're
right,
so
welcome
tired.
to the Say Based cast.
Right.
The Say Based cast this time.
Say Based.
Dang,
I do like that.
it is the
That's
Say
cool.
Based
I like that.
cast.
Say Based cast.
Yeah.
I know we think of that. Yeah.
Well, we
so
we'd talking about that for like a whole
Yeah,
day.
we've been saying that for a
Based
while.
cast. We said that last
I didn't
night.
I didn't hear
That was
that.
last night.
My God. But real talk, Mr. Saeder, we appreciate you coming on the podcast. We are all huge fans. You're essentially like the godfather of the RuneScape podcast. So I feel like this podcast is a great place to talk about your podcast. How did the Saeder podcast start? Like, what was the inspiration for it?
Honestly, I always wanted to talk to people. It just never feels like you are in a position to talk to people. Like there's never a time where you feel like you're in a position to talk to people, but I just fucking sent it. A lot of it was just non-content creators initially, and then it kind of just moved into that, and now it's basically I'm just talking to streamers and shit.
You mean like community members? So like
He had some sweats on there.
I had Jukebox Romeo. Jukebox Romeo, not a streamer. He's a grandmaster. He was actually one of the first scytheless grandmasters in the game.
I didn't
and
know
back then
I thought there was like one.
Yeah, I think he's probably
He's
the
the
one. I
only
think
one.
there's
It's
two.
just that guy.
I've heard of two. I think I can't.
Just to
remember the
say,
other.
like-
I know Jukebox, Port Hazard, obviously he's a cyclist.
Port-
T-Bo
oh
was-
yeah, Port Kazard also.
Was that
He
Port
was
Kazard?
also on the cast.
He was also on the cast. Yeah.
Well, I remember seeing when you started the cast, and I remember seeing some like the levels of gamers you were having on there, and I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna fucking go on that. Like you're
It
having
kind of
some
just evolves because I wanted to get a
yeah.
variety of people, and I also
Yeah.
didn't really feel qualified to even get big streamers and content creators on. You got to just like,
Yeah,
if I
build
were
it
to
up.
ask Tasty, and I've started a podcast that has 2 episodes and 2 fucking no names, you're gonna come on my cast, like you know?
If it was you, I would. If it was like,
I know,
random,
but
probably
It
not,
makes
but-
sense though, because after like we did 3 or 4 episodes of this, Saeder showed more interest in wanting to come on because he's like,
Nah,
well,
we
they're
got him.
actually,
We
he's like,
finagled
they're actually gonna do this every week, maybe. I'll come on.
No, I've listened to every single cast so far. In fact, I want to ask you, Tasty, how do you pronounce flaccid?
Flaccid.
I literally
All of that since episode 1.
I laughed
Nah.
so fucking hard at that point.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
upsetting.
That bothered me. It still bothers me hearing that.
What, flaccid? It's a
Yeah.
good word. What's wrong with
The fact that
flaccid?
you're a
I
fucking
don't know, it
linguistics
sounds a
major and you
little
still
limp.
say
I don't
flaccid, dude. That's
Here's the
that's
thing.
work.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not about the pronunciation. It's just that it's something to talk about and people like grapple onto it, you know?
I think
It's
we
just-
can all agree that nobody ever says their dick is flaccid. They say soft. So pretty much everybody's gonna say
If you
soft
say your
or
dick
limp.
is flaccid, you
I don't
want to
be
like
I
you're
don't-
a serial killer. Like, no one uses that word. That is
Yeah.
I'm a
true.
lady. I am
I say
flaccid
limp.
right now.
I say limp.
Lady.
Yeah,
I like
Limp is a
that.
good one.
Limp
Dude, there are
is
so many
fun.
good words relating to your dick. Like
So many.
turgid, tumescent. Like, come
What?
on.
When have you
Head?
ever called your dick
Speaking
to
of
message?
head.
Also, what does that mean?
Like not fully rock hard, but like chubbed up, turgid.
What liberal arts college did you go
Just a
to?
good-
Yeah, what the fuck?
A really gay one. Like, I'll tell you that. There was a
So how
lot
was
of focus on
B- how's
sexual
BYU?
freedom. Yeah, true.
of head.
You went to BYU. I don't want to hear anything from you, T.
True.
Bob. Like, you guys don't even have sex over there.
That's true.
Oh my
Still
God.
haven't.
That
Still
pays me a lot.
haven't.
What
phase
What
are
phase
you
am I on,
on?
bro? I'm literally listening and responding when I can, bro. I can show my screen. I'm
Hey,
fucking
how about
gems.
this? Next podcast, we just have your screen of your your computer screen, and not you.
It's
So we
just
can see what
whatever.
you're doing. So we can see what you're doing. See what you're up
Oh man.
to. He's gonna turn it around, dude. Don't
he's gonna go
disconnect
get
again.
his easy.
We don't want to see
Yeah.
Dory the fish again, bro.
You guys are
Holy
cruel
shit.
to him, Jesus Christ. Dude, Seth was ruthless that other time.
Whoa, man!
You,
were
no,
grilling
no, no,
fucking-
like you backed off a little bit when you. But
I love
you-
Nick. We
you're
talk all the
cruel.
time outside of the.
Yeah, no, he has permission.
We only bully
Not that he
Nick
fucking
because we
cares,
love
but
him.
He roasts
The-
my ass
the
all
only
the time
reason-
too.
The only reason I feel
Yeah.
like this about Nick is like I look at like we make fun of him, I feel bad, and then like I look at him, see that he's like one of the most handsome gamers in the RuneScape section, has
is true.
10 times more bitches than I do, and just like and he has a purple check mark next to him. Then I'm like, yeah, he can fucking take a little bit of ribbing. It's okay.
He's got good teeth too. Like
Good
people-
teeth.
look at
Good
the
You
jaw.
have- you have
Very
a- you have a
strong
ve-
jawline. Very
You have a
strong.
very
Yeah,
nice
right.
smile.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the highest percentage of women chatters, Nick's chat.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And men.
They don't even play RuneScape. That's the worst part, though. They don't talk about the game.
Both
They come
percentages
in-
are higher than ours. Yeah.
But the girls that come in, they're like, yeah, so I'm baby. It's like they just talk about the most boring. Like I just don't even want to talk to them, bro. I really don't. I'm like, cool, you're a girl, I like you, but god damn,
Bro,
I
they're
do
trying
not
to go shopping
care.
at the mall
man.
with you.
Cool, you're a girl. I like you, but goddamn. Fucking kidding.
I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's awesome. Love it.
Why do you think that is? Do you think there's a particular reason for that?
I mean, as I said, there's
Non-threatening.
That's
Non-threatening.
yeah.
That's
I was gonna
ignoble.
say
Yeah.
he's very approachable.
Ignoble
Were you
has
the one who
one
called me
girl in
non-threatening?
his
Because I
chat.
remember somebody saying you look
We were
non-threatening.
talking-
Noble. I
we
was
were
like,
talking
It was either
about that a couple
Seth
casts
or
ago.
Casey who said that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
no,
was
you were
like-
talking about how like if Prison Joe switched bodies with Ignoble,
Mhm.
if Ignoble in Prison Joe's body acted the same way, he'd be in prison. Like actually, in Prison Joe. But Ignoble can pull it off because he's so non-threatening.
Yeah,
Well,
Ignoble's
that's-
very approachable too. I'll agree. He's a very he's just easy to talk to.
Oh. Yeah,
I remember
the look.
Noble's face was like, okay, yeah. Then he was like,
Yes.
no, wait,
Yeah.
wait, that's not nice. Like, that's like
It's the look, the face, the tone of the voice, everything. It's a lot that goes into it.
I feel like
I would
that
say.
can be like a problem though when you're like that, because then it's like everybody just expects you to be really nice, and then when you're like actually mad or upset,
I
everybody's
love
like,
when you get mad at people. Oh my god, it just gets all going.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I get mad, I feel like people are literally like, all right, they want to leave though. Most people want to leave. They don't want to see me get mad, bro.
I do.
So
so
well, yeah, you're like, fucking do it.
I'm the fucking emperor, bro.
Yeah, literally screaming at people to type emotes, right, bro?
Dude.
Holy fuck,
Nick,
Dude,
what is the
never
maddest you have
ends.
ever gotten on stream ever?
Wait, what's the what? Most
What's
mad?
the maddest you have ever gotten on stream? Yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of old, and it was before I even probably had like above 30 viewers. But I was doing a mass corp one time, and we had like a very specific set of rules, and people from like in the category were just pulling up and just doing whatever the fuck they wanted to. And it got to the point where I was just like, all right, fuck this. I'm literally ending the stream. And I was so mad. Like I was being really mean to like regulars, like just absolutely rude, calling them out for the shit that pissed me off. Like anything that they could have done in the past, I brought it up, and then I was like, yeah, I'm ending the fucking stream, see ya. And I just ended the stream. It was terrible. Oh yeah, no, I did. I was like, I'm fucking ending the stream, I don't care. And I just shut it off.
I like this question. Let's go around and have everyone answer that.
That's a good one.
Question.
The
Ignoble.
most mad.
I have never gotten mad like that. Like so for me, I guess like just when I stream, I just feel like I'm putting on like my streamer mask on, and like I never ever get mad. Like it's just like if I'm mad, it's like just in stream mode, you know? Like I can always just like take a step away. Nothing about this game or streaming has ever like pissed me off. So
As lame as fuck.
Seen you mad.
Going from me like having a tantrum live to that. Nice.
Ignoble. We gotta bully Ignoble more. He hasn't gotten mad yet on stream.
Dude, I've been told by like exes who are just like, you literally show no emotion. Like when you like I want you to get mad. Like, can you please actually get mad? And I'm like, no, I don't. Like that's the last thing you want. I don't know.
yeah, relatable.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd
Both of
say
every
other than
Both of every
the
emotion.
Corp incident, probably when my chat was dead, when I was like 8 days into my subathon and I was soloing home, and I was like, yeah, that's the subathon's capped. I'm actually upset right now and I want to go to bed, but I can't. And so I had to stay up with a dead chat. But other than that,
That's painful.
The subathon just looked so fucking brutal by the end of it, dude. I don't know how you did that.
yep. I would not recommend. But then again, just don't play RuneScape. That's probably the best solution if you're going to stream for 2 weeks.
All I did was
Just
That'd be
stream
a
the
YouTube
RuneScape.
Andy.
Hey, we
Yeah,
can play zombies,
literally-
man.
React. Oh yeah, we did the zombies. That was like the best breaks that I needed when we played zombies together. Holy shit, I needed that. But yeah,
Mofo,
if
do
you're
you
ever
have any
gonna do
good angry moments?
I mean, I like hardly ever get angry ever. I get annoyed but never angry. I was streaming, just cam was off, just like going live to distract myself from a breakup I was going through. And I'm just chilling, talking to like the people who are hanging out, just like the regulars, because like when your camera's off, like it's only the real fans, if you want to call them fans. And I was just like doing forecast, and this first time chatter comes in, it's like, your stream quality is really shit. And I just like went off on him, and I was like, oh yeah, that's like played all my alerts I had. Like, you think these are shit? Show me someone who has better alerts than me. Just like all this stuff. And I was like, the camera doesn't sound like shit. You can hear what I'm saying. And like half people in the category just like went off. Then I was just like banned him, and I was like, no one gives a shit about your opinion, not even your own family. No one cares about you. And it's like went off on this dude, and then like this was quiet in my chat, and I was like, sorry guys, I'm having a rough week. And then someone and I was like, sorry, wasn't trying to bait anything. So that was a weird series of events.
That was quite a clip too. I've heard the audio from that, and it was
Twitch chatters know when to come in and
yeah.
just say the most defeating things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I did
they,
show you
they
that,
have a
didn't I?
knack for it.
But yeah, that was
That's like the one thing with you
yeah.
too that I know would piss you off. Like, there's not too much you can say. Like, if it's anything to do with
That's so
quality
true.
or something,
That's
like, that
so
is the
true.
one thing they'll definitely.
yeah, that's
piss
why
off.
the last
Come on.
cast that I was on, like my audio like got corrupted. I was so upset, and I was like, the one thing I pride myself on is like production quality, and my audio is corrupted. and I was like, this sucks. And then people were like, hey, you gonna fix your audio next time? Haha, like in people's chats, and I was like, fuck this guy, I'm gonna perm him right now. But I was like, yeah, man, smiley face. And I stopped being on the cast for 2 weeks. So like, okay.
Do you have like a like a little text file in the corner? You just copy paste their name in there, just like just leave it in there for in case you see him ever again.
That's
I like to keep
for legal reasons. That's a joke.
That was so funny, Mofo. Mofo, oh my god, laugh hard.
I'll just I edited the episode, so it'll be fine.
I'll Tasty you edit that out. We got it.
Yeah, I'll edit out.
Yeah,
Don't
Tasty
worry.
will take care of it.
Edit that one out.
Yeah, you
edited
the guest by the way. Yeah.
Guest edit the cast. Sorry, Saeder.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
PJ, have you ever
Who's
gotten
next?
pissed on stream?
Yes, I have probably 2 moments that stand out. Probably the first one is it's actually my most viewed clip ever. It's got a few thousand views, and it's way long ago when I was going for the Vorkath pet. And I got, I think, my 9th jar, and I just beat the fuck out of my desk, stood up, and walked away, and yelled, fuck! And I was just mad as fuck. I was just sick of killing.
Hard mode talk last night, bro.
I was so pissed. I wasn't streaming, though. I was just mad at myself then.
That's true.
But yes, I did get mad at hard mode top last night. I've gotten mad at hard mode top many a times, but probably the second time was I was on the Inferno. I had great supplies, wave 63. I think I just had the major left, and I think I misclicked out from behind the pillar, and I just wasn't paying attention. It just blasted me one shot, just fucking dropped me, dude. And I just fucking immediately ended the stream, just into the fucking end button.
Yeah.
I was fucking just ended it. That's definitely. I was so fucking.
Bro,
mad.
wait. What about when you were doing CG? Like it was probably like last month, bro. You ended like 2 hours live. You're like, fuck this, and you literally just ended like you died or
that is
something.
true. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if that's like up there,
Bro,
but
like
yeah,
I'm ready to
yes, that's
share
true.
a different story when you're angry, dude. You're kind of angry guy.
I
you have a couple.
rage a lot
Bro,
on stream,
dude, during
so
your
it's part of the
24-hour,
stream.
your 24-hour when you were fire making, dude. Oh my god, dude. The last 3 hours, you were just so mad at everybody who talked in chat, dude. And I just sat here with popcorn and just fucking. It was so good. It was the best.
Oh, I remember that.
He was mad at everybody.
I
Dude.
think
You banned like 3 people that time.
I was
like, the
that was
span of a
more
couple
because
hours.
I had just a terrible like migraine, and yeah, people kept coming in and they were trying to backseat me doing Redwood logs at the GE bank, and
so
I just
funny.
immediately permed them. I was in my chair laid back, and I looked
Dude.
over and I banned and I said, "Fuck you, bitch."
Yeah.
Just kept
Dude,
fucking
it was
burning the
so
logs.
insane how many people actually came in and would backseat his fire making. Like
That's RuneScape in a nutshell.
After I've been
That's
streaming
crazy.
for 21 hours. I've been live for 21 hours. Come on, give me a break. I'm not like, holy fuck.
it was
Anyway,
so
yeah.
good. It was so
Yeah.
good.
I've had many rage moments, but those are definitely 2 where I was like probably the most mad. And yeah, definitely a couple times during the CG learning process. Holy fuck, which I'm sure Nick can relate is brutal.
Yeah, that was like my partner. Part of my partner push though, so I was just happy to like be above the minimum for partner during that.
I'm just
Yeah.
happy to be here.
In hindsight, though,
I'm just happy.
rage clips and rage moments like that are like when you look back on them, it's like, damn, that was good. That was good content.
Yeah.
Some of them.
No, but I showed you guys my rage clip and then I deleted it right after. I'm like, no one has ever seen that. Delete the
You
VOD.
went, yeah, that guy, yeah, that guy. He took a seat that day. But anyway, who's next?
Saeder.
Saeder.
Saeder?
I
Yeah,
don't think I've
mine-
ever seen you get particularly mad on
Yeah.
stream.
Bro, I've
Oh,
seen
he's
so
definitely
many
gotten mad.
clips
He's
of him
definitely,
mad.
he's definitely
The
gotten
Saeder
mad.
rage. I got a
The
list of
fucking
rage
nightmare,
clips.
the
All right,
nightmare
let's see it,
clip,
let's
the
see it.
nightmare clip.
Oh, dude.
I thought the
Just look
gift,
up-
the Saber Rage.
Tasty, just go to my chat, type in !rage 5.
5?
You
Do you have
Rage
1, 2, 3, and 4?
Oh yeah,
We have
he's, yeah.
9.
You guys, I've watched
have
Saeder a long time. He is.
9.
I've seen him rage many a times. Maybe more
There's
than
some
me.
that are deleted because of DMCA though. I think like the first 3 are.
Yeah,
Why the hell can't I
DMCA.
chat in here? What's going on?
Oh,
Oh, wait, there we
All
go.
I've seen you argue with people in your chat a few times too. That was
No,
probably a lot longer ago.
I swear I've never deleted any of my clips. They're all there. I've never been. There's some that are fucking embarrassing, but I just won't delete them.
Yeah, what about that that giveaway?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, before
Not
before
when
you
I'm
talk
high,
about that, I
man,
just
not
wanna
when I'm
say,
high.
like,
Not when
that is how I learned about you. That was the first thing. Like, I found you on Reddit because there's like people just like, yeah, this fucking guy is just like, he's a scammer. He's a terrible person. And like, this is before I was even like really on Twitch. And I'm just like, oh man, yeah, fuck that guy. I was part of the Reddit hive mind back then, and I was like, this Saeder guy, disgusting. I would never support him.
I could just totally see you. And then like the next post is something good about me, and you're like, yeah, I like that Saeder guy. Just take whatever fucking is in front of you on Reddit.
Yeah.
That's how Reddit
Oh
works.
my god.
He's like, this post has more upvotes. Yeah, I kind of agree.
I like
Yeah. Now that you say it, this is more right.
This has been the worst day of my life.
Have y'all seen anything?
I saw an elite clue scroll. No! Fuck you! I'm done. Nope, I'm ending. See ya.
I just watched that rage clip. I could feel that in my soul. Like that was genuine tilt.
So that was day one nightmare after 12 hours, and I had probably died 6 times to that dash, and that was the final straw. And I
The
literally,
dash was
You
so
end or what?
OP.
as soon as that clip ends, like that's actually the end of the stream. Like that was all you could get from the clip because of the stream.
so funny.
And that's before they pretty much nerfed the dash, right? Where it was just ridiculously
Yeah.
OP. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
like if you were in the
insane.
center of nightmare, you were dead.
Yeah.
Like there was actually no time to get out.
If you were in dead center as soon as it appeared, you were dead. And if you were on any of the other points, you had you had literally like less than a tick to fucking move, to click.
That's cringy.
23 seconds to move.
It was fun to watch though because it was day one. It was massive, so you just see like 7 people get demolished, steamrolled basically.
Yeah, it was crazy.
was
People
fun.
were just getting dropped left and right.
And the cool thing is like they could have kept it. It's because you can understand where nightmare could potentially be and just avoid those tiles.
Yeah.
But yeah, day one it was just brutal.
Little did you know that would be your most prolific grind. The main
That like just the absolute worst grind to pick.
First day. It's like, this is
I don't know how the
pretty fun.
hell you did that.
Like, have
I
you
really-
done one solo night? You must have done
Yeah,
one solo night.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've done a couple.
a couple.
I do that for 9 months.
3,000 of them.
Oh, God.
3,000?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
3,000 solos, and it was all one tick flicking.
Are you rank 1?
No,
Dang.
because people would team it,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and
Same
so you
leaderboard,
just get your
yeah.
KC up.
Yeah, never mind.
It was brutal.
There's somebody had a compilation of all of your rages like at the same time. Like I don't know where that
type
clip
in
is.
type Saebe staff in my stream.
That is so good.
I had
Oh
10.
my
I got
God.
10 staves before I got that mace. It was bad.
That's fucking disgusting. That's pretty horrific.
Tasty?
Yeah, that's my worst.
Oh yeah. So I don't know. I'm kind of like ignoble in the way that I don't like when I'm streaming. I kind of actively try to put my best foot forward. So I don't think I've ever genuinely raged, but there are a few instances where I have been extremely tilted. The most recent one, I actually almost ended my stream. I was really close to just ending my stream because I couldn't handle it. It was when I was solo topping, by the way. I was on Maiden.
Do you have
and
a
it was
KC?
like I have solo top, by the way, twice. It was like my 5th Maiden reset. And every single time I had gotten like 1/1 crabs, so like I can only freeze one of them. They immediately go in. I was getting random blood spawns like left and right. And then I just had this one KC where the blood spawn was just fucking heat seeking me. And every other day I had done solo top practice, like I had been making progress. But today I hadn't made it past bloat. And I had been live for like 3 hours. And I literally, in my head, I was like, if this next KC, if Maiden fucks me again, I'm just going to end my stream. Like, I do not want to be live right now. Like, you guys know that feeling when you're like, I would so much rather not be live. Like, right now. In this,
You have to like think of an excuse to end. You're like,
yeah, I was cycling like through shit in my mind. I was like, what can I just say to like end this fucking stream like right now?
My goldfish needs
You should
water.
just tell them you gotta go to
Like,
work, and they're gonna be
dried
like,
up.
"Wait, you have a job?" You're like, yeah, I gotta go to work. Gotta go to
oh
work,
shit, you guys
See
hear
ya.
about thunder? There's a storm coming. Oh, shit.
Dude, T popped into that the other day.
Dude, there was insane lightning. I'm like, I can't play in the hardcore. I'm watching like lightning strikes come through the window. Dude, that's what. No, that was that day that you were topping with Zoe, and then I rolled up. I'm like, hey guys, I got a top.
Yeah, that was a good day though. That was some good content.
Yeah,
man.
no, it was good content. I was playing and I saw lightning, and the first one scared the piss out of me, dude. And then I didn't play the hardcore anymore. But anyways.
Yeah. I did end my stream due to tilt once, actually. When I was doing CAs, I was doing the Melee Inferno, and like I just boofed the triple Jads from the start. I got meleeed by one of them, so they're all off tick. And I like survived the third one. I killed that, so there are 2 left. And then I just like misclicked the second Jad, ran in and got meleeed. And I ended the stream. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I was live for like an hour and a half and just ended.
Yeah, I was doing the 10 HP Infernos on League, and I died to a blob on wave 4. Just got one shot 15, and I was like, all right, guys, just end the stream. Like, nope, wave 4 death. Nope. That was the worst.
Yeah, what are you guys' shortest streams?
Ooh.
Just like where you anticipated going for a full stream and then you just cut it short.
That was the Jad one.
Definitely my Inferno stream where it was my first run of the day, and I think I was probably, I don't know, maybe probably an hour and a half in, maybe.
Damn.
I've definitely
got the cape,
done
is that what
like
you're saying?
No. That's when I was on wave 63 with good supplies,
Oh yeah.
and I got one-shotted. That was the first run of the day, and I think I was maybe like an hour and a half in or so.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think for
Real
me,
quick,
I've done like
though,
an hour stream. And
did T-Papa
like,
tell his most angry moment?
No.
he hasn't.
We're waiting
Yeah.
on it.
We'll go on to that real quick.
Oh yeah,
Real quick.
my most angry moment, like one time I got actually like angry, but I didn't show it on stream like as much, but like I died wave 7 in the Inferno one time when I was like consistently getting into the 40s. Like it was like
that's spawn, babe.
yeah, it was so bad. It was like I was camping like semi low, and then I just was one tick off and just got double maxed by the blobs, and like just couldn't believe it. I was live and I was just like, that just happened. And then
Wait, is that when you?
yeah, I literally just went straight to the GE, sold all the Infernal gear, and logged back into the hardcore. I was like, I'm not doing the Inferno today. And then one time, dude, like I don't remember what was going on, but something was happening in chat, and they were trying to get me to glance, or they're talking a lot of shit. This was a long time ago when I was first learning Tob, and I would never even make it through P1. And I was making it consistently to P2, and then I died P1, and I think fucking someone said something in chat, and I slammed my desk, and it popped up a coffee, dude. And I just watched this coffee just fly up and just land completely sideways on my mouse pad. And I'm just like, there is no way. I just died P1, and now there's coffee everywhere. And that was pain, dude. That was pain. But it was I didn't end somehow. I don't know how I didn't, but I didn't end. I just grabbed a different mouse pad.
Yeah,
I would have ended.
Power through it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. You got to harden the ego.
I've definitely learned to stay away from the keyboard and hit the desk in my times of rage. Slap the desk.
Have you
'cause the
broken
keyboard.
keyboards?
I broke my keyboard in that Vorkath clip. I just fucking.
Oh,
I
wow.
think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. It was done. It was a shitty keyboard. I didn't care. That's when I was streaming on a laptop with a shitty Logitech webcam. But
I don't know. I kind of like those shitty streams sometimes, though. Just like low quality equipment, webcam. It's kind
can
of a
be
vibe.
good.
Like if the streamer is entertaining, it's like
Shout out
damn,
Destructo.
Yeah,
we gotta
Destructo.
we
I was
gotta
watching him last night a little bit.
we gotta throw in and get him a Shure and a nice camera. How great would that be?
Has there been one stream where we don't
Would that
mention
make the
Destructo?
stream better? I don't even know.
That
No.
would be weird. I think.
I
for a while.
prefer
Weird.
his current level of quality because if I
Yeah.
can like actually hear
Yeah.
his voice, I'd be like, no thanks. If I can not hear like his ceiling fan behind him or whatever the fuck it is,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be happy.
I was in a stream the other day. He was theory crafting how to blow up the base podcast. He's so funny, dude. How to make it huge. He's like, you need thousands of views. I was like, okay, man, we're trying. Okay, it was fun.
Saeder, do you know Destructo? I feel like we've talked about him
I've
before,
heard
man.
about him and I've listened to your guys' podcast.
You just got to get in there. You don't have to say anything. Just watch. Just watch.
Yeah,
and
just watch, honestly.
Just watch. He has the meta down of he will not stop talking, and that's why he's a good streamer.
Yeah.
I don't care what he's saying. He just keeps going.
He'll ramble, and
yeah.
it's entertaining too. Like it's
Yes.
insane.
Yeah. He's got it
His
down
only
to-
downfall is that he might say something that will get him canceled. But like,
Yeah.
other than that, he really is a genuine.
It's a culture barrier though. It's just a culture barrier. We're getting there, you know.
It's okay to say wherever he lives, right?
Yeah. So.
It does not mean the same thing in my country, my friend.
There's this one time he was doing top with a bunch of us, and like he was going to the SOT, and T-Pop was like, "All right, I'm 1-2," and he was like, "What the hell even is that?"
What the hell even is that?
Yeah, that was a good clip. I remember that.
Yeah, I told him he deserved. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, in terms of like streamers who are just starting, I feel like that's the one thing nobody realized. Like, you're streaming to nobody. We've sort of talked about this, but like, he does that one good thing of making sure he's always saying things or keeping things. Like, the worst thing you can do is go into like a 2v stream and the guy's just sitting there like with the fucking shitty like ceiling fan light on and saying nothing for like 20 minutes. You're like, dude, I do not want to be here.
That's why I relate to him, because I was that way. Like, I had literally just 2 people watching me, and I would not shut the fuck. I was worse then than I am now about not shutting the fuck up. Like, nowadays I'm quiet sometimes, especially if I'm doing any type of higher level content, I guess you could say. But back then I would never shut the fuck up, and I was just screaming, yelling. I was always drunk half the time on stream. Like, it was just a whole different time. So yeah,
It's good content. Do you guys ever like creep the low viewer Twitch section?
It's so
Probably
I'll
twice
go
a week.
every so
And
often.
I'll look for
What do you-
names that I recognize from my chat or something,
Yeah.
and just kind of like.
What do you mean by creep though? Like, you don't talk, you just
I don't
look.
type, I don't follow.
I type.
I just like watch. Unless
will
if
type.
it's a genuinely
That's what
good
I was
stream
to
and I'm
say, bae.
impressed, I'll usually like type and
Yeah.
follow.
That's what happened to us. We was in a real late night call, and we was looking around, and we saw Destructo, and we were like, "What the fuck is this?" Just techno blasting. Destructo was just rambling going on. We're like, "This is sick."
Yeah,
You
he's
have to go
good.
through a lot of shit to get to something nice like that.
Dude,
But
he was like the first or second we clicked on that night. We'll go through shit, but he was like, yeah, that was good.
But anyway,
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's interesting, like browsing the section, and I recognize so many names, like
Yep.
so many people that are active in like a bunch of chats that I had no clue streamed.
Mhm.
Which in
Yeah.
a way is good because it
I
means
know.
you're not like
I
That's
know.
humble.
I like
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
If I
I
see
would
someone
like
and I'm
seeing
like,
that.
oh dang, I had no idea they streamed. I always click on it, and then I'll usually type and be like, "What's up, dude? I had no idea you streamed," and I always think that's so sick.
Yeah, that's why I first met Krylax. He was watching me, then I was like browsing the section. I'm like, hey, that guy streams. Like, again, that's why you first talked, is because of that. So
Got Krylax, really?
Yeah,
I know that.
that's sick.
I will
Yeah,
say
I
that when I'm browsing from 0 to like more viewers, I only click on streams that either I recognize the name or they have a face cam.
Oh
If
yeah.
it's like a
Yeah.
one viewer stream that doesn't have a face cam, I'm just not clicking it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I've been seeing a bunch of too recently is people taking RuneScape sponsorships. Have you seen those streams?
I've seen
No.
those. Yes.
People doing like the gambling. There were he will remain nameless, but there was a partnered streamer doing a RuneScape sponsored stream the other
Does it
day.
mow you down?
Dang.
No, it was a PK. It wasn't Mo.
I thought I was expecting the mow you down name drop.
I don't think is,
give a fuck.
he's not
Fuck that
partnered,
guy.
is
Just
he?
come
Mo You
back.
Down's not partnered, is he?
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
dang.
dude, I hate
Yeah,
that
the
guy
partner.
because our fucking names are so similar. Like
Bro,
when did that one the video with you and Dollblush?
bro.
Yeah, that one guy was like, "Isn't that guy who scammed his viewers?" I'm like,
Oh,
"We don't
Jesus
have
Christ.
viewers."
that was the funniest part of mine was when I would like fuck my viewers and scam over like channel points or the mouse pad giveaway thing and YUG's ass, and they start calling me Joe You Down. I was like, that's actually funny. So
That is good.
But-
Yeah, the only reason I knew that happened though is because fucking there's like a whole thread in the like the Jagex Discord, like, hey, like fuck this guy. Like we don't like this guy anymore.
hey, I remember one of the mods directly like responded to him and just laying into him. I
Oh
felt
yeah,
like,
that was Iza.
yeah,
wasn't it?
yes.
Aiza.
Yeah.
No, what's her
Yeah,
face? I can't remember her name right now. Zuko.
Zuko?
And she replied to him on Twitter, and she was like, "Who are you?" That was so funny.
Oh yeah, he got the mega
Yeah,
lol.
he got who
That
mega
was
lol. That was so
brutal.
good.
That was brutal. I gotta take a piss real quick. I'll be right back.
We can go
Be
back to
alright.
the shortest stream.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever like legitimately like today was a very rare day where I'll like end for something. Like I ended for the podcast. I've like never like I don't know. I kind of just say what I'm gonna do beforehand because if I like allow myself to stop streaming one of the days, dude, I'm gonna do it every day. You know, like I can't.
Yeah. Well, I got on there and I was like, all right, because Saeder was asking me, he's like, yeah, I'd like to start as soon as we can if we can. I was like, okay. I was like, nobody's live. I was like, God damn it, T-Pop is live.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm putting in the hours, dude. You kidding me?
That's why, that's why I went in there. I was like, hey, man, be good in like an hour. And I guess I came in there after me and they're like, hey, end your fucking stream.
Well, yeah, no, I said if I'm the last one live, bro, I'm down. I'll end it. And we did. I was only live for like, I maybe hit 4 hours. I have no idea. If I didn't hit 4 hours, that might have been the shortest that I've done in a long time. I've done like maybe 2 or 3 3-hour streams I can't even think of. So,
yeah. Dude, my stream was
when
literally
I
just
first started
Zuck
streaming,
task and then end. That's it.
That's a great stream. They can't ask for much
booming.
more.
It's condensed.
And I just ended after the task. I was like, thanks to
Sorry.
viewers.
you gotta milk the task more, mofo. I see your tasks are only taking less than 2 hours. You gotta beef
Get
those
behind
numbers
the
up.
pillar and talk a little bit.
Some
yeah.
hot tub streams. Ooh, who's this?
Oh, I already know we're
Meta.
talking about Ignoble Inferno streams,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
We had like my recent streams been Inferno, and then Ignoble was like, you gotta milk those a little more. So I was like,
You
oh
do,
yes,
yeah.
the master of milking Inferno streams, Ignoble.
I still maintain those are the best streams in the history of Twitch. Just the hot
Yeah.
tub Inferno streams.
Yeah.
Especially the one where your potions despawned because you're watching hot tub streams for so long.
Oh,
That's
my.
crazy. Like I
That's a long
had
time.
no idea this
I-
was a thing.
3
Yeah, I thought they
hours.
stayed there forever.
That's what I thought.
3 hours,
Apparently,
right?
3 hours. You cannot
Yeah.
leave your potion on the ground for 3 hours.
How the fuck?
He was
did
on
you make
wave
it laugh?
set.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was a
It's
shit
in the
spawn.
40s.
Yeah,
It was a shit
It's
spawn.
hard for.
I'll just
I
start doing
remember-
Those are legit
predictions
some of the
every
most
single
fun
wave.
streams I've had. I'm
See
sorry,
if
go
I
ahead,
die or
Mofo.
not. I'll tell you. I'll do a prediction every single wave. See if I die or not. All right, wave
Every
2.
single
Prediction.
way.
I could do that. It'd be good.
2 minutes.
Or just wait at Zook, exactly like the 420 streamer did, and just never fucking start Zook. Just keep waiting there and
Oh
playing
yeah, he was
songs
watching
and shit.
Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff at one point. He's watching Yu-Gi-Oh episodes, waiting for Zuck.
Actually, I take back my rage. Well, I guess I wasn't streaming at the time, but that is the most I've ever raged at Twitch, was watching 420 streamer getting to Zook, and he just never did. And I'm like, I just wasted 4 fucking hours just sitting here, like engaging with the chat, and we were all just butthurt. And I'm like, damn, this guy
Yeah,
owned us.
That's a name that I know, but he's a little bit before my time.
Yeah, I have
think
no-
he
I have
existed,
no idea what you're
right on the
talking about.
edge, right on
Oh.
the edge of me like watching
dude.
Twitch.
Yeah, it must have been like 6 months before 2021.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
I was in there like, what is this guy doing?
What
It's
happened?
insane.
I don't even know what you're talking
So-
about.
So like I came into his stream and he was at Triple Jads and he's going, mage, range, mage, range, mage. And then I was like instantly hooked to his stream. I'm like, who the fuck just yells out the prayers? And so then I'm just in there and everyone's kept Wing and shit. And he had like 40 viewers and then like that went up to like 300 within like 20 minutes. Cause after triples, he's just like meditating and watching some of his YouTube videos that he made, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then he just kept doing that for 4 hours and he just never got to Zuck. I'm
That
like,
is
holy
so
fuck.
sick.
And then and he
That's
did that, he just
businessman
milked that
approach.
shit, and
That's
he did it for like a
business.
month.
T-Pop
Yeah.
push for partner.
Yeah, that's killer. I'm gonna get
I'll
partner in
a
that
knock on
way.
You got that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
You got this, T-Papa. You got
Yeah.
it.
I could do that. I'll do that before TwitchCon.
Bro, just like
Milk it.
imagine, yeah, you could pull some crazy stuff. Like you could be about to be at Zuck, and then you just pause for like a 30-minute segment of just like promoting something. Oh my god.
No, literally, it works.
Almost
Yeah,
like
no,
about to
you
be
have-
like,
It works.
oh shit, I have a T-Pop event I need to finish right now. Can I do this
Yeah,
on stream? Just
T-pop.
edit the video.
It's true though. Whether it's on task, first cave, doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Everybody's a slut for Zuck. Everybody
Yeah.
will sit there and watch it,
People
or
do
they'll
like
keep it.
Zucks.
They'll keep it tabbed up until they look over and they see the shield moving. Like, oh shit.
I gotta watch. I gotta chat.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. That's
I've-
true with a lot of content though. Even like Tob or Cox, if I've been doing that all day and I look at my like average viewers, you'll see it just do like these little peaks right
Yep.
before we get to the chest room every time.
Mhm.
That was
Everybody's
Chambers.
everybody's piping up during Verzik, but nobody's saying shit during Maiden.
Nope.
Nobody's
Yeah.
saying shit.
That's
It's like whenever you see a purple,
so
it's like
gross.
it's like even before that, it's super quiet. You think chat is like dead, but then like you see a purple chest, like
Oh,
30
GL,
people out of nowhere,
Yeah.
just like GL. Oh my god, no way, it's gonna happen. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why I love the
That's a
chant
good
feature
feeling.
so much. Like you just like type /chant GL. and, like,
No,
all the
dude,
words
getting
that
rid of
spam
chant
GL.
was-
the chant feature.
Dude.
I never even had it, but
That
that
was-
was chat.
Devastating.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gone.
Are they not going to add that? That's such a great feature.
No.
Yeah, no,
They
they're
just
not
make it
completely-
toggleable. I don't know why they don't.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
so- it's
people,
so dumb.
yeah. I
And
think
they
people
gave us
use
the
it to be
fucking
offensive.
announcement feature. Who cares?
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Nobody
feature's
cares.
so bad.
I use it as a
So
joke.
cringe.
I use it and I don't like it.
I know Radio Bean's gonna listen to this podcast, but dude, today when you were like went AFK, he's like, announce Whooper B, just like 20 times in a row. It's like, man.
Whooper B.
Fucking radio. I love
See,
him.
that's the only time it's ever useful is when you're fucking trolling people with it. Like, it's just
Yeah.
useless.
Like,
Yeah,
you-
that's-
I was a mod in BF Rocket stream, and he would always do like the CMs on his hardcore, and then like when almost dead, is like chant GL and it's like spam of GLs, and it was like so sick. And then just got rid
It's
of it.
cool
Like,
when
why?
you're like a normal regular viewer in the stream, but if you're entering there and everyone's fucking chanting, it's like an instant exit for me.
You think so?
That was
depends-
that
well, it
that
depends
was
on the
actually
chant
my
for me.
real experience with it. If I'd pop into a streamer that I don't normally watch, I'm just seeing a bunch of chanting from mods, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. Or I guess it's everyone doing it, but it's like the mods really go
chanting,
hard.
or do you mean like one chant, or do you mean people just like repeatedly chanting?
It just felt like the whole stream was chanting. But then again, I
Yeah.
gave it like 2 minutes, and if it was a bunch of chants, I'm out.
I mean, even
could
for
see
2
that.
minutes,
I would agree
yeah.
with that. If it's like more than one chant every like hour, like
Yeah, it's because like the
Yeah.
mods just want to chant. Like the mods come in, and they're like,
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
do a
they can
chant.
do
I
it.
want to do a chant. So
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
chanting. It's like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe have a cooldown.
Oh, that had a
You
cooldown
ever go
and
to
it was
those streams where it's
toggleable.
just like, dude, those streams are just, I don't know, like mod walls and VIP walls or something. I don't know, somebody in here,
Yeah,
if they've ever had
that-
that experience.
that's why I did my little mod nuke. It was a good
Yeah,
time.
bro. No,
Yeah.
Tasty. You know PogChamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in my stream. He's like, bro, I just got VIP and Tasty stream, and I was like, that's not a good thing, right? Like,
I
that's
told
a
him
sign
that,
of
dude.
shame. I told him that. And he's
It's
like,
the
well, I'm
marker
sad.
of shame.
Yeah, I said it's a mark of shame. You know
Oh.
that. He's like, when are you gonna give me VIP? I was like, it's a mark of shame. You should be disgraced of yourself. And he's like, well, I'm sad. I'm leaving. And so he left my stream after I told him.
Oh, dude, it makes
Yeah.
dude, it makes it so nice because then it's not a status symbol that people want, you know?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
so
Well,
then you don't have a
Dude, I think
VIP
wanting
wall.
it is so
Man.
cringe anyway.
that is true. I deleted so many mods, and then I ended up just adding a lot of them back because I felt bad. Like everyone felt like
Yep,
they did
it's
something
that-
wrong because
yeah,
I
it's sad.
unmodded
Someone told
them.
me that. I forgot who it
They were
was. They're like,
everyone, like people are just drawing sad faces, like, oh, like no more VIP. I'm like, fuck you.
It's bad.
I had a couple
Yeah,
people. When I did the same thing as you, definitely long before you, but I used to have way too many, and I took a ton of them away. And yeah, there's even some like I mean, Monty me. She's like, "Why'd you?" She was asking me why I demodded, and I was like,
Yeah, it's like,
"What are you moderating? Why do you fucking
what do you-
care?
Yeah.
What do you care?" I was like, "I
view
love
it-
you." It has nothing to do with that.
It's more like a token
Status.
of trust
Yeah.
and status. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I
There's
had
no way, like, I go to
150
all the
mods.
streams that I have modded and actually mod in there. I just go in there to, oh, hey, check out my sword and just say dumb shit and then, like,
Yeah.
leave, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Basically it. Yeah.
I used to
Pretty much
mod
all my
every
mods
single
are people-
streamer.
No, go ahead,
Mhm.
Saeder.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I used to mod every single streamer. Like anybody that was somewhat prolific or just like somebody of stature in the OSR's community, and I'm like, nobody's fucking moderating anything. And so I did a mod nuke, and of course I got like 20 people like, dude, like, can I get it back, man? I'm like, oh my god, like,
man, it's like,
As
bro.
a-
I'm like, this
as a-
fucking sucks because as soon as you give it, you can't take it unless, or
Yeah.
you just feel bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
why
they
I
come back
never
a year
give
later
it.
and they're like, you took away my mod? Like, you haven't been here for a fucking year. Like, yeah, I took it away. It's like, well, I'm back. I'm unburnt from OSR. It's remod me.
I'm
He chills in my stream for 2 days and I've remodded him and then he's just out for another
As
5
a,
months. I'm like,
another
holy fuck.
burnt
I heard you
break.
say chills, and I just thought bat chest.
Chills.
As a
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as a dedicated Saebe mod, I felt very cool when you were doing your the CAs for Inferno. And are any of you guys a Saebe mod in here? I
No.
think Tasty is.
I'm a Sabe mod.
Okay, yeah,
Are you a buddy
of
mod?
course.
I'm a
But it
buddy
was, I felt I think we're all hanging out in there, and that some guy just kept backseating you. I just kept like, deleting all of his messages, and every time he'd say something, and I saw you kept looking over. You're like trying not to laugh, and you kept going. But yeah, like you could use it sometimes. Like if there's a point I think where you step in and like with mod that or with Nick's stream, where the guy said something about wide pride, and I just denied it immediately, just because I like it's not something you want in your chat, whether it's referring to something or not. Like it's just not something you want to see in your chat. But
like Phoenix is learning Inferno right now, and everyone is just not aware. And this one guy was just like, "There is no need to ever run south, ever run south. Like you can solve it south, you can solve it north." And I was like, he started like yesterday. Like,
do not move one tile south.
My second day, bro. I'm gonna run south.
Was like, "Show me a wave, and I'll show you a solve." And I'm like, "I can solve the waves better than you." Qnix can't. Let him run south.
That guy
let me run south.
Qnix can't let him run south.
That guy could shut up. If I couldn't have run south, I wouldn't have a cape.
I was like, no.
Yeah, I'm
the world record holder doesn't run south.
It's like, bro,
it just reminds me of people that just start flaming people that hate Nex. They're like, I hate Nex. Like, you don't understand Nex. You don't know how to do it. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like,
dude, so true. So true.
Like, I had it in my stream, and I'm just like, dude, oh my god, like, shut the fuck. Nobody cares that you can duo Nex. Like, and you think it's fun. Like, holy fuck, it's Nex.
So cool, dude.
I know, I'm like, I don't know. That is your personality. You duo Nex, and you like it.
I love and hate people learning the Inferno because of the backseaters. Like, it's content in and of itself, but it also sacrifices the real content, which is the person learning the game.
Yeah,
it's just so awful.
I feel like with Inferno. Oh, sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
You're good. Oh, you want me to? I was just like, some guy literally came in today and was like, "Bro, why do you have 500,000 tiles marked?" And this guy's like followed me for a while, and I was like, I'm just gonna perm you. I was like, "Why can't you talk in my chat anymore?" And then I just permed him. I was like, "I'm not doing this today."
No, I checked that guy's like user thing you can do, and I was like, he wasn't following Nick.
Oh, he wasn't following at all.
The 2 other days that he had typed in your chat during your subathon and was backseating again, and I was like, no.
I was like, okay, perfect. Deserved ban. He didn't even put in a request. That's perfect. I didn't even check. I was like,
so funny.
It just wasn't a first time chat.
Feel the need to backseat so much.
So in terms of backseaters, what I've noticed is like it's always like the people who are backseating have like 0 to 1, maybe 2 KC. Everybody else who's higher than that is just like, I just want to sit back and watch somebody learn and have a good time. It's like, it's like everybody who's actually good at Inferno, they're just sitting back and just watching it happen. It's just that little area in between of people like, yeah, actually I have a Zuck cape now, and they think that they're fucking God and they have to go around and spread the gospel to everybody.
Yeah, I'm not saying shit about it, man. I don't really even deserve to have one. I chanced it, but hey, cape's a cape.
Not a cape.
Like, for the most part, when I'm watching Qnix like learn now, I'm just like letting him learn it because that's like the best way to do it. But then sometimes I'm like, this is a pretty blatant one that he's just missing that'll help out a lot. But when he was first starting, like Matthias, like Thighhead, and I both joined a call with him, like explaining like tons of basic stuff. And then chat was like backseating Matthias, and I'm like, this guy has over 100 KC.
Yeah, Matthias, the God gamer. Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Yeah, that's one of the best things I did though. I got in a late night call with Mr. Jimmy Blowpipe, who I hope we have on here as a future guest one day. And he was just cooked as fuck, just taking me through the waves, wave by wave, and that helped me more than anything. Like, anything I ever did that helped me more. So honestly, Nick, you should hit him up, by the way. It would definitely help you.
He said I should get in a call with him. I will.
Yeah,
I think
he's very helpful.
He's watching you, like, you need to get in a call.
Well, but when he asks for your credit card information, don't give him that, or he'll just do the cape for you. So make sure you don't do that.
You see, I have people that like I want to backseat me. Like if I'm doing the Inferno, I want Mofo to come in here and tell me something. But like the second Mofo says something, fucking Joe Schmo with 1 KC now thinks he can chime in. You know what I mean? And that's the issue that I have run into.
It is like a chain reaction. Like one person does it, and everybody else is like,
oh yeah, you should never run south. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I just got like Mofo's just like, hey, just mark that tile. Like, okay, good. Like you can use that tile for that. And then it's like waterfall of like, okay, and then when you get to this wave, you can look over there, and it never ends up well, but it's usually content.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the worst part, fucking coward. Go to the Inferno.
I have to die. I die, and it's easy content.
We love talking about we really do love talking about the Inferno, man.
It's so much fun to watch. Like I haven't done it. I haven't gotten that far, but I understand it. It's content. It's so good.
This is something that's not about the Inferno, though. Do you remember Mofo, this guy the other day? He said, if I do follow during the podcast? Will you shout me out?
Hell yeah.
He actually did. Shout out to he did. He literally did like 20 minutes before we started. He actually followed my live stream. Mr. Andromeda _69.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
Fuck that guy. Andromeda, get out of here.
Yeah, I know him. I know who that is.
He's in the book, bro. He has bad taste in music. He's in the book.
In the book?
He's in the book. Yeah, shout you out being in the book of people who given me bad song requests.
Dude, that's the most awkward shit is when someone comes in and like just you're listening to like some fucking dope house music and he's like, hey, do you want something 50 BPM slower that's really sad? Like, no, I don't. I actually don't.
You
So funny.
have you? Yeah. Well, is there anything else about this guy? Just the music? Is he?
I don't know.
Do we need to perm him?
He's in the book. He was the third
Holy
person.
shit, it's a real book.
Yeah, no, I have a book.
It's
Yeah.
a real book.
It's backers right now, but if you get
Explain the book. Explain the book.
I have a because I used to just kind of be like,
Andrew.
yeah, I don't want to type his whole name, bro. It's
Is
it's
not
backwards
Andromeda,
right
it's
now. It's
Andromeda?
backwards.
Andromeda, like,
Yeah.
not backwards for us.
Oh, it's not.
On Discord, it's
No,
not.
no.
Oh, okay, but on the recording it is. So I have this book and
yeah.
like,
Wait, let me see it one more time. Sorry, I'm slow right now.
do you recognize anyone? We have
Yeah.
Gaming? Really?
yeah, gaming artists.
5? What about
I've had
man,
gave you a
5
bad
then?
song request.
I
Yeah,
guess
I've
so.
been
I
pretty
don't know.
cool.
It was bad.
Shut the fuck down, 5head, if you're listening.
So,
Looks like you drew that with crayon, dude. Just
No, I got a pen.
Here's how I feel though. Here's
I
how
don't
feel.
draw with them. I eat them.
I feel like as far as like all the chatters go, I feel like they play a different role in everybody's stream. They act. There's so many that act
they're
so
characters, bro. They
Yeah,
understand.
they're characters,
They
bro.
understand their
Like,
characters in a
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, dude in the base court there tonight, like he's literally like he's all cool with us,
my.
but at the same time he's in Dog Blush's stream. Like I'll come protect you in the wilderness if you need me to.
I looked up his chat. I know why he got banned. He got banned after like 3 chats.
Dude.
What did he say? Was it about her toes
He
or what?
said I'm losing brain cells.
Yeah, he
I
was
know.
like, you're like, he said like you're really pretty and I like the stream, but I'm losing brain cells by the minute. That was like his second message.
But did you?
Oh, wow.
I scrolled through the messages later, and he continued to watch, and he was saying some really weird shit, like really like
man.
it was Like I kept
I've been saying that's the true test of character. Look up someone's messages
like
and
Tupac was in there,
you'll
and I
find out
kept
who they
reading,
are, bro.
I kept reading it off, and like he was like, no, you don't understand. No, you don't understand. I was like,
Dude, we muted him so he couldn't talk.
Dude.
We muted him and we'd read his chats aloud that he said in the Dollblush stream, and then we'd unmute him and let him speak.
Fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro.
Hey man, listen. I ain't
Don't
no
join the
judge.
base court. I changed my mind about everybody in here.
Yeah, I'm not a judge, but that motherfucker was guilty. Guilty as charged. Guilty as fucking charged.
Man.
Yeah, so
I
you're
like how,
liable to
what
being.
did you say in her chat? And then he was like, "Oh, I don't remember." And I was like, "That logs exist." And he's like, "Don't look those up. Don't look those up."
Look,
Good thing we have some
Shout out-
published mods in here.
Shout out to Thick Mob, you horny bastard. Keep doing you, man.
Okay, never mind. That answers it. I was gonna ask who, but I now know. Okay.
Yeah, like,
Saeder, what's the worst? Have you dealt with Jay Amaze?
Yeah, I've dealt with J-Man. That's a daily routine. But you know what? You know what? I gotta give him credit where it's due. He only links songs that are about 1.5 minutes, which I can fucking appreciate. They're not like fucking 7-minute songs. And he donates money every single time. And you know what? I just play it. I give him his attention because I know he doesn't get it pretty much. I'm assuming most streamers just have probably banned him by this point. And I'm just like, you know what, man?
I just
Play your fucking song in my stream. Give me 100 bits. And let's move on with the stream.
I didn't ban him. I gave him a real like trial. Like I put the song up and I said, all right, guys, this is Jay Mays' song. Tell me what you think about it. Everybody in the chat. And he got absolutely massacred by my chat and he never came back after that. And I was like, well, looks like the people don't like it, man. Sorry. It's what it is.
I try not to be too ruthless.
I heard it out, you know. I heard the music and let people give their opinion and people didn't like it. So it is what it is.
He did that to me like a few times with bits, and then he thought he could use my channel point song request redeem for like more of his songs, and then I started to just ignore them. And he's like, "Hey, how do I?" He's like, "Hey, how do I tell if a song is in the queue after I ignored it?" And I was like, "Oh," I said, "I'll get to that. Don't worry about it." And then I just ignored it the rest of the stream, and he never came back.
You know what I do need to do though? I know he's gonna keep requesting it. So what I can say now is just if you're gonna self-promote my stream, it's like 1,000 bits or 500 bits, and then profit off it a little bit more.
Yeah,
That's
500 bits.
That is,
my
it's not a song request. You're just advertising what you just made today on my stream, so you'll pay for it now.
It's 500 bits for a song quest in my stream and 5,000 if it's your own song. Like that's the rule.
5,000. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
no, I mean
the
thing is that's actually fucking worth it. He's pulling 700 viewers, and now you get an audience of 700 viewers. Like if it's a good enough song,
Not wrong.
$50.
That's fair.
That is true.
I do
like
the channel points, but
video.
I have like a very strict disclaimer. That says if it fucking sucks, I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna let you know it fucking sucks. So it's and usually people are usually I usually have no issues. People like I've gotten some bangers, some really good songs from people who it's usually people who a long time they understand my taste, they know what I like. But it's pretty rare I get a bad one. And when it's bad though, if you're up front with it, they'll never request a song again. If you stop it midway and say that fucking sucks, and then just change the song, they won't request again. I promise you.
Yeah.
But that's how I handle
not
things.
watch you again. What do you think?
Yeah.
What if they don't watch you?
Don't have to listen to their shitty music,
minus one viewer. Sorry, that's what it is. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work.
Yeah, probably not worth keeping him around.
There are some viewers though that actually link bangers.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
So
100%.
good.
Like you want to keep them.
Appreciate those people.
sure.
I suck those people's dicks. When
Oh,
they
me
request
too.
it.
Hey,
It's
shout
nice
out
when you
to
just add a
Scotty.
new song.
Shout out to
your
Scotty
playlist.
Freeballer. Scotty Freeballer, he's definitely one that comes on mind. He links some banger songs, but he understands my taste. We have the exact
Wait,
same
Scotty
kind of taste.
Free Baller?
Yes.
Dude, you know he knows one. He's like his roommates, or he lives right next to one of my college roommates, and
I
he
think
just
he
came
might
into
have
my
told me
stream like
that.
2 days ago or something.
Yeah. He listens
He's
to the
a cool guy.
listens to your cast, I believe. But yeah, he's a good guy. He's also that is one of the sexiest, most attractive RuneScape players I've ever seen. He is jacked. I'm talking like
Wait, Scotty Freeballer's or Scott Freeballer, whatever his name is.
yeah, he's fucking,
He's a streamer?
No. I'm just saying someone who plays RuneScape like heavily and is just he's jacked.
You've seen him though?
Yeah, I've seen what he looks like. He's posted himself in my Discord. He's jacked.
Bodie?
What's that?
Have you seen Bodie?
What, recently?
He's pretty good looking.
Are you a Bodie mod?
He doesn't say your name,
Nick,
right?
I can't hear
Sorry.
you. I can't
How
wait,
did we
Nick. What'd you
spawn?
say? I can't
How
hear
did
you.
we
The sound of
segue
a
to this?
ginger cock in your mouth.
What is he have anything to
I
do
just
with
wanted
this,
to say.
okay?
I just wanted to say that.
I'm just trying to shout out my boy right now, and you're gonna bring up Bodie. But anyway, speaking of Bodie, I did watch him and his girlfriend the other day, and they do look good. He looks really good.
Yeah, he
had
does.
his hands. I saw his hands.
Yep.
He's
no
looking
bandages.
really healthy.
They're streaming today. I think Jesse was
Yeah,
on
they're
today,
right today.
and like
IRL
they both
streaming.
look. He looks super healthy.
Shout out to
Okay, I wanna-
Scotty,
They're in Greece.
I want to briefly just ask Kunix, how did you get a Bodhi mod? Like, what did you actually do? Like, what did
I got
like be brutally honest? What did you actually do to
No,
achieve that?
genuinely, brutally honest. I think it was literally Tasty adding me in his chat and other people that watch. Like I have a couple. Like I've kind of got a little bit involved with like Bodhi's offline viewers. Like a few of them. Some of them are pretty annoying, but a few of them know who I am. So when I'd pop in Bodhi's stream, they'd say what's up, or they'd like use my emote. And then Tasty came in one day, and I forgot what he said. I think he just added me and said something, and then Bodhi like minutes later was like, "What are you smart?"
cool.
And then he just gave me mod, and I was like, I took a picture. I still have like a picture on like Snapchat of me like freaking out and running around my room because I was so excited.
Oh my gosh.
I fangirled. I
sounds
can't
right,
lie.
I mean, I'd be pretty pumped too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fair.
No,
I want to
look
actually
up
check
to
out my. Wait, I can't see my own logs
be
on
fair.
Bodhi's chat, can I?
him.
Are you a mod?
Yeah,
If you're a mod,
Oh,
you can.
Jesus
probably is gonna
Christ.
give you
should
when he
look
comes
at those.
back.
Somebody should show me them.
You should have asked him at the end of. What did you not ask him at the end of the
gotcha.
cast? You should have asked at the end of the cast. Hey
Nah,
man,
he'll get
Can I
it
get-
as soon
can
as
I
his
get mod?
comeback happens. Saeder, just hop in his chat. He'll give it to you. He loves
Dude, I'm
it.
so excited for Bodhi.
One time I cheered 200 bits and I linked a song and he never got to it. So I cheered again. to get him to fucking play my fucking song. And then at that point, I was like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, man.
No way. You know, however long later now.
It was like one of those moments where like you just want your fucking song to be played and you're just sitting there like waiting for it. And you're like, do I just leave the stream now? Or do I address that you fucked up, but I have to pay to address it? Like
that's what he's doing. That's
Saeder,
what
I'm looking through your logs right now, bro. You're just posting your own emotes in here, bro. It's just,
that's all the logs.
That's
you
a
go into
standard
any
Saeder.
streamer's log.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
standard
Saeder,
Saeder
I
behavior.
love, but your emotes are good enough to
You're
do
adding
that.
people with like the heart. That's literally all.
As frowned upon as that is, I feel like Saeder can get away with it just because his emotes
the
are.
Yeah, how do you get away with that?
He's the only one that gets away with it, and he does easily.
You want to get away with it, you just start fucking doing it, and then people are just like, oh, he got away with it, and you just keep getting away with it.
It's that guy.
Yeah,
Very much so, like, just do not like that. Always do that.
Okay, so
I'm
here's
not gonna name them, but when you do, it's like, oh, that's cool.
Name
Like,
and
say, hey, it's fine.
I feel amazing when
Okay,
Saeder types
Fumble and Dear Lola.
so the thing is like everyone wants to post their own emotes in other people's stream, but they have enough respect that they don't do it. And I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking embrace that. I want to type my own emote right now. I'm just gonna fucking do it because it's a fucking emote. Who the fuck cares? Like, Jesus.
The only one I've ever had the inclination to post in other people's chats is Taste OMW, and they fucking removed that. They took it away.
Yeah, that's tragic, actually.
Unjust. That's just
I will only do it if it's an appropriate time where I think my emote really fits like whatever is happening. Then I will do it. But I usually, like you said, it's not that I don't know. I just feel weird doing it. But if I don't know.
I have somewhat of enough common sense to try to not do it like back three back.
Yeah, well, yeah,
it's
of
just,
course.
Because I go into streams and I'm in lurk mode where I'll just type in emotes. And then I'm like, okay, I've posted 2 of my emotes. Let's switch it up to like a Fat Clouds emote. Now let's go back like 2 again.
You don't want a Fat Clouds emote too.
No, I do think about it a little bit because I don't want to just overwhelmingly dominate with my beautiful emotes. So
you use other people's emotes too.
yeah, I make them myself.
That's
They're
true.
really good.
They're very. I like them. I love the
Yeah,
style. It's very
the
well done.
Scoots one with the clue. It's so
That one's really good. That one's really good. Yeah, I've been a lot of people using that in mine too, and I'm never mad about it. Like I'll accept everybody's emotes. I see yours, I'm happy. Any of you guys.
I have. If anybody posts any emotes in my stream, except for Oda Block's emotes. No, I'm kidding. By the way, Oda Block raided me, and you know what? He reviews your chat logs before he raids you if he's never raided you before. So on stream, he pulls up my chat log, and luckily I haven't talked any shit. I actually like Oda Block streams, but I haven't been in there for like 6 months, so it's just like this big space of.
Do you think there's a chance you get him on the cast?
Yeah, there's a chance I could get him on the cast. I just like don't know how that would go.
You're gonna have to go through some type of management or something, probably.
You're gonna have to go through his brother, and he's gonna demand money. That's what's gonna happen.
Did you know I used to think Oda Block's brother was Mo for like the first time I watched an Oda Block show. I remember his brother's name was Mo or something like that. I'm like, is that Mo? You fucking down? And then I went to Mo's, and then I was like, wait, are they just like both streamers in the same house? Oh my god!
I think they used to be. Maybe they weren't, but I thought
no,
they
they used to. I know they used to get in. They used to Mow You Down and Oda used to get in call, and they would PK against each other, and they would just talk crazy shit. And I mean, it was good content. And that was before he was doing all the scummy shit he started doing after that. But that was like kind of how he got a following, from what I remember at least. It was a long time ago.
Well, he's basically just an Oda copycat, more or less.
Yeah. Well, there's so many people. The way they talk, it's
there's
10 Oda clones that are
brother.
Voila, brother.
young
just the
jalapeno.
bro, just saying bro after every sentence.
As long as you, I mean, to be fair, it's a way to get 1,000 gifted subs extra a month. If you just fucking copy it.
Any
PK streamer, any PK streamer that have
me trying to copy Oda's energy. It'd be so funny.
I would watch that stream.
That would be so funny.
We would all be gifted for that, honestly.
Yeah, I would give.
Those two, like completely opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, dude, I got a raid from one of those PK streamers. It's funny how like the PK streamer community only watches PKers. They don't go to other stream.
They won't chat at all when they
Yeah, I got a raid from the like young jalapeno, whatever that guy is, and I had no clue who he was, but he had a partner badge. I was like, oh dude, thank you so much. And Uncle was in my chat, and he goes, fuck that guy, young jalapeno fucking sucks. He's a rat. And the whole chat was just blaming him. And I looked over and I was like, all right. I just didn't respond for the rest of the time. I was like, all right.
Dude, I hate it when people just say the people they hate and why they hate them in my stream. I'm like, dude, like, stop, dude.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm not gonna lie, Young Jalapeno, I had to unfollow. I basically unfollowed anybody that was just like gambling all the time.
I never followed him to begin with,
but I did follow him for a time, and I'm not gonna lie, he actually made me fucking laugh a few times. So like, I got to give him credit where it's due, but I had to unfollow him.
I mean, it is like when Oda was in the big debt, like that was
entertaining.
It was very entertaining.
It was just funny because like
content.
you'd go into Young Jalapeno stream and you just constantly like every 2 minutes you get a new person that gets banned for saying like, dude, you're in debt, man, or something like, what's your debt or something. It's just like a constant feed of people getting banned. Like, this is kind of entertaining. Like, now I understand why he's pulling like a couple hundred viewers.
Yeah, it's chaos, which is always good content.
Yeah.
That's why we like. That's why we like when Dahlblush goes live in like the middle of the night, and like that's how her chat is. Real wholesome people, and then just absolute creatures coming out saying wild shit. And we ban them. It's
just chatting. Oh man,
it is a good time. It's
you
fun.
Guys, you should have seen her very first ASMR stream. I should have gotten paid for modding that night. It was. Oh man, it was brutal.
That's when you see the regulars finally crack, you know? That's like
they come out of their fucking shell.
Dude.
That was it,
Jado
man.
had PTSD from that night, dude. I swear to God, right? That was awful. That's when I realized how terrible the ASMR section is on Twitch, dude. Like it's a dark, dirty
It's literally, honestly, a bunch of unhinged ignobles. It's really what it is.
It's unironic ignobles. Is what it is. It's literally unironic ignobles. That's what it is.
So ignoble.
It's just me actually doing that.
It's ignoble on a bunch of accounts.
Yes. Tap your toes on the screen like that. Yes.
Everyone
When
just got,
Ignoble
like,
was at
these
EDC, I didn't see
milkers,
Kato in
bro.
anyone's chat actually. Now that I think about it.
Wait a second. No, but like literally go to the ASMR section right now. I'm gonna fucking look. It's just big fat mommy milkers all over the front page. It's really it's Kumi.
Is there anybody even doing like real ASMR in there or no?
Okay, no, there's one.
Do you remember that month of Twitch when
There's somebody cutting some soap in there somewhere.
Yeah.
that month of Twitch when the hot tub meta was popping off? That was crazy time. That was like,
well, that was why Ignoble's Inferno streams are so good, because that was the peak of the hot tub meta.
That was so crazy. It was such a weird time. Like Twitch just like was so weird right then. It was so different.
Yeah.
And then Ignoble was watching it.
I feel like a lot of those girls.
It was crazy.
A lot of those girls built their OnlyFans doing that, and then they just pieced out from doing it, which is smart. I mean, that's good on them. Let's get the bag, you know. But I feel like that's a lot of it was. Yeah.
That was also the peak of like the pandemic. Like everyone was at home at that point. So we have nothing other to do than coom.
Oh my, that is true.
Yeah. It was the perfect storm. It really was.
Do you
just
think?
the perfect
Do you
storm.
think masturbations doubled during COVID?
Yeah.
100%.
You think
triple?
Like, do you want personal numbers or do you want like
that reminds me.
I wore my Apple Watch while I was doing it, so I
want to hear. I want to hear Saeder's pre-ritual for streaming.
That was.
Do you have a ritual?
Yeah, it's strange. It's like, I mean, you just never really notice it until you have to address it, and you're like, oh shit, I actually. Yeah, it's like me pulling up all the windows, like in their certain areas and shit, and then like look at myself in OBS for like 5 minutes, like just doing this and shit, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna have to pee in like 5 minutes, so let's just sit here and just sit basically until I have to pee. And I'm just like, all right, everything's looking good, and then I go pee, and I fill up like, water, drinks, or I guess the drinks are already there generally, and then I like live, and then I'm like playing music, and I'm just chilling there for like 3 minutes, and then I reveal myself.
Are you at your computer when you're doing your starting screen?
Yeah, he's
I just sit there. I literally just fucking sit there, and I just wait until a few people are in there.
Does that ever make you nervous?
Chat build up. Yeah, that's smart.
The thing is like if you try to start immediately, it's really weird because you get like one person in there and it's like, what's up? And then it's like, this is a really fucking slow start. Like, it's just like,
well, your live notification doesn't pop up until like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So like you're just streaming to nobody for a little bit, and then all of a sudden all of the like normal chatters pop up, and you're like,
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to briefly say to anyone listening, if you're a Twitch viewer, it's a real godsend to just talk into somebody's stream on a starting.
That's what I was about to say.
It's a really nice thing to do.
To talk
Brownie
like
points.
when you're away too. Like if you're not engaging with the chat, like I love it when people keep the chat moving. I'm just like, oh, thank God.
It's a quality viewer thing. If you pop in and just say hi or say how you doing.
An emote, anything, just as long as like anything. 'Cause that's usually mine as I go live. Like I play my 5 thing, and usually people just come in and they type a white heart. There's always like 6 or 7 people who just come in. That's all they type is that. And it gives me something to just greet. Hey, hi, you.
Right.
How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you? Like, to just like if you say it gets it going. That way, if you just raw dog it, you're just sitting there. It's just nothing happening.
That's weird.
Yeah, it would just be it would be awkward. The starting screen is it's
good.
important.
It's nice.
I think 5 minutes is appropriate. Five to like 8 minutes.
I like one song.
3.5.
I do about 5. Yeah.
I pick a song.
The song. Yeah.
Yeah, I pick a song, and I'm like, I'm coming out right at the end of this song.
I do the same song every time.
I like Saeder's intro screen because it's like his game client, and then like also like people like gifted or like given bits and stuff like that. So it's like
something more to look at rather than
exactly.
Start.
It's like a ease into the stream instead of just like because mine is just like my name like on a beach and like the water comes and washes it away and then like plays on loop. That's what mine is, and then just like a hard cut into like, hey guys, I'm on wave 1. It's like
I like Max's starting screen is pretty good.
my little drawing.
I
Who made
don't
that?
like Max's.
Who made that?
Whoa!
How could you? I
You
got
like
it from
mine?
the same. You have a really good one. You have like an animated one.
Yes, I paid.
I
well
got
for
mine
that.
from the same artist that Megan got hers from. Just some lady on Fiverr. Just draws that shit. It's like a team of animators.
Oh yeah, I like hers too.
I thought it
Hers
was
is good,
milky.
too. And she's got a cheesecake on her.
Yeah, she has a cheesecake on her. Like, did anyone tell
how
her it's
funny-
fake? Like, she could draw an infernal cape on there.
I'm gonna do. If I get one of those, I'm going straight for the Infernal Cape. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm
because
just
then when
doing
you get
it.
the infernal cape, like you're gonna have to get another
Yeah.
starting screen.
That's true, yeah.
You know.
No, that's true.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, those that flex, like those that just play with a fire cape and don't give a fuck, they are the true Giga Chads.
Thank you.
That is the truth.
They just play with a
Not
fire
you,
cape.
T-Papa. Fuck you.
And they're not bothered at all. They're not trying to get any attention. They just play the fucking game.
Dude, the other day me and Tasty were talking, and I was like, "Yo, give me your Torva," and he traded over me the Torva, dude, and just everyone was so. It's the Torva and the fire cape look so bad, dude.
It's such a bad
It does look bad.
Torva looks bad. The fire cape looks bad.
It's the lighting on it. Like, it's the.
It was the
like
only
darker.
time. It was the only time I've ever like, man, this sucks.
Nah. Torva fire cape is like what I imagine is it's like a 29-year-old dude that gets home from work every day at 5 o'clock and like has enough money because he's bought some bonds with his money that he makes in real life, but he worries about his account. He doesn't want it to get banned, so he never actually buys an infernal cape, and he's never gonna do it either. So he just embraces the fire cape, and you're like, damn, all right, respect, respect, dude.
Like that virgin
perfect
versus like Chad
description.
meme right there, like that's what I predict. Like,
That's-
If
yeah.
I
all the
didn't keep
virgins
playing-
with their infernal capes on.
If I didn't
That's
keep
true,
streaming,
yeah.
that's literally me. If I did not keep streaming, that's literally me.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it's a
literally
good
that
look,
guy.
kind of, because it makes it look like you don't care that much about the game, but you're still like wealthy enough in game to get the Torva and shit. It's like, all right, you don't invest too much into it to get good, but you're just like
Yeah.
playing the
Went
game.
straight to the bank and he's like, "What's another one? Myth cape. Let's use this."
Yeah, yeah. No,
That's how
I
you
whipped.
put on the myth cape.
I
was like,
whipped
take that
out
off.
the myth cape immediately,
Take it off
dude.
right
I was
now.
not doing that.
That's worse.
Yeah.
I feel like it's worse.
It was
When
that, or
first got
like
this
I don't know.
computer, I didn't have an infernal cape yet, and my lock screen's always been one. I'm like, this looks cool. I'm never gonna have one. And then I got one, and I like looked at my lock screen one day, and I was like, I have that now.
I've seen that lock screen.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I was deep into the Zora, I was like 9,000 in. And like I remember I opened my bank one time, and somebody was just like, "You don't have an Inferno cape? What are you doing?" I was like, "Come on, man."
Zora.
You want me to use it in my infernal cape at Zora? Okay.
Wait, okay, I want to ask Tasty, have you flexed the Zook helm with a fire cape yet?
All the time.
That's cool.
All the time. If
The
I ever
Max
bank
fire
stand,
cape.
it's Zuck Helm Max Fire Cape.
No, just normal fire cape. It looks even
I don't think I've
crazier.
ever done with a normal fire cape. That sounds,
It looks
You
it looks
should-
wonky. It's
You
like
should
that
do
looks
the
that
normal.
sounds like it looks wonky.
yeah.
You'll stand out even more.
Thoughts on the Max Fire Cape in general? People wearing a Max Fire Cape.
I think it looks
It only
sick.
looks it only looks good on fat clouds. That's about it.
That's
does.
true.
Yeah, there's
It's the
a
only person we're
look.
not
to
making
it.
fun of.
If you have it with the nibbler behind you, then it's fine. But if you it's like you're only one, I was like, just save
Nibbler.
the 2 point whatever mil, 2.3 mil.
I
Just have a
feel
regular
so.
packet.
I feel so bad. Dude, if you guys know Don Dada,
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
his main account has a max cheese, and he was scouting a raid for me one time, and I was just out doing the same thing, and I was like, "Look at this dumbass with his max cheese cave." And he was like, he whispered me on Twitch, and he was like, "Hey, I got you a raid." And he's like, his name's 8Bald, and I was like, "Oh my god!" In the back of my head, I was like, "That was the guy I just made fun of that had a max cheese cave on."
I would feel so bad, dude.
I go in to go get the raid, and he's got just the regular max cape on instead. He went and changed it. I was like,
no, dude.
Yeah, I've never
And he changed it.
Also, yeah, I would also
Dude,
like to say that
Don Dada
Dada-
is so nice too, dude.
Yeah,
that guy's
yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
You're a fucking.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
him.
I feel so bad right now. Oh man.
Don Dada is a tier 3 Unique subscriber as well.
Dude,
Yeah, dude.
oh my god.
We're still
Hey,
homies,
Don, if
bro.
you're listening, me,
Don
Keep
Dada,
awful.
I love you more than Cuniques loves you, bro. I do. I want
You're looking to move that tier 3.
Don Dada is so
I just
nice.
had to say
it. Subathon, he gave Nick money for me and Nick to both eat. And I was like, that is
Wow. Oh
So
my
nice.
gosh.
Yeah, no.
This is why
feel
we
like
bully
a lot of
Cuniques.
people-
This right here. I don't feel
me,
bad
it
anymore.
Yeah, bro.
So I had to
been generous to
Yeah.
me, and I can never thank him enough. Just because I'm his roommate, I'm not streaming, and they're just
Don.
that kind. So
Don used to work at Kroger too. We have a bond.
Oh,
wow.
Brothers. There
That's
we go.
nice.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
shout out. Yeah,
Like, he
that's
actually
what
worked at
everybody
Kroger though.
No,
But go ahead.
Act Kroger.
you worked at Kroger.
Kroger.
At Kroger.
Yeah.
He was bagging bodies.
But he actually worked at Kroger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if
Yeah.
they work at Kroger or not.
Does anybody have any more talking points, or should we actually fill one of these Twitter?
I do,
yeah.
I do want to turn it to Saeder actually to ask a little
Go
bit more
ahead,
about the
go ahead.
Saeder cast because on the Saeder cast he talks to the people and I want to grill him a bit about the Saeder cast. I want to know who is your favorite cat person to have on and who is the worst.
You should say cat person.
I heard that too. Yeah.
That's
you
the easy
started to say
answer.
a word, but you cut it off, and it sounded like cat person. I think
Yeah.
you just meant person.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just
Yeah, I know
wasn't.
what I
I was
said.
making sure I
Yeah.
wasn't high as shit right there. Just like what cat.
It has to be
cat
uncle,
person?
right? That has to be
Uncle?
uncle,
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, it can only be uncle. He is the best and the worst cat person I've had.
all right, that's fair. That's fair.
No.
But yeah,
So
no,
wait,
that's-
what was
I
it
wanna
actually?
know.
What
I
was it?
want to know who your favorite
Favorite
person
guest.
to have on was and your worst
Worst
guest.
let me
Yeah,
base
name
it
him.
off. Let me base it off of what I anticipated the guest being, rather than like how it actually went. Because sometimes I make anticipating a lot, and then it's like, oh, that was mediocre. Not gonna name names, but like there are some episodes. I'm not gonna lie. There's probably 5 episodes. This sounds harsh, and I'm not gonna name names, but there's been 5 episodes where I'm like, I should just lie and say that the file got corrupted or something, because this is like I am just cringing out of control with this whole thing. Like a lot of it's my own hosting, but a lot of it's just like this was boring as fuck.
I'll give you 50 gifted to name one of them.
Will you?
25.
Will you? No.
That was the price
I'll give you
right
5
there.
for one of them. I'll give you 5.
50
We can all
fucking
pitch
gifted.
in. We can all pitch
I would
in.
name
We
one.
have a lot of people
No.
here. We can.
So, but honestly, I think my favorite was probably Eviescape, just based off of like like I didn't really know how it would go because I never talked to him, and I don't know if he thought I was in like the HLC or something, because I have had some people that have obtained 200 mil all on the cast, and so it's like I don't know what his anticipation was for it. And like he also showed up with his face cam, and I'm like, okay, you clearly have never watched the Saeder cast. He has no idea who I am, really. I just asked him to be on it. And honestly, that was like one of my most enjoyed casts where I'm just content and I feel like it was content. I'm like, fuck, that was good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him.
I could see that. He seems like a really laid back, just super.
He's just brutally honest, but
Yes.
and like he's burnt from RS big time, but he doesn't make it depressing. He just somehow he makes it not depressing, even though it's an OSRS focused like podcast.
Yeah, so like the face cam thing is kind of funny because we're minor spoilers. We're filming Gillenor Games season 3, and so there's like 20 of us in Discord every week or whatever.
With Cam? Or
no, only him.
And
he shows up and he turns his camera on every time.
Dude, you know what? He's got a lot of confidence. I mean,
I love Evie. He's a good guy.
He's killing the weight loss too. He's getting after it. I'd be watching that. Good for him.
He's just a really energy. He's got a lot of energy, and I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, I love his tweets lately where he's like, smash. It's like on everything.
On your Zamarant's tweet.
Well, he does like for everyone. Like I see him like replies for everything. Someone like posts like their breakfast and he's like smash.
I'm a fan of the Eviescape Twitter. I was honored when he finally followed me.
Yeah, like if I met Eviescape in person, I feel like we'd be best friends. Like,
dude, we
are different. We are different, but like I can get along with people like him really easily.
I have a question. Like, what is the process that you go through when you A, determine who you want to have on the cast, and then B, go about asking them to be on the cast?
And C, why is QNeeks not on that list?
QNeeks has actually been on the list for probably like 9 months to just get on. But the thing is, he doesn't push at all. He hasn't ever mentioned it or anything. And I'm not going to lie, people that push and are really pushy eventually get on it. So I'm not, I shouldn't say that, but it's the truth.
You see,
it just
some annoying messages.
But I reach out to people, but now I've had people reach out to me. And I've even had people I don't even know who they are reach out to me. And I'm like, it's like flattering kind of, but I'm like, does anyone know who you are? Or are you just a player but just reach out to me on Twitter to be on it? Like, it's like,
I have over 700 followers and I'm in Soulless. If you would like to interview me for this.
yeah, and it's like, I would love to get brutally fucking honest, but no,
we are brutally honest here.
Send it, dude, send it.
No, but like, I would love to get a variety of guests on, even that aren't content creators, just to talk about stuff.
I love it personally when you bring someone on, because I listen to like almost all of them. So like when you bring someone on that I have no idea who the fuck they are or anything, I kind of like that, as long as they have some basis in something. You know what I mean? Like I like okay, this person has 200 mil. Oh, well, they're fucking crazy. Let's hear something.
Yeah. You know, I'm getting Randalicious back on. He actually reached out to me. He wants to come back on because he wants to talk about post 200 mil all life.
Oh my god,
like, that'd be kind of cool.
I was gonna say you should get like Link's Titan on, bro. Try to reach out to that guy.
Wonder me and T Papa getting the trio.
The trio cast.
That would be a party. That would be crazy.
Can you tell us who's on the docket for like the recent upcoming cast or what?
Like who's upcoming?
Mm-hmm.
I have Pure Spam. We've been trying to get Pure Spam on for a while, and
who's on before?
He hasn't been on. I've had like 3 PKers or something. Like I've had West Ham, Dino, and
I love Dino.
Manked.
Oh, so the normal PKers. Nice.
Not the PKers. Streamers who PK. Bro.
Yeah, streamers who PK. There we go.
Yeah. There's a difference there. You're right. But Pure Spam, like, I had my own difference with him just because he had somebody else play on his account, and so that was just a meme running. And so I'm like, yeah, that guy, like, he just has other people play his account for him, and he just wants to PK. And I'm just like, whatever. I moved up past it. I'm like, that's like the pettiest thing to be like.
That's a healthy mindset. I like that you move past
That's
it.
good. That's a very.
I mean, it's pretty easy to move past, but like, I also don't regularly watch him in the first place. I'll pop into his stream like every month or so for like a couple minutes, and I'll just say hi. But it's like, I just don't watch the guy. So then when I hear that, I don't watch him, and then he also has other people playing on his account, you just take that, you take the story and you spin it your own way because you already don't watch him and stuff. You're like, and so then now I can clearly see what people think about me. they hear one negative thing about me that I've done, and they never watch my stream, and they're like, oh yeah, fuck that guy, you know? And so then I'm like, yeah, let me take a healthier look and just be like, this guy's just a person.
Yeah.
Tanner, can you give us like a 2-minute rundown of what that negative thing is that people heard about you and why everyone hated you?
There's multiple things. There's multiple.
Yeah, what are you doing at Reddit, Mike?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I think everybody has something.
If this is real Base After Dark, I mean,
Send it.
okay, so there's a guy. I guess I'll just name him. It's B5. Anyway,
That is.
I'll try to like keep it somewhat brief because this is like clearly something nice for him for me to mention his name. But he was on the cast, and he was one of like the opposing views to the Rendy drama. Like back when Rendy was accused of like crashing worlds and shit. B5 was
the money duping real world trade stuff.
Yeah, and B5's in Summit, and he was like one of the people that was. He's pretty well spoken. He can have a good argument or something. And so on Twitter, he was just saying, basically, he was the opposing view to Rendy. He was like agreeing with Jagex and stuff and saying all this stuff. And they were kind of a part of it because B5 was also kind of in that circle of crashing worlds, kind of, and just like breaking the game. So I had him on the cast. And of course, then when the whole like drama happened with the, what was it, the Saeder cast art thing? He made a fucking Reddit post after watching my video. He made a Reddit post and it just said, Saeder from the Saeder cast uses Saeder cast or uses new art from this person and doesn't pay them. And that's like the title of it. And it's like incredibly misleading. It's a lie as well. But it's like he just made that post. And so then I didn't even know he made it. And so then I look and there's 300 fucking upvotes and there's just a bunch of people. Oh yeah, fuck that guy. Cause it's just like a misleading. It's like it was not even the correct information. No link to anything. And so then I DM'd him. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why did you post that? He's like, I thought you wanted the drama. I'm like, you're kind of a piece of shit for that. And then he was like laughing.
That's a massive piece of shit, dude. You're so right.
So anyway, he and I don't know if you guys know of a guy named Fraser.
No.
Is he the? I think I know that name.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Fraser.
Yeah.
I mean, thing is, like, I personally don't have anything. Well, I didn't have anything wrong with Fraser. I know he'd been a total fucking piece of shit on Twitter in recent years and stuff, and he had been banned and stuff, and basically every single JMod had blocked him on Twitter. And he wanted to be on the cast, and there was at one point in time where I was like, that'd be kind of cool to hear his take on shit, because he's clearly been completely silenced by everybody. So it'd be kind of interesting, be a very controversial cast, because he's clearly deeply offended a lot of people in the community. And so I always kind of debated in my mind, I was like, is this a good road to go down to get controversial guests on the cast? Because now at this point, I'm also making Saeder cast displates. Eventually, when displate will happen.
Mofo?
And we're still good. I switched scenes.
He's got the scene. Yeah, I think he was having issues with his internet yesterday, so it might be.
Oh, is it still buggy? Okay.
Yeah, no, I got.
Go on then.
All right, get rid of
This is
the
good content. Well, at least we don't have Dory popping up this time.
Yeah,
Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, go back. I want to listen to Saeder's story.
Sorry.
Go back. That was really good.
Yeah, so thank you. Basically, Fraser and B5 was saying, hey, when are you going to get Fraser on? And this is like in the same conversation as me calling him out through text. Like, dude, what the fuck? Why did you make that Reddit post to me? And then we kind of like progressed, because I've had B5 on the cast and it was a good conversation and I thought we were good. And then I looked at like his Twitter pro. He has like a couple alts that he just shit posts on, a bunch of weird cringe shit. And he like is kind of upset. Like him and a few friends of his are like really obsessed with me. So they talk about me a lot. And they like try to find clips of me and they try to like spin it. It's really weird. Yeah, anyway, weird. And the accounts have like 4 followers. So it's just like, who are you posting to?
It's like little Twitter gremlins. I know the type.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's some
anyway,
so
yeah. So B5 asked like, hey, are you willing to get Fraser on? And I was like, let me just talk to Fraser in a Discord call and I'll let you be in and on it, because clearly you guys are like in a partnership to get Fraser on the cast. So I called them the next day on a Discord call. First thing I said was, basically, B5, like, why are you going to delete that Reddit post? He's like, he's like laughing about it. I was like, I'm not fucking laughing. Like, what the fuck's wrong? Like, delete the fucking post, basically. Anyway, so that was like the first thing. I didn't want to take any bullshit, but Fraser was on, and then he started talking about some of the things he could mention on the Saeder cast. And I don't mean to like, and I'm not going to leak any of the DMs. That was the general sense, but basically not leak that. I wouldn't actually show any screenshot. I don't even have any screenshot, but it's like, I'm not going to say what was actually said in the thing, because I value people's privacy, even if I don't like them. But like, it appeared to me like Fraser is actually a sociopath. And like, I might just be getting the wrong vibe from him, but based off of a lot of prior evidence, it's kind of is like, yeah, he's kind of a sociopath and he's really into himself. So that's not to say I don't really like the guy, but I don't want him on the cast, basically. And so I told them like a few days later, I was like, first of all, I'm already upset with you, B5, and then you're trying to get Fraser on. And then I talked to Fraser and I was like, this is going to be a weird fucking cast, and you're really into yourself and you think you've never done anything wrong, and you're not going to really apologize about anything you've done in the past. So I'm just not going to associate. And then I saw some more posts from B5's alt account, and I just fucking blocked him from everything. And then he's been really obsessed with me, so now he's been like in my stream making alt accounts in my stream, like get the fuck out of my life. Like, you were on the cast, you were a cool person, and you're like a total sociopath piece of shit that's clearly just trying to rile me up and shit. So please stay out of my life. Like, anyway, so I don't know where the fuck that stemmed from.
Dude, wow.
Trust your gut on that kind of shit.
Yeah, I will say though, T-Papa, you know who B5 is?
No.
Tasty, you know who B5 is?
I don't know.
Kunix, you know who B5 is?
No, sir.
Like, no, what do you know who B5 is?
Heard the name.
Fuck you, bitch.
So, and I have also, and I have, it's a lot of people that like are like what you said, tasty gremlins. Like, I was in Olympus for a while, and I would deal with some fucking weirdos.
Is that what
that
you
were
were
very obsessed with me?
Is that what you're talking about when on our cast when I was talking to you about Saeder agenda, and you're like, yeah, some people think like I actually like do influence and they get all mad. Is that who you're referring to?
Oh yeah, they get really butthurt. No, but yeah, kind of that. But I just dealt with some weirdos. Like, seriously, people were making accounts that were like named me, and then they would die in the wilderness, but turn on the clan notification so it shows when people die, and it was like Saeder pedophile was killed for 73 GP, which is kind of funny. It all, you know, it's funny to make an account like that, but it's like,
yeah,
but it's like, dude, this has been an ongoing thing, and nobody's fucking laughing in the clan. It's just you doing it, and then like your two friends that are also in the clan are laughing, and everyone's just fucking space barring because it's cringe as fuck. Anyway, and then I dealt with a lot of crashing. Whenever I'd go live, I'd get some like fucking racists in there. They'd start posting shit, start riling me up, and I'm like, all right. So anyway, I'm just
that's just
I had to leave all that shit.
Health issues.
Well, yeah, I've heard people they hear like that, like, because I've heard people who probably just aren't educated on the whole thing talk about how you use your platform to influence the game in a way that makes it more playable for you, which I think that's probably a bad take, right? Like, you think Jagex is just gonna do whatever you want? Is kind of kind of
they basically they wait for your ramble before they make it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
those rambles are good, but
I don't think that you think you even have like that much power. Like, I don't think anybody would think that's kind of ridiculous to. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. But
yeah.
It's crazy that the people are like so violently obsessed with you in that sense. Like, I feel like if someone's trying to fuck with you, it's like, you know, all right, but maybe like spend a day or two if you're like in it, whatever, you know, the madness dies out. But like having that consistently still happen is just
the consistency is what screams like some sort of like brazen, unchecked mental health issue to me. Like, that's like what the fuck is wrong with people? I feel like the internet has given people like the avenue to pursue that more than they otherwise would have.
And they can find their circles that do the same shit, and so then they just start feeding off each other.
Build their own echo chambers. Yeah.
But you mentioned jokingly Solace, somebody from Solace.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a lot.
I was just memeing.
There are a lot of pieces of shit from Solace Clan. Like they actively say they are toxic. Like their clan title is "We're the most toxic elitist clan." I'm like,
what is it? Solitary? Is that
Solitary is the Iron PVM clan?
Solace is a skilling clan.
Is that it's a skilling clan.
Yep. People that go for 200 mil and
yeah,
like why do I love Fatty Z?
And it's not to say that, and this is the thing I hate is like when people just base anyone that's in a clan as they are all a piece of shit. I'm just saying there are a lot of people from the clan Solace that have a weird hard on for me.
It's like a worrying trend.
That's I'd say it's any clan, because like even like we meme about Oblivion or whatever, but there's some cool people who are like that we know or who we PVM with who are associated with that. Like it's not everybody. Just like I think T Papa just said, like, I know Fat Clouds is in Olympus. Like I love him. Most people love him. Like there's always like even in my like little small just casual PVM clan I'm in, there's some weird like sketchy like racist motherfuckers in there that are weird. Like it's all the way around the board. It's hard when you have like such a big group of people. There's always going to be a shitbag in there, or 2 or 3 or 4 or however many.
Yeah, no, I clown on like PVM clans all the time, but the main reason is because like when I first started playing RuneScape and I started like associating with those PVM circles, there was a large, like, unignorable number of, for some reason, a lot of Northern Europeans, a lot of Scandinavians for some reason, I don't know why, who, like, I would raid with them in voice chat, and they're just casually dropping the N-word, like, all the time. Like, they think it's, like, cool. And I'm just like sitting there like, all right, okay, this is a trio Cox. Like, I want to go home.
I want to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to even be aware because like I'm in just a small, like it's real casual, like it's not super sweaty serious. There's some gamers in there, but like I've been in voice calling there before and someone just drops some like just says some crazy shit. I'm just like, what? I was like, I just leave. I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't even want to be associated. It's like I'm not promoting this clan on my stream.
Oh, have you ever been in a stream where the stream conversation gets really fucking cringe and weird and the streamer's not controlling it and you're like, I need to leave this viewer list right now. Like, holy fuck.
I've seen that
I need to leave this viewer list.
Like, I cannot be seen here. I need to leave now.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of that like weird culture of being like, ironically racist or maybe even unironically racist probably came from people that used to do it when they played Call of Duty when they were in like middle school. Yeah. And they just haven't left that behind. Like they still have that weird like trauma that causes them to just seek that like need to be overly, like
edgy.
I don't want to just say edgy. And those people still exist because of that. And I feel like a lot of people, maybe this is stupid to say, but maybe other places aren't in the same place as America. And so like we went through our like, everybody in middle school did that stupid shit and said stupid edgy shit. And now it's like, it's more trendy in other places and more okay. And so other people
it boils down to a lack of self-reflection is pretty much always what 100%. It is.
I think there's also been people too, like especially in regard to other countries, it's a culture thing where like you said, it's not as prominent there, so they're not as like self-aware of it. Yep. But I feel like once people are made self-aware of it, they are going to refrain from it if they're a normal person.
Well, the people that are like our age still like doing that edgy kind of shit, it's because they have no capacity. They have like no capacity to go out and like try to better themselves in any way, so they have no experiences that will help them like grow. So they just kind of sit there and they like wallow, and it's the people that are like harassing you that just wallow in their misery and they just project it outwards.
Like, that's how they cope.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy, especially in the time of the internet, to just like you're just a dude behind the screen.
It's so easy.
Nobody knows who you are. You can just say shit and you're not getting punished. Like we have faces to our name, like to our usernames, right? Like if we say something like some crazy edgy shit like that, any of us would get fucking lambasted on like Twitter, Reddit, whatever, and like rightfully so. But like these people, they can say that kind of stuff, just go after Saeder or something like that. And what's gonna happen? Like
the Twitter gremlins,
anonymous
bro.
face,
nameless, faceless, no accountability.
Yeah. That's bad. That's not
That's
good.
true. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely true because I mean, I think all of us can say, you know, especially in our younger days, we were saying a lot more stupid shit. But I mean, that's just a maturity thing.
It's
Like,
also
I mean, like middle school,
was-
bro.
it was like a middle
Yeah.
school thing. Like
yeah,
people would
yeah,
You
you're
have
like,
no idea what you're saying.
you're in a
Yeah.
search and destroy lobby.
Yeah,
just
it was middle
fucking
school
going
COD
insane.
lobbies, is what it was.
It was,
Oh
yeah,
my
it's like
God.
freshman
Lobbies.
year of high school COD lobbies. Like,
Yeah,
And, like,
you know,
it's
it wasn't acceptable, but like
No,
it was.
I mean,
you know,
yeah.
we use it as a learning experience. You know.
I know Alfie got banned for saying the F word, like, you know. But it's
remember
like,
that, yeah.
and
I've seen
he
that
just said
clip.
like he was hanging around people that just said it all the time, so it just slipped out. And it's like, dude, in middle school, that was just saying idiot to people. Like you would just say that. It was there was never anything in the back of my mind that was
Dude,
like, this
in
is
high school, our coaches would call us that because, you know, you're not running fast enough. Like, run faster, but, you know.
So
like, it's
now I'm not saying
That's
it's
wild.
acceptable by any means, but like a lot of people just fucking grew up differently, and so they eventually will reach a stage. Hope they should have already reached it, but it's like some people just don't understand what they're saying.
You know what's interesting is like that definitely was kind of the culture when we were in high school, but it also amazes me how quickly culture has evolved. Like I have a younger
That's true.
sister who's in high school, and like that is not cool. Like nobody does that. You will be actively bullied if you are like that now. And that
100%.
happened in the span of
a good
like
thing.
7 years.
That's
it's definitely a good thing. But
great-
That's so
it happened
crazy.
quickly, a complete paradigm shift. And I think the proliferation of like people our age having the poor behavior and people like my sister's age in high school having the opposite behavior is like a correlation. They happened because of each other, if that
Dude,
makes sense.
You think of boomers. I mean, boomers were like the most prideful, like racist, sexist, homophobic
This is
people
the
of
way
all
it
time.
is.
Like they just were. Like seriously,
brother.
they just were. Like compared to our generation, it's just a fucking fact. And like it's if you grew up in a household like most kids, like what you're saying is like in the span of 7 years, a lot of kids now are just like aware and they will actively bully people that are being like pieces of shit. It's funny because like kids aren't racist or homophobic or like anything like that. They're just kids. They see everyone as just another kid. It's the parents that are like, oh, we don't like gay people or we don't. It's like, and then the kids like taught that. And it's like, Jesus. So yeah, it's a
I feel like
no one's born like racist, sexist, or homophobic stuff like that. It's just you're just impressed with those views upon like how you've grown up.
Adults.
People around you.
Yeah.
By adults.
Yeah.
Adults.
Environment is very important.
I was
and
gonna
all
say,
that.
yeah, a lot of
the
it's
environment now.
the people you surround yourself with, and yeah, of course, growing up too. But like, I feel like you surround yourself with people that are like-minded when it comes to those situations.
Yep.
And so
I mean, it's even down to the dumbest stuff. Like hanging out with you guys more, I'm more self-aware of how horny I am. Like 100%. So really, it's just with anything.
Because the
honestly.
orgies or what?
Whoa.
Tell about the orgies. What the fuck, T-Pop? Like, bro.
Where is
Yo,
Mofo,
we fucking
bro?
signed the NDAs on that. Come on.
Where's Mofo?
Mofo said CBA in the cast chat. I think
And then he went
he's having
offline.
internet issues.
Yeah.
I think
I
his
know
internet's dead.
I think it's back
Man.
on, and he just went to sleep.
Well,
oh, he's on mobile.
My
He's not mobile. Yeah, he's definitely out then.
does anybody else have a question for Saeder before we get into the Twitter? Because I have one more. I have one for him
Yeah.
as well.
Send it.
If nobody else
Go ahead.
does, okay. Well, first off, I have a personal question that was submitted to me. It wasn't even on the thing. Someone asked me to ask this. I won't name who they
say
are.
it's your question.
Yeah.
Some
Just say it.
private
my
person
friend's
that will not be
question.
listed. is-
I'm holding it for my friend. It's definitely
It's, yeah,
Oh
it's
my
saying
God.
it's,
Just assume it's from you.
who
Yeah,
is the
fine.
worst PVMer in the call right now, and why is it T-Papa?
Dude, you really want to do this right now, Qneeks? I will take it. Look, Qneeks looking all quiet, bro.
I thought he was gonna come after me.
Qneeks looking all quiet. You have an Inferno cave, so I'm immediately gonna go to the person who doesn't. All right.
Listen.
only 2 fire capers.
Why
Listen,
are you coming for my
T-Papa.
neck, bro?
T-Papa, you are the on the lowest tier of PBM stats. But guess what? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You want to know why? Because
it's
the
more
next
fun
time
to
I'm
learn.
on here, you're gonna be one of the top dogs because you're gonna work toward it.
Oh, hell yeah.
I honestly, I don't even look at people's stream and be like, "You're bad" or "You're good." It's just like I'm
Me
just
either.
watching at this point. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I think I used to kind of care about that when I felt like I needed to prove something. But as soon as you're just playing the game, it's like I don't fucking care.
I think it's cool to be good at the game. I think it's cool to be good at the game and not acknowledge that you're good. But it's very cringe if you acknowledge how, like, if you're that guy who is acknowledging and always talking about how you've done this and done that.
By the way.
like
tasty life.
By the way.
Somebody in here.
Continue.
Not
but
naming
even
any
in his
names.
defense, like, he never fucking, like, it's only a joke when he talks. Like, he's never gonna like interject. He'd be like, wait a second, I've soloed top.
Yeah, like
unironically. And like,
Are you not bringing
shit.
a buckler for your chins?
Oh God.
So, but anyway,
not the buckler
my other question
chins.
is how do we get Saeder to TwitchCon? Like, how do we make this happen? Like, we want you to be there. We want to meet you.
Please.
Does my camera keep flashing on and off?
Yeah, I keep
does,
seeing
it
green
does.
out, but like
It's
it
not a
comes back
ton,
to me.
though.
It's
Yeah,
you're good.
Don't change the topic. What the? Come on.
Yeah, we're getting you to TwitchCon.
I will put you in my
Whoa, that's
fucking luggage
weird.
if I have to,
That's
Saeder. I
right.
swear to God. I'll cut you in half and glue you back when we get to San Diego.
Listen,
I heard there was some type of conversation about you trying to fly to Nashville and then have me. They said you're nervous about flying. So can you explain?
I'm not
that?
nervous about flying. It's nervous about just leaving my fucking apartment and then going across the country somewhere where I don't actually have a car. I don't have a place. I'm reliant on people to take me everywhere.
Hey,
and I'm like,
you're with me. I have a gun.
It's like I'm gonna be just fully transparent. It's like I'm at TwitchCon now. And now I'm having to follow a person because they're my ride and they're my, like, they decide where we're going and shit. And so, like, I know I overthink these things, but it's like, that doesn't sound as pleasant as me going to a place that, like, I don't know, like, I have more control over. I feel like I need that sense of, like, control of, like, deciding where I want to go and not having to follow somebody for a few days and just feel kind of like a little, like, follower.
I
think that's a specific personality trait.
You go ahead. I'll play next. But you can go first.
I think you are overthinking it.
Yeah,
like, you don't have to follow anyone around. Like, you can Uber places. You can get your own Airbnb. Yep. You know, you don't have to necessarily be a follower. You just have to be comfortable with kind of like plowing your own way.
And the other one is like, sorry, like, just the other thing is, I know I'm going to meet up with people at some point, and I would really love to, like, I know this will cost money, but I'd also love to have enough money saved up for a Rune Fest, something that I truly would want to go to. TwitchCon, I don't really care about the actual event, and I would also love to meet up with people, but I don't think it needs to be like a super, like, $1,000 plus thing. It could just be like a based meetup or some other meetup where it's like way cheaper and we're only going to be hanging out with each other because that's all I want to do. I don't want to.
Our meetups are historically getting more and more expensive. We might have to scale this.
Hey, listen. Okay. First off, the last trip was Vegas, so it doesn't matter if we would have went by ourselves. It probably would have ended the same for all of us.
Yeah,
but
that's a good point.
I was gonna say, yeah, like, I don't feel like you'd be following if you're there because we're inviting you. Like, we want you to come. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like you could definitely get your own place. Like Tay said, you can Uber. And I mean, thinking about RuneFest, I keep saying RuneFest. Like, that's great, but
RuneFest is not happening this year, by the way.
Exactly. Well, yes. So that's not happening this year. And you said you want to save money. You have all of next year to save money for that. Because I think all of us are in agreement, especially us, that if it comes between RuneFest and TwitchCon next year, we're all going to go to RuneFest for sure, 100%.
Yeah. Cool.
Because we've already done TwitchCon. So I mean, I don't know. As far as the cost goes, I don't think it's going to be. I mean, the flight and the housing is the main thing. Like, there's no casino next to our compound we have. So
there is. It's like an hour.
We're not going to that reservation. We're not going to that reservation. I'm not getting in that car.
I think it's 48 minutes.
I'm not getting in that car.
See, Papa's got it fucking mapped out, bro. 48 minutes. You know.
I just figured one night, dude. One night and thinking. Never mind. We talk about it later. I wanted to know. Okay, I just wanted.
I'm not getting in the car, man.
We're talking about it. Never. That's not happening.
You'd be flying from Alabama too, wouldn't you?
Save your money for the restaurant.
It'd be about. The only thing that's the worst part for you would be the flight. Honestly, it's a 4 hour flight. I don't look forward to the flight either.
I don't know. I think
I think I get where he comes from though, because there's also not like a set itinerary, so you're kind of just like stuck in the open
Just
too.
floating
like,
with people. It's like,
Yeah, like,
damn,
You
this
got to be
fucking-
cool with floating.
Yeah, and that's kind of the hard part too. And like also the social battery, mine drains pretty quick, and I get in the same mood where I'm like, fuck, I just want to chill out, and I'm kind of
Yep.
stuck following around a group of people.
I'm literally
But-
with you where it's like, can we just go back to the fucking apartment already and just chill and
Yeah,
talk? Like,
I
damn.
value just hanging out way more than trying to trek around a bunch of different places, and I even just like not knowing who you're gonna meet. It definitely can be a bit scary,
Yeah.
but I feel like if you were to just go there and also just kind of be like, well, I'm here and I'm gonna hit up people I know, and if they're here, then I'm gonna Uber to them, and when I want to leave or if they want to go do something that I
Exactly.
don't want to, then I can
Yeah.
dip. So
And we I guess do have the privilege of kind of being the meetup spot, so we don't really have to like do anything or go anywhere. Like our house is going to be where everybody meets up for the most part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our two
No,
houses.
I'm flattered that you guys even bring this up. That makes me feel like wanted to be there.
We
and
want
that's a
you
good
so
deal.
bad, you
Yeah,
have
we
no
want you
idea.
bad to be there.
No,
Here's-
like,
that's-
I would
that's the
love
thing,
to
Saeder,
like,
I want to
there.
do drugs with you, and I want to tag team a girl with you.
All right, now he's not going.
Fucking
Now
said
he's
it.
Guess
not
we're going.
Hey,
Guess we're
and
going.
Bodie's gonna be there.
Yeah,
wow. Oh, bat chest.
Let's go.
Tasty, please make sure he shows up. Thank you. To word it better, like you can take the initiative. Like you can leave it. Like we got that place. It's just it's a big, like there's a lot of square footage. And
I'll let
there's
you guys
plenty of
know.
room for anybody. And like you said, you can get a smaller place outside of it. You can come when you want to. You can go if you want to take a day by yourself and go like explore San Diego. Fucking do it. Like we're gonna
I
be
don't
there
have
for
a
a lot of
place.
days. So hey,
I haven't got to be a
Nick, he's
You don't have
Nick
to
is
shack
the
up with
best.
me, though.
That's
He's
true.
the best.
Good roommates.
Nick is the best roommate. He's clean.
Oh, I know.
He might wake you up doing that fucking croaking shit, but
Yeah.
Dude, that
I
is
didn't
weird,
tell you.
bro.
I didn't
Sebe
say
was
so.
in my chat.
Sebe saw it. So Sebe, when we were in Arizona,
Was that the first time he croaked too? Was like right as
No.
I was there because he continued to do
That was the first time during the stream. Yeah, that was the first night.
When we were in Arizona,
That was glorious, by the way.
He
I thought
did
you
it in
were
the middle of the
faking
night.
Yeah.
It was like I think it was like 3 a.m. and he woke me up doing it, and I ran over and like went into like I have basic medical training. Like I was about to start like trying to give him CPR or do Heimlich, whatever. I thought he was choking.
Yep.
And then like I can't even do the noise. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever fucking.
Dude, I do that same thing. I do the same thing when I
weirdest
sleep.
things,
I
dude.
do the same
I
exact
like-
thing.
You do the croak?
Yeah, I do the
I
same
was
exact
like-
thing when I sleep. Mhm.
It just you scratch your throat when you sleep. I don't know. I was making a weird face in my subathon. The best part is that clip got put in like one fat ass like Twitch channel like compilation like Top Keck or whatever that cringe Twitch channel is. It gets like they have like 200K subs. And they put me in there, and I just like the chat in the top right. Sebe just puts like a question mark while I'm scratching my throat.
I
love it. And, like,
faking it. I was like,
Zoe-
Yeah,
just, like, trying to make up
I
shit.
was-
in your
I thought you
sleep.
were fucking with us. I was
Yeah.
like,
I
was- yeah.
I was like,
I
is
was-
he trying?
People thought I was farming in that clip. Like someone put it on Reddit, and they're like, "That guy is obviously awake," and I'm like, "No, I was asleep."
He was
It
not.
was the
dude.
I
strangest
was
noise ever. Just
asleep,
like,
like-
clearly awake.
Dude.
I was like 6 or 7 hours deep in a sleep after being live for
know,
almost
a sleeping
24
person.
hours.
Yeah, dude.
make that
I was,
noise.
dude, I was so scared when you did that because I was like, people are gonna think I fucking murdered you or something. I was like, oh, he's fucking choking, he's dying. I grabbed you, and then you like woke up, and you're like, holy shit. And I was like, are you okay? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, holy fuck. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, I did that one time at my. I had a friend in like middle school. I went over to his house. He has like
Holy
3
shit.
cats, and my allergies flared up. And I was doing it. I think I was like sleeping on the floor. He was in his bed, and I started doing it. And he's like, bro, are you okay? Are you having a seat? Like he literally he shook me awake. He's like, are you cool? And I was like, I'm itching my throat. I swear to God. Like, was I just making a noise? He's like, yeah. It's like, all right, it's fine.
Yeah, dude,
Just
that was-
scratch my throat.
I was concerned, but
Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I'd be a great partner in a B&B.
we gotta make it
will
happen. I'll pay for
I
your
will
flight.
say, like
honestly.
when we first went to like Tastegame, that's the first time I met up with like all these guys and all the other base people who showed up. Like I literally looked at like Airbnbs like a little bit away, like just in case like that weekend I ended up fucking hating everybody and needed to leave or something. I was just like, just in case, these guys all turn out to be a bunch of fucking twats or a bunch of weird ass dudes. I'm just gonna like sail out and just be like, sorry guys, I can't handle the pressure or something. But luckily they were pretty cool.
Meeting all of you guys was the most like stressed out I've been in a long time.
That's so
Like,
crazy. I
will
wasn't
never
nervous
forget.
at all. Like at
I
all.
was.
Yeah,
When I got to the door, when I remember I got to the door, I distinctly heard Ignoble's voice and Max's voice, and I was like, "Holy fuck, they're inside of this place." 'Cause I was the last person there.
I
And
love
then, like,
I love that part when you hear the other person's voice. You're like, oh shit, dude, we're together
This
now.
is them real.
Yeah,
real.
very strange.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" And I opened the door, and then all of them, every single one of them, are all there, and I was just like,
Oh hey.
ready to fucking fight you guys. I was fucking scared, but You would love
think
it.
we can all agree, like the most shocking part was like how not shocking it was meeting
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like how
And we ended up
normal
just
it
being
was.
cool.
yeah, like
Yeah,
just
like
turned
oh,
out-
I
you
feel
guys are pretty much exactly. Like it feels like this. Like we're just chilling.
It's
except we're
awkward
there in
for
person
like
around a fire pit.
maybe it's awkward for like 30 minutes to an hour maybe, and then it's just fine.
I
I'd
wouldn't even
say
say
it
30
feel any
minutes.
awkward
It
at
was
all.
just like, yeah.
It's pretty instant.
Saeder,
for
have
me.
you-
Because it's like you met all these people like virtually, right? You know them pretty like generally well.
Yeah.
So you just, the only thing you have to like get used to is like they're
The-
physically there in front of you. It's not
The
they're
lower
not,
half of their body
That
existing.
is true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Now that I think
Yeah,
about
Like,
it, yeah.
holy shit, you have legs.
It
This
was-
is crazy. I love that. Yeah, look at
Holy
that.
jeez, that's a whole leg.
He hit the T-Papa's thigh redeem.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Saber, have
My favorite moment when I was like, "Oh yeah, that's ignoble," is when he woke up 30 minutes after Marsa left, and he's like, "Did I miss Marsabun?" I was like, "That's ignoble."
Yeah. And now that I think about it, honestly, it was like just a few moments of me feeling kind of awkward, but yeah, I came back to it pretty quick. I think it was just a little more for me just because every single one of you motherfuckers was like 15 of you.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
true,
holy
that's true.
shit, that's whale. Holy fuck, that's a cold one. Oh my god, that's Tasty Life. This T-Papa Slice had the fucking black glasses on. I was like, holy fuck, this is insane. So
Yeah, I didn't recognize T-Pop when I first met him because he didn't have the glasses on, though.
Yeah.
No, he was.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so-
He had a very
Saeder,
distinct
have you-
look, and I'm just like, put the glasses on. I can't. Who are you?
What, Nick? Say Nick.
Saeder, have you met any of your friends from the internet, like from
Nope.
streaming? Or
Never,
you haven't?
not once.
No, not once.
Iron Man standalone.
Although I
Iron Man.
Although I did have a meetup with so my brother works at a place. I'm not going to dox him, but he works somewhere here, obviously. And his coworker, who's a girl, has a boyfriend that watched my stream. And so she also kind of plays RuneScape, and so she also watched my stream. Apparently she had seen my stream, and then my brother said to her at work that, yeah, my little brother streams RuneScape. And then they thought that was cool. And then somehow, I don't know how the conversation went, but they realized it was me. And they're like, what? And then we went and had dinner with them. So I actually met somebody that had initially met me from my stream. And then I go to dinner with them. I was like,
You're the celebrity in that situation.
this is
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. I mean, it was like a year and a half ago. So it wasn't quite as
Booming as
quite
it
as
was now.
famous now. But yeah, it was interesting. I was like, you guys already know who I am, and I'm meeting you for the first time. This is strange.
Do you think that not meeting any of the internet homies plays a role in the TwitchCon, like breaking that barrier at all, or no?
No, not at all. I would feel very
Like you're
comfortable
not-
meeting a lot of
okay.
people. Yeah. It's mainly like me paying to have an exhausting time.
Yeah.
That's
it's
what it
me
is.
being it's me being
really is.
exhausted.
Very
Me,
fucking
me
exhausting.
It's
forking
hard.
out,
Vegas, bro.
me
It's a-
forking out
okay.
$1,000, $2,000,
Here's what
though.
you do. It's a
and
business
then being
trip.
exhausted and being
It is a
stressed
business
out
trip.
about certain
That is
things.
true.
Like,
You can't
Write
expense
it all
it.
off. Yeah.
But here's the
Business.
thing, like, yes, it's exhausting, but the memories that you'll make from it are very worth it.
And
I will
that's-
never
yeah,
forget
yeah,
Base Vegas.
Yeah,
Twice.
Vegas, like the entire time there, I was suffering, and as soon as I got back, I was like, "Damn, I missed that shit."
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Base
Love
San
that.
Diego Zoo is gonna pop off, dude. You gotta
Oh, it's
come.
gonna be good. Man.
Who's ending
sure.
who's ending up with the gorillas, bro? Who's ending up in that pen?
T-Papa, 100%.
Yeah.
It's him. He's gonna get too
I'm
curious,
down.
too close, and he's gonna get too high. And it's gonna fuck
Did you
up.
guys see the video? Did you guys see that recent video of the orangutan that grabbed that guy?
I did. That was
Yeah.
terrifying.
Snatched him?
Leg?
What happened to that
That guy was-
guy? Is he,
that guy
is he
was-
chilling?
He's okay, but I
Yeah.
know that I know orangutans. I believe they have huge hands because they're always swinging and grabbing those like big
Yeah.
thick pieces of tree. And yeah, I believe it's like 10 to 12 times like their grip is stronger than a human. So like it might not look like much, like when he grabs that dude, but like he's got your ass. Like I wouldn't be able to break free from one of those bastards, and there's no chance. Like that's thing's got to fucking.
When he grabbed my shirt, I would have just took my shirt off, right?
Like, that's what everybody said. Everybody says that until fucking orangutan has a hold of you.
You can't think straight. Yeah, you're like, holy fuck, get me away.
That's
because he was quick. He was quick with it. He's literally, but
yeah. The one thing, sorry, Seth, keep going.
I was just gonna say, if you don't have anything else, I was gonna pull this up so we can answer at least some of it.
We're good through this like an hour ago.
We always do this.
I just want to continue on like just like on that the thing before the orangutans ripping people's shirts off, but like I've definitely thought about it before. I'm like, oh man, like this will be an expensive trip, or but like. I hate to be like free spirited, but like money is a social construct type thing. It's like I'm sure you'll make the money back at some point. Like it's not as big a deal, and I feel like the memories now are super worth it because all these trips that might have been expensive that have kind of been a little painful for the bank. I remember it as I had a great fucking time, and now that I look back on it, I'm like I'd spend that shit like over and over again.
Also, each time I've come back from one of our trips, I come back to like more viewers because like they liked us interacting, and like my followers have gone up. Like I come back to more. It's so weird because they see us interacting. They like that we're friends or whatever, and then the people in Prison Joe stream want to watch me now, or people in my stream want to go watch Prison Joe, and it's I don't know, when we have fun, we have pictures, it spreads. It really does.
It's definitely true. Like there's people like the collaborative content, like any of the IRL streams I've did with other. Just even RuneScape streamers are always really good. Like people, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those very rare things. So when it does happen, like our views, like that's just something a little different. Obviously, we're not gonna do it every day, but in moderation, it's definitely good. And to piggyback off Ignoble, yeah, for sure. Like it costs money, but none of us have any kids. At least I don't know of. And
I haven't met mine yet.
None of us are married except for T-Papa, and his wife makes more money than him.
Nice.
So,
also, T-Papa,
what are we worried about?
Is your wife a real woman, or is like
she's real?
I'm gonna find out pretty soon, bro. I'm gonna find out in like a month or so. So I'll let you guys know if she's real.
You're gonna open the closet. It's gonna be this doll just like this.
It's gonna be a
dude. What are you gonna do when you come into my room in Whistler and I'm just like blowing up a doll like?
I'm mentally
Hold on, Annie's not ready yet.
Already.
The whole gang is here.
I'll set a place for her at the table. Like I respect that, she'll get a plate.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh.
All right. You can filter through the good Twitter questions if you want.
All right. Do you want me to do it or someone else want to do it this time?
I don't have it up.
I have it up. I'll do
You
it.
got it. You do the good ones.
All right, you can start with at least one.
I can knock one out real quick. Uncle says, "Cat girls?" ?
Yeah.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's a question for Saeder. I don't know, Saeder. What does Saeder think?
I'm not
Obviously,
really,
yes. He had him on.
Yeah, I mean, cat girls are. It's just like any other girl. I just don't see anything more. I don't see anything better about a cat girl versus a non-cat girl.
But you don't see anything worse.
No.
Nice. There you go.
W. Good take.
I like this question. Shout out to Greg. He loves the cast as well. Always shout out to Greg. But he said, for everyone, if you could be remembered / recognized for one thing within the community, what would you want it to be? That's a good question.
Saeder, you first.
You want to think about it?
I would just probably say, just remembered as like. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to phrase this question like 8 or like let's say a decade from now. But then it's like everyone's already moved past this. But I don't know. I think a decade from now, I would like to have been known for like open conversations with people in the community, just getting to know people, long form conversation. I think it's cool to be a podcast host and just get to like talk to people. So
I think you like already achieved that.
Yeah, I was about to say not the dick ride, but yeah, you've definitely. I think you've already. I mean. You had Bodie on your podcast, not the dick ride, but that's
that's pretty fucking sick.
I just remember.
I think we're good.
I just remember how quick that just happened so quickly. I was like thinking, 6 months into the podcast, I'm like, dude, imagine having Bodie on the cast. Like, oh, that's really far away, and it's like it's already happened. It's like, what more is there? I just retired.
It was great too. I listened to all of it. It was actually
that was a great talk.
That was so good.
Yeah, he's a really just good talker, and he can carry a cast.
He's built different.
Yeah, because there have been other other podcasts RuneScape related that have come gone. I don't know, maybe you're still going, but maybe because I'm closer to you / the other creators who tend to be on your cast. But to me, I hear about your cast all the time, every week, new episodes, stuff like that. But the other podcasts that do exist, not to put any of them down. I don't follow anyone. I don't hear about them anywhere near as much as I'm tied to yours.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have the widest reach. And I think one of the biggest parts is how consistent you are.
Yep.
You put out a new episode pretty much every week. And if there's anything I've learned, that's
key.
Number one to growth is consistency.
Yeah.
Very key. Anybody else
your
want to?
Your podcast is definitely the most ubiquitous.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to answer that question? I guess I'll go. Unless you want to go. Honestly, just for me, one thing to be remembered for, just chaotic energy, really. Chaotic energy, just fun, just off the wall, crazy. I just never know what you're gonna get kind of thing when you come into the live stream. I don't like having a set script or something that I feel for a while I felt like I've talked about it recently, I felt like I had to be locked into some crazy grind for people to watch me, and I've just learned that just doing what you want and trying to be as unique as you can, and just full sending the energy, really. Because I do, like you said, we've talked about sometimes you watch live streams and people just don't have the energy, or it doesn't feel like they want to be there, I guess.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
They just turn the camera on and they're just there, and that's just not something I want to be remembered for. But
I would say this hasn't even really been a goal of mine until recently, I would say. But I don't know, I want to be remembered for just growing and uplifting the community itself, making RuneScape kind of a bigger name and giving light to creators that I think are deserving of being bigger.
I think it's definitely one of the things when I talk to people about you is that you don't give a fuck if you're talking to me or Bodhi, you're gonna treat us the same. You're not you don't, because you don't have to. Max never had to fuck with any of us. He really didn't. He didn't have to be friends with us. His community and his reach is way more than all of us by 5, 6, 7-fold. And he's the homie. So
I try to
the only
make
reason
it
I hang out with you guys is for the clout. Yeah. I fucking hate you guys. I don't even like you guys. I'm just here for the clout.
But that is so you cannot say Mr. Tasty Life is not humble, even though he did solo
he's
top.
The best.
I solo top, by the way.
He did.
I just gotta say, it is a special trait to be able to bring a community together, and you have that. It's something very rare. I've noticed is
thank you. That's
able to just kind of
a high honor.
Lead a community. It's not just a regular person can do it. It takes something special. I don't know what it is exactly. It's a lot, but well done.
I just press go live.
You're also very consistent, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Ever since you started, it's been consistent.
It's been a learning curve for sure. It's been tough, but compared to I had to wake up at 5 a.m. and go do something I fucking hated for 8 hours a day every day. This is I'll take this any day, bro.
I know.
That'd be what I call mine. The memorance is inconsistent chaos is what
there you go.
I call it.
Oh no, I guess I would say if I had to. Oh, sorry, Ignoble. I didn't mean to. I would say.
He's here for fuck Ignoble.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, I
got it out the way. I said it. I fucking said it.
I just want people to think that I love RuneScape and I had fun because I do. That's it. Fucking, it's a good game. I'm addicted.
I would.
The only reason I started streaming was because I was just playing too much RuneScape. It was I gotta choose one now. I only
it
play.
Sounds shitty to just say I just want to be remembered for having fun, but really that's what I'm getting at too. That just enjoying live streaming, not just being there I'm just live streaming because I need this, that, or this. Just fucking sending it and that's one thing in the podcast to talk about that again with Bodhi and Saeder is Bodhi talked about a lot is do it because you're enjoying. Why are you streaming if you're not enjoying it? Why? What are you doing? And I didn't really know that side of him, and that was really I definitely felt that all the stuff he said in regard to that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking Bodhi's on top for a reason, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, he's extremely just very humble about it too. Like he's like, I don't give a fuck, you know. Just I like streaming. You can definitely tell. Like I've been watching his videos, like the ones he's been putting out, and it's just he's just having a good time.
I've been loving those videos.
Yeah.
Like it's inspired like some of the videos
Yeah.
I'm gonna release in the future. Just like watching him have fun. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, you can tell he's thoroughly enjoying himself, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. He fucking was playing Trouble Brewing for 14 hours a day. Like, how the hell is he having? Like, what the hell? Sorry, Ignoble, but like, what the hell, bro?
Hey, dude, there's like 30 collection log slots from Trouble Brewing. Is all I'm gonna say. That's fucking nuts.
True,
it is nice.
Green log awful good. Yeah.
I guess for me, like what I would want to be remembered as is like somebody who's like multifaceted, I guess. Like I know we have a lot of fun, like in the stream, we laugh a lot. You know, I want to be known as like having a funny side, but also a little bit more on like the serious side, but also being able to have that conversation with people. Like maybe I feel like it's happened less often more recently, but like way back when I used to have like, not, I wouldn't say deep conversations, but like serious conversation about like serious topics with people. And like, that's some of the most fun I've had is like being able to, you know, switch on and off from just, you know, joking around about a bunch of shit, but then also being able to talk about like some serious topics. And I just hope that entertains some people. That's all I want to be known as.
This like podcast has been probably the most quote unquote serious one we've done.
Oh,
yet,
by far.
This is one of the most interesting by far.
Oh yeah,
like without a doubt.
Yeah, agreed. I noticed the same
And
thing.
to get a little serious every now and then on the After Dark cast, you know, just every now and then. Nick, of course, you want to be remembered for the proper emote usage. Go ahead.
No, definitely not me bitching about emotes being used. I do not care. I think if I had something
sure
I'd want to be remembered by, if I had something I wanted to be remembered by, would be me going from being an absolute shitter to hopefully becoming a higher tiered player, and not one who talks about it, but just someone that you've been able to see progress through every rank, whether it's on my iron or starting on my main, whatever it is. Just seeing my gameplay switch from being so bad to being hopefully a lot better.
That's fair.
I've already seen it.
Persevere. You persevere, and that's like the important part. Is just
definitely
consistently trying to get better.
Yeah,
because I feel that too. Like I want that too for myself as well. Like I feel myself like I'm not going to talk about it. I'm like I've gotten so much better, but I can feel myself with certain pieces of content because you know RuneScape it's a repetitive rhythm game. Like the more I do certain stuff, the better I do notice myself getting better at it. It is a good feeling. And it's better for your streaming too, because you can pay less attention to the games and more to interact with people.
That's literally the main reason you get better, so you don't have to be as good.
Yeah, you can fuck off when you're live.
That is true.
See, I was asked like on some episode of the Saeder cast, they were like, "How do you deal with backseaters?" I'm like, I don't honestly deal with backseaters. Like I just don't, because I guess I'm just a little bit better than the average player, and so like a lot of my viewers like. And that's a good state to be in, because I just don't deal with that shit. Now it has happened, but generally I just take it as good advice. I'm like, thank you. Like
I feel like with the way you approach stuff, I don't know. Like I literally was watching you like record you doing a clue, and you read it at like 4 times to be tick perfect. I don't think anybody's gonna backseat it. You're like, oh, I missed a tick there. I gotta go back and pretend I'm redoing this step. I gotta do it.
I feel like everybody knows your like resume. Like it's a tough go if you're gonna go into the Saeder live stream and try and backseat this man doing clues. It's just not. Yeah. What are you doing?
Going back to the worst player, it's probably T-Papa. Sorry, but the best player in the call, I would say without a doubt is you, Saeder.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you're definitely the best player in the call.
Thank you. And I mean, it's literally just being forced to do content. Being an Iron Man's the only way I could get any better. I mean, it's the same with. I mean, I'm assuming, Max, if you played an Iron Man, you would just probably be really fucking good at everything because you just have to do it. I know, but it's just
sounds like a lot of work.
Chill. You gotta.
I'm just saying, because I was forced to do solo raids, because I was forced to do TOB, because I was forced to do everything. It's like you just learn it, and everything just compounds.
You're very humble at how good you are. Like you are an incredibly good player, and I think that kind of like confidence when someone comes in and tries to backseat you, like you're better than that person, so it doesn't really get to you that much, if that makes sense. You know, it's like
there. I mean,
in the chat.
Listen, so
like, okay,
Exact came into my stream like month 3 of my stream, and I was doing solo raids, and I was pretty good at them. I felt like. And then I had this guy just named Exact come in. Nobody knew of him at this point, like maybe a few people. And he just comes in and he starts giving me advice. I'm like, all right, bro, like, cool. Like, cool, bro. All of a sudden, I see him like a month later soloing or doing a no pillar Inferno and soloing on his pure like TOB and shit. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like that. Not a great look. Not a great look at all.
Yeah, I like you do like it's not a bad idea to keep an open mind to backseater sometimes because like statistically you're probably getting better than like 98% of the people that come in, but there are 2% who probably have like a good advice to give you.
Yeah,
and there's kind of important to, like,
that's the cool
check
thing.
The ego sometimes and be you're right, like that's good advice.
Yeah,
I've been running into Tob and someone says like, "Hey, get this." I'm like, "Oh shit, thank you." That was I will point out that I was like, that was a useful backseating moment.
See,
Thank
almost
you. Like,
almost all the
that out.
backseats I get are like, "Thank you, I needed this," or like, "I need this," and that's a nice thing.
I like to just ask like, do you have a Zuck helm? And then boom, I like I go straight to, do you have a Zuck helm? All right, now okay, let's talk. Like, what am I doing wrong here?
You can definitely do the self-deprecating route. Like I've ran into Tob before, and like my inventory is just everywhere, and they're like, "What is that fucking inventory?" I'm like, "Have you watched this fucking stream before, guy?" And they're just like, "No," and I'm like, "Well, then shut up."
Yeah, that's a good approach. I definitely take that.
Yeah, you see me play this game.
Have you been watching me do this? Yeah, like you see me in the Inferno. Like, do you think this is something I do a lot?
I mean, I think anyone who's been streaming or even playing for a while, like at least among all of us, there's been a positive growth in terms of our gaming abilities.
Oh yeah.
There's no way, like when I first started playing RuneScape, like old school, like I thought that I'd be doing stuff like Inferno, right? Inferno was just like this crazy wild thing at the end that is just like gamers and shit do. I'm just a simple Iron Man fucking farming irrits or some shit like that, you know? And then like to finally get to the point where I can say that, you know, I'm like I have multiple Inferno KC and I want to. No,
it's like, true though, because if you look at it, how many people have bought an Inferno cape, like, or people who have given up, and not do, like, regardless of how you go, even if you got a full Justicar SGS 4-hour cape, I don't care. However you got it, Yep. Good for you. That's obvious. I know some people don't feel that way, but capes.
What blew my mind the most when I got my first cape is like when I realized how shit I actually am. Like how good people can fucking get. I'm like, I have an Infernal cape. I'm so sick. And then like Cold One comes out and fucking solos top on a hardcore. And I'm like, oh, I kind of suck. It's like when you get good, the better you get, the worse you realize that you are.
Yeah.
Watching AddyCon speedrun the Inferno makes me realize how shit I am in this game.
Oh, insane.
You watch.
We talk about this once a week.
I don't mean like, listen. I don't mean to call out certain people, but the way like Addy does his Inferno versus almost anyone else I watch that's even really good. I'll just bring up Jimbo, for example. He's fucking fantastic at the Inferno. But when I watch him and when I watch AddyCon is just fluid as shit. It's like you're not worried. When I watch anybody else, and I'm just bringing up Blowpipe, of course, because he's another one of those streamers that does it often. It's like, nah, there's a little bit of clunkiness going on. You don't feel like he's got the precision that AddyCon has. AddyCon is like slick. He's just fucking dude. He doesn't misclick, dude. He doesn't fucking misclick. I'm like,
fluid's a very good word to describe his abilities. Like
you just watch him and it's like, this looks fucking easy. And you watch anyone else do it and you're like, okay, whoa, he's like, making this.
It looks mechanically beautiful, you know? It's just like you look at it, you're just like, oh,
he doesn't feel like
it makes sense.
Precise.
When I watch anyone else, it feels like they're reacting and he's just doing it, you know?
He's making the Inferno bend to his will.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like,
yeah.
Jimbo is fucking insane. Like, he has a sub 50. That's incredible.
That's very
AddyCon consistently sub 50s.
Yep.
Like, he's got like 30 sub 50s. Yep. It's insane. Like, it's just next level. It's kind of crazy.
No, he is an absolute animal. And I just really hope one of the things I kind of worry about is if a streamer's getting like enough financial support to maintain streaming. Like, and I just say that because like AddyCon is such a fucking pillar of the community, in my opinion. Like he's someone that if he left, like we would know. It's like, damn, fuck. But like, I also feel like maybe he's at the point where he's maybe like needing to find another avenue of revenue because he just doesn't get it as much. And like I see that with streams, like there's some streams, like a lot of it is just being funny and loud gets you a lot more financial support, you know? And so I like hate to say it, but it's like I really want Adicon to stay, and I just feel like he's so deserving. Like if I were to say of anybody deserving of support in the community to continue, it's Adicon, because he's a fucking pillar of the community. He's been streaming for years consistently, and he really cares about the game, and he's really fucking good. And I would hate to see him go because of just like not enough support. So
yeah, I think it's tough for content creators that are like him who that is their content. Like, cause I think we talked about it when me and you spoke on our cast. Like, you get to that point to where you can do the content in the game and you can do it at, you know, an acceptable level. And then there's that higher level where like the differences are so small. Like you talked about Jimbo, he's amazing, right? Yep. And then you talk about Addy's better, but like the difference, like you can barely see it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when they're at that level, giving the game that much attention, it is harder for them to generate revenue as a streamer because they're giving more to the game than I guess to the community, I guess. And I'm sure like they don't want that. It's just that if you want to be that good, you can't sit there like me and fucking ramble on and read every chat, and like you can't do that. So it's definitely tough, but he deserves it for sure. You're right.
I will argue about one thing in that sense is like on Twitch as a streamer, you're an entertainer first and foremost, right? Yep. It's like you're like, even if you might be a great player at the game, there are some great players out there who might be awful streamers, right? Because they might not have a personality that you want to watch. So like, to me, it does make sense to like, you know, the people who are loud, funny, a little more along those sides of things do get more compensated for that, because Twitch is the avenue to be that. You know, you're an entertainer. You're not like, obviously there's like, you know, the gameplay and stuff matters a lot. The ideal streamer is someone who's really good at the game, but also, you know, also loud, funny. But like, it does suck, but yeah, you might not be as financially rewarded for being good at the game compared to being loud and funny.
I think you hit that on the head. I think the best streamers, the biggest streamers, for the most part, all of them have both those things. Great personality and pretty solid gameplay. Like they have both those things just leveled out, and the consistency and backing where they've been doing it for years.
I just
like all three of those things. And
I totally agree with you guys. I just basically want to state like, it would suck to lose Adicon is what I'm trying to say. So like, if people understood,
to piggyback off of Ignoble, like streaming is not fair. Like it's not necessarily a fair job.
Not at all.
Interaction breeds revenue. Like if there's one thing I've learned, interaction breeds revenue.
Yeah.
Also, being good looking. It just fucking helps.
It actually is true.
It's just
like if you look at all the top RuneScape streamers, they're all pretty fucking good looking.
Yep.
Any streamer at all.
Even
Bodhi. That's why Bodhi was at the top the whole time, you know?
Yeah, Bodhi's fucking handsome.
He's a handsome guy, yeah.
He's a handsome guy.
It's just not fair. Honestly, it's just not fair.
He's handsome. He's funny. He's fucking good at the game, you know?
You want to take it? This question's pretty good. It's less away from RuneScape and the seriousness. We can take a step back. This is from Mr. Friendzones. Large shout out. Really cool guy. Really great guy. If you could relive and change one thing about your last sexual experience, what would you change?
I would actually have sex.
Yeah.
That would be me.
The last time I just got a blowjob because she was super Catholic. It was like 4 days ago, and it was fucking. Man, so unfortunate.
Man, she's listening to this right now. Like, fuck this guy.
I hope not, dude. Oh, that'd be bad. About to get an angry text from me, dude.
Oh man.
You said you would actually have sex. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, like hoping she would want to. I guess I can't really go back and change that, but it would have been nice, you know.
Nick?
It's probably been a while, but probably reverse Uno and not have sex with the person I had sex with.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to wash your sheets, bro. You have to
yeah. Oh wow, that is holy shit. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I definitely would undo that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good call.
Yep. That's all I gotta say about that one.
Papa?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm married. I have great sex multiple times a week. I don't know what to say.
That doesn't count for T-Papa. That's a bad question for him.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a good one for him.
Yeah.
No, but your
sorry, guys.
last sexual experience, what would you have changed? We want to know, man.
Oh, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
more butt stuff. I don't know.
There we go.
Wait.
Branch out, branch
No
out.
more.
Hold
She
up, hold
listens,
up.
bro. She listens.
Are we talking butt stuff for you or for her?
Bro,
Jay? We going GC style or what?
Hey, man, my lips are sealed, bro. My lips are sealed. I can't say anything on the matter.
JC saying that was probably the hardest I've laughed on here is when
Dude, that
like,
was
that
dude,
story went that
incredible.
way.
Dude,
and
he
then
told
in
me
this-
that. He told me that. We were just me and him one morning at like 6 a.m. and we were just playing fucking RuneScape in the Discord. He's like, dude, I have a crazy fucking story to tell you. And I was like, what? And then he just goes into that. Well, it segued, but yeah. And I was just like, he's like, dude, you should tell that story. You're a great storyteller. And like immediately I was like, oh my God, that's going on Based After Dark. That was so good. And I made sure we talked about it.
Yeah, just a part where she's sitting on him just butt naked.
If you don't know what we're talking about, yeah, go to the Jake C one. It's so good.
Go to the Jake C one. Yeah, I won't spoil it. Go watch the Jake C podcast. It's hilarious.
That was incredible.
For that part alone, or just the first hour, we got crazy. Like we went in hot, just getting wild. We got real sexual on that.
We started hot on that one. That was a good one.
My last experience, though, pretty simple. I would have pulled out. But go ahead, Ignoble.
Wait, why? Did you have to buy her plan B?
Go ahead, Ignoble.
Holy.
Nice.
So about those kids running around prison, Joe, you want to tell us? Man, probably for me, just not be as fucked up when it happened, because
What does that mean?
yeah,
bro?
you know, I was like really fucking wasted, and I was just like,
Okay.
yeah. Somebody didn't want to.
I thought you were saying like you're emotionally fucked up or something.
No.
He was in a dark place.
Right? You think I'm just like sitting there naked, just crying, just like. Oh.
Dude, we got to table this real quick. Or like for the future, we have to talk about good Tinder stories because I was fucking dying when Hamilton was talking about Tinder on your Top Tuesday.
Oh yes, yeah. Tinder is it's a wild
I feel like
app.
every Tinder date is a story too. Like I can tell every single one I've been on as a story.
It's like I said.
You know
It's
what?
like I
We'll
said.
save it
Tinder.
for Kamsicast.
Yeah, Tinder is.
That'll be good.
Honestly,
man.
I've not used Tinder in forever, but when I did use it, I can like sum it up as acting like you like somebody for 5 hours just to have a few minutes of sex with them that you regret. That's literally more than half of Tinder experiences I've ever had. But that's just me. But Saeder, do you have
Chalk
anything?
up like, all right, I'm saving up like this coffee date, this dinner date. All right, I'm saving up the money for this. Like this sex is going to cost me exactly
punch card.
$55.
He's like, we have been on 2 dates. This third punch card indicates your vagina is mine.
All right, maybe I should stop sharing this with you.
2007 Scape Redditor, bro.
So, I'll just preface this by saying I grew up religious, and so sex before marriage was seen as the devil, you know.
Oof.
So I'll just get that out of the way. But a girl I dated in college briefly, she had high gums, and I have a thing with mouths. What?
You can like see her gum.
littler
high gum.
Piles a lot of gum.
Yeah, a lot of gum.
Yeah.
I don't like that either. I'm a big.
And I feel bad about it because it's genetic. I mean, you can't fucking control it. But I have a really big thing with mouths. That's a big part of attraction for me.
What
exactly does that mean?
Yeah,
What
I like
does
it.
that mean,
Agreed.
though?
Agreed. Though.
I do not
attracted to
want. I do
mouths?
not want to put my mouth on that mouth. I need.
But you dated this girl.
Yeah, briefly. And when I say date, I mean like
Went
in
on
a
dates.
religious
Is this the last girl you
dating.
had sex
Like
with?
it's
Okay,
very like polite.
Oh yeah.
We'll just
That's
say.
whack.
And so it's like
Yeah.
makeouts and shit. It's like that's kind of what you do. And so
I'd rather go home.
yep, kind of fucking sucks growing up that way. But anyway, so this girl like she was texting me to like go make out, and we had briefly kissed and I didn't enjoy it. And I'm just like, I need to end this because I'm actually like getting sick thinking about making out. And this sounds fucked up, but it's because of like the small teeth and the high gums. And it wasn't even that bad, but I get really picky and I'm like, fuck. And
Dude,
so
I can see
basically
Save like that too, 110%. I just like I picture that.
it's
funny.
like I just feel so fucking bad because it's an uncontrollable feature of somebody but just an uncontrollable thing that somebody has.
Yeah, I don't feel bad at all. That's just what you liked and you didn't
I
like,
do
bro.
feel bad because some people probably have that, and
I have several
the fact that you
friends
can't control it is just
who like mouths and teeth specifically are important to them. I don't particularly care about that, but like I think that's a common thing.
Yeah, it's your preference, you know.
Yeah,
you like what you like, you don't like what you don't like. Are you the kind of guy that carries around like hand sanitizer at all times?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I will
I
piss.
was trying to gauge like
You like
trying to
wear
gauge
masks,
the level.
dude? God damn it!
I'll take a piss during my stream and they'll be like, "Did you wash your hands?" And I'll be like,
dick hands.
I didn't fucking touch my dick. I don't touch my dick when I pee. I just
what?
Wait, you just free ball
You
it?
just
You
like
I do too. I don't touch it
You just
usually.
hover
Yeah.
the toilet.
Really?
Yeah.
I wash
You
my
guys
hands
touch
before
your
I
dick.
pee. I don't want to.
Because
Well,
my
I
dick
guess-
like hangs off to one side. If I just fucking piss,
Yeah,
it'll go
true.
like
I've
I don't know.
been
I'm
pissing on
gonna
the
stand
floor.
like
I guess
45
I
degrees
guess
to my
point
toilet,
down.
bro.
It's getting a little
Captain
sweaty
Hook.
down there if it's sticking to
Holy
his side,
shit.
dude. You gotta just like
Sticking
you gotta
to
get
his
breathable
side.
underwear.
all the jerking off.
You got that left
made to
leaner?
kiss you.
No.
All
I'm saying is if-
but okay.
You just mentioned if I'm a clean freak, absolutely not. But if I'm in a
Okay.
public restroom, I'm washing my fucking hands because that
Oh
whole
yeah, for sure.
area
Oh, yeah,
is
for
just
sure.
covered in urine.
Also, I like a nice public restroom when it's like surprisingly clean and nice. I like
yeah.
washing my hands in
Oh
there.
yeah,
my
and like
God, I love
you
that.
take a little. I don't know if you guys breathe through your mouth in the public restrooms, but it's very pleasant when you just kind of like test the air. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
this actually
It
smells
smells clean.
good. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
You guys ever? You go to those like public bathrooms that are so dirty, you feel like your hands are getting dirtier when you wash them.
Oh
Yeah.
The soap dispenser.
Yeah.
You push the door open, you're like, it's all over. That was for nothing. I just touched the door. Like this, there's no way.
dude.
Literally,
One time,
go
go
ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, like one time I was in this gas station, or not gas station, a rest stop restroom,
Oh.
and
Those are
there was no paper towels, of course, and so I pressed the water thing, and there was this goo when you press the water thing up. Anyway, I rinsed my hands. I wasn't gonna fucking touch it. So, have you ever done like the full leg lift onto the sink to turn off the water? I should have just left it running, but I felt too
I would
bad.
leave it running.
I have.
bro.
No.
Fuck
Yeah.
the environment, bro.
It-
Fuck
I mean, the
environment.
water was just blasting. I was like, I can't just let this fucking.
My
go
personal
on.
comfort comes before the state of the earth. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but it's just
No, I did the full leg
Soundbite.
lift over, boom, just smash it down. Like,
that's kind of cool though.
I don't know.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I use like a urinal in a public place, I never touched the like.
oh, it's always the
handle thing. I
foot.
just- Yeah, no, like,
Oh,
or I'm just saying, like, not for the door, but for like the little
top.
push handle thing. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you just press it down,
The
or
flush,
you push
right?
it with
The
your.
flush.
Yeah,
I'll
never.
do like the wrist. I'll do like the wrist sometimes.
I do the
Or
wrist.
yeah, if you
Wrist
mean like a
guy.
toilet,
the elbow.
yeah, I will never touch a toilet handle either.
Oh yeah,
definitely
if it's a
foot.
urinal, it's like right here.
Yep.
It's like
Or like a
press it, and I'm like,
sleeve
all
or
right, fuck, and I
something.
rub it on my
Yes, dude,
pants.
man.
I'm
Yeah,
like, I
definitely,
don't
Sam.
want to know.
I don't
what
care how
just
clean it
touched.
is. I'm
Big Noble,
always.
could you clarify? You said your dick. Like, are you like Captain Hook or like what's going on
It's
there?
not like 90 degrees or
Yeah.
something. It's just like fucking like
Okay.
if you just walk up, pull your pants down, and start pissing. It's not like it's gonna be exactly straight. It's like it's like there's some.
No, yeah, there's a little bit of leeway. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
I
if you
understand.
hold your dick in your hands, you can like aim it, But if it's just like there,
I grab
it's
it.
like the
I grab
motions
it.
of it, like
Yeah, I'd go with
Dangling
chokehold.
around.
Fucking.
yeah. I'm
You
just
grab
like
the
fucking
you
holding
grab
that
the
shit like
balls. You grab the
it's like
balls and the dick.
I hold it
Okay, wait.
like a cigarette, like the opposite of a cigarette. You know, like
I have a real question. Do you guys? Okay,
fun.
genuinely, this is so stupid. When I pee, I swear to God, my nutsack gets smaller.
you're retarded. Or I can't say that. Fuck, sorry.
Canceled after dark.
No,
No.
think
he
it
is
rains a
not
little
stored in the
Okay,
balls
wait.
neck. I don't know if you know that.
I
First of
swear,
all, who's
I swear to
fucking
God,
looking
my
at their
sack
ball sack?
gets
that
smaller.
actually is a good point.
Before
I
I,
have
bust a nut, my balls shrivel up. I'll say that. Before you
Well,
bust
that's-
a nut.
I was about to
maybe
say
that's-
there might be
Oh.
some like if you open your pants and like you expose your dick and balls to the air while you pee,
Oh,
maybe
you know
it's a
what?
little cooler and it like shrivels up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's
that
it. I'm
makes
just
more
fucking
Fucking
sense.
stupid. Or
Yeah.
the other word you said.
Damn,
yeah,
we're
you're
smart
right.
as fuck.
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
damn, I
We
should
solved
get a
that
good
one.
You know what?
degree,
Never
bro.
mind.
You know what the fucking worst is those like really hot showers, and you come out and it's just like the furthest hanging fruit of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like scared to like have any clappage. You know what I'm talking about? You're like walking and you're like, Shit, like this is gonna be tender if it fucking claps. Like we gotta get to the room.
We just learned that Saeder got some big balls.
How low they can hang
I mean,
them,
when they're
bro.
like fucking, like they're just hot. Like you're in a hot.
It's the
like,
fucking problem
moist
I've ever
environment.
had, but
Like a
okay.
dry date.
This reminds me when I was in cross country.
Grapefruit just hanging, just
This is a
These
terrible
medicine balls.
story. When I was in cross country, a lot of us would wear our running shorts with like no underwear because all the shorts have netting, and the underwear sometimes would like poke out from the shorts, and you just look like a fucking nerd. So you got to be like super elite and wear only your shorts. And during like training or practices when it'd be really hot out, I swear to God, there'd be about 3 or 4 dudes with their nuts clapping while we were running. It usually wasn't me, thank God, but yeah, you can hear it, and I was like,
Saeder's got some hangers on him.
It's when I'm really hot and moist.
You don't get that way when
Nice.
you're streaming.
Nice.
Yeah.
it's like,
But
so
it's always after a hot
right
shower.
now, would we see your balls on the ground, just like?
Have
I
you
was gonna
ever?
ask too. Was the girl that you were making out with that had horse mouth? Is that the last sex? Is that the last sexual experience you had, or?
I have never had sex with a woman. Never.
that's amazing.
What do you
And
mean? He's an
I
Iron
turned,
Man.
And I turned 27 2 days ago. 27-year-old virgin.
All right,
you
so
were
then
actually
what are
feeling-
we
that's a
doing? What are we
feeling.
doing towards this? Do we have a Tinder account for Save? I don't even know what you
hell
do.
no.
I don't even know what to
Still
do.
waiting.
Married.
I don't know.
You are now.
Alfie.
You are coming to
He's taking
San
an
Diego,
Alfie.
and that is gonna change.
Can we get a video
Whether it be-
where you buy an escort to fuck Saeder instead of playing RuneScape?
No, I would never do that to Save. I would never do that to
Yeah,
Save.
I don't
Prison
know
Joe
whether-
fucking would.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't know whether to be more like impressed by the fact that you made it this long, or like
would be.
concerned. Because it's pretty impressive, honestly, that you're that age.
It makes a lot more sense when you realize like my life journey.
Yeah.
It's like
The
it starts making
religious
sense, like, the
household
time-
is very
the-
difficult.
100%.
the timing of everything, and then abandoning the religion and abandoning everything. It's just kind of like, all right, now I'm streaming, trying to grow my stream in a place I've never been. I don't know anybody, and it's like, fuck, now it's been 4 years. It's like,
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of
Jesus
people, like you meet, like if you're working, especially when you're working like those intermediate jobs, trying to get to the job that you want to get to, you're gonna meet women, and a lot of times that's how people like find their girlfriend, wife, sex, whatever it is. Like that, like people are always like every workplace that I've ever been around, there's people fucking. Somebody's fucking, somebody's dating, somebody's in a relationship. Like that's just how it is. So that doesn't make more sense if you've been streaming so long that and you're not
no,
on-
it's just
Full-time thing,
it's
so
called
hard to meet people
it's
like
called being a degenerate, trying to grow
Yeah.
a stream and just not having any fucking connections in real
That's
life and not
probably
doing
good,
anything
though.
about it.
probably good.
I
You
think
say
a
it's
plus
good,
when
it's not good. It's not a good.
It
I
is
mean,
because
for-
go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
I was gonna say I think a lot of women might find it appealing as well. I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
not, but I
Some
would.
for sure.
Yeah,
They're gonna be like,
know.
I can change him.
I
The
can
worst part-
deflower him.
Fix him.
The worst part
Take it
is
from him.
walk in
I'm gonna
on, bro.
take his punch card.
Let me update Tasty. Saeder just proclaimed that he is a virgin because I asked him like, was that your last sexual experience? And he said that I am actually a virgin.
Okay.
So we're talking about getting him laid. No, I'm just kidding. But we're just talking about.
No, and
the
I
topic.
also wanted to state, like in high school, when I think about sexual experiences, I think of like specifically a few instances my junior and senior year where clearly a girl wanted to have sex and I denied it because I realized I would get
Immoral.
that's a sin, that's immoral. I'm like,
If you could go
Struck
back,
down by Jesus.
I think back to those moments and I'm like, holy fuck.
if
That's
you could go back,
extremely cringe.
would you have sex if you were?
Yes.
Like, an option?
Look at his face.
Okay.
Like, it's like, dude, I
Bro,
was
can
so
we need that
fucking-
face. That face is Sebe. Yes, that is the moat
I
right
was
there.
I was so fucking just
You're
like
not horny?
warped. My mind was warped, dude. Like I wanted to fucking have sex and I resisted because I was like, oh, my parents are gonna
Bro,
be
same
disappointed in
thing,
me.
man. It's what happens when you grow up in a religious household, bro. You
fucking
don't
sucks,
know.
dude.
It's crazy. It's literally
That is
insane. I
crazy.
can think
You're
back
just
to
like
that. Yeah.
You're like the horniest fucking person of all time, and you're just
Mhm.
told that this is like you are gonna go to hell if you do this. Like your whole life will be
That
ruined.
is some
if you do it.
Alabama shit if I've heard some.
Yeah.
I'm not even from
Turbo
Alabama.
Catholic girl that came over is one of the horniest girls I've ever met, bro. She wants to
I was
fuck
gonna
more than
say,
anyone.
dude, I think growing up in a Christian family pushed me more to want to go and have sex when I was like 14, 15, when I was like extremely horny. I was like, I'm going to sneak out. I'm going to say I'm going over to my friend's house. And I'm going to skateboard over to this girl's house while her parents are gone. And we're going to fuck on her brother's bed.
That's true. I feel
What
like
that's messed up. Her brother.
He was in the military. He was in the military.
How does
you're
that
not
make it okay?
making
That's
it
not what I'm
better,
worried
bro.
about.
that is not
You
supporting
hate
our
that
troops.
You hate your veterans.
Troops,
You know you're
Q-Neeks?
hating our troops, man.
Bro,
What the
Q-Neeks
hell?
is getting canceled. This is it. I'm done.
So,
This is what happens when I don't play fucking RuneScape. All right, how about
Bro.
that, Joe?
Oh.
You bitch.
Either he's playing RuneScape or he's fucking
Oh,
horny.
sorry.
Bro. There's no in between.
Holy
Yeah,
shit. I like
that's
this
alright.
version of Q-Neeks. I'm ready for it. You know, like, the further you progress in the game and the better you get, also, you're just going to become more mean to people. I'm here for it.
You're right. I'm gonna start-
I'm
gonna start grilling the fuck out of people when I get this infernal cape. I swear
Yeah,
to God.
The first thing
I'm
you
gonna
better
go
do
back-
is you better go to the top bank, same thing as Zoe, and just start
Oh, yeah.
fucking filleting every
Flaming the
cheese.
If
cheesecake.
behemoth commenters
Oh,
aren't
100%.
mad at you, you didn't go hard enough. Like that's what it is.
Amen. Yeah.
I was gonna say that I think it goes one or two ways with the religious family. I feel like it either represses you so hard that you just become an insatiable fuck demon, or you're like Saeder or Alfie is a good example. He's saved himself for marriage.
Well, Alfie is still religious. I think that's different.
Yeah, but he's like I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You
Okay. I got
you stay in it long enough to where you get to a point to where like you don't like kind of where Saeder is, or you actually like stay in it and see it all the way
I
through.
don't know. I think those are separate. Like, would you consider yourself on the same path as Alfie? Saeder?
I'm not
Like, would
saying he
you-
is. I'm saying like he was like he was like his mind was warped by it for like he said he was in high school those years and he didn't act on it. But then when he got out, he was ready. But then he started streaming and he's like putting all his time into that, and he's not really in that many social environments.
so I don't
That's fair.
like Mofo and T-Papa know, but I actually grew up Mormon, and I don't tell people that because I just like don't want to fucking ever deal with it. But it was like
You don't.
growing up
out of the bag.
growing up Mormon, and like I know a lot of people already kind of know, but I've told privately, so it's like whatever. But and I'm high as shit, and I'm on Base After Dark, so I might as well fucking. I just want to give it a little bit more context because it really does sound fucking pathetic when you're not in it. And so like growing up with two parents that are super active in the church and they believe it wholeheartedly of everything, and you just are born like you are literally a 0-year-old and you're being taught this your whole life. I remember going to science classes and they talk about evolution and other things, and then I'd come back home and they'd be like, oh, that's not real, you know, like evolution's not real. I'm like, okay, so evolution's not real. And so then I started like it goes so much deeper than so many other things you'd ever think. Like I just remember thinking, oh, these teachers are like of Satan. They want to teach us that evolution, it's not Adam and Eve. And so anyway, it's a lot of fuckiness. And so
That's crazy to teach children that.
Do you live now or even close to where you did when you went to like middle school, high school?
Nope.
But can you say what area you went in and what?
Yeah, Oregon.
Where at in Alabama? Huh?
Oregon.
Really?
I grew up in Oregon.
Oh, this is in Oregon.
Yep.
Well,
So
I can see that.
About right.
So listen, I even served a 2-year mission. I went to Mexico. I learned Spanish, and then I served in Houston.
Papa route. That's
He served,
crazy.
yeah, he served in Mexico.
Yeah,
but,
we both did it.
I served in Houston actually, and so I just spent
Houston's
2
not
years.
Mexico, that's Texas. What? Hold on.
No, I went to Mexico to learn
pretty close.
Spanish, and then I went.
Yeah, you
I
go to
was
Mexico.
also-
How excited were you, T-Pop, when he told you this?
Oh, dude, we talked after the Sebe cast, dude. After the Sebe cast, me and Sebe talked about this stuff for like 3 or 4 hours, dude.
No, because you feel
We're one in the
I
same
feel
person.
very close
Yeah,
to
we're
Mormons or ex-Mormons. Like I feel like
Right.
especially ex-Mormons, I can totally relate with, and I feel like we instantly have this interconnection. That's like we dealt with the same bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying though. Like,
Yeah.
if I feel like if you went through all that and then you came out and then you like just went into like, I guess I don't want to say normal work, but like you were just working jobs, I feel like you would have met somebody and you probably would have.
Yeah, and that's
had
the thing. I
sex.
didn't work
like,
normal.
Like streaming,
Yeah.
streaming is a complete like.
And
you're not.
it
you know?
went beyond.
Isolating.
You know, like it went beyond even being 20 years old because I just was so confused because, like, of course, the route is to go to high school and then go on your mission and then go to college and then like, you know, move on with your life. But It's like that was just the journey for me to go on my mission. And then after you've served a mission, it's like you're expected, like you're a good like Mormon now, like you need to keep with it. And so I tried to believe in it, you know, to the best of my ability, because I realized this is going to be a much easier social life to just kind of embrace it, because so many people just embrace the doctrines that they teach. And so I was just like, okay, I'm comfortable now. And then I started realizing I don't really believe this anymore. And then it was just this awkward state of like 2 years of me just like not really knowing what I'm doing, and still feeling like I still need to follow that path and get like married in the temple. And which is like
a moment that, like, if this is not too personal of a question, was there a moment where it just like flipped and you're like, yeah, I don't believe in any of this? Or
there
wasn't slow and gradual.
It was slow and gradual. And what's crazy is that Mormons will teach you that if you're falling away from the church, like you're leaving it, then that's Satan pulling you. It's like, it's a lot of cult things.
It is.
And again,
I do coke. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
I do coke. You're not kidding. I've done coke. No, but
it is. Like, whoa.
Okay, sorry.
It's just tough because like your entire fucking life you were surrounded by these people that are great people. That's the other thing, is like they are great people. And so you realize, oh, there must be something good with this, because there's a lot of great people, great families. And yeah, and then I just realized like I don't believe any of this at all. And in fact, I like oppose a lot of things they do believe in, like the fact that they will actively, you know, try to get laws passed against gay people, you know, like trying to you know, further oppress homosexuality. It's like, I can't be involved in this. And that was like, there was some real things where it's like, I can't be involved in this because I don't agree with it. And then on top of that, a lot of other beliefs and just things I just didn't believe in. I'm like, why am I still in this? And then I realized I'm a fucking adult. Like, I can just fucking leave, even though it feels like you can't leave because you feel suffocated in it. Like, I need to be a part of this or I'm going to lose everybody like that I love and shit. So.
Well, when you said you live in, since I knew you live in Alabama, and then the terms you're using like Satan and the demon, and like I thought you were like raised in a Baptist background, because that's like in the South, like the extreme Baptist it's very a lot of similar themes there with how essentially indoctrinating kind of people with like their text and what they're preaching. Like it gets pretty wild, and in some places it's even like a cult. Like they get the snakes out and shit, and it gets fucking wild. But
yeah, I've lived in Alabama for only 3 years, and I have barely even left outside, like out my room. So anyway, hopefully that gives you a little bit more context of like why I'm still a fucking virgin. So
holy shit!
I feel like undoing all of that, like
it's like seriously, like there's a lot to unpack, and I feel like
so much. We talked about it for 4 hours.
like I want to date a woman that like can understand kind of where I come from and stuff. And like, I'm not actively dating. I'm just like streaming. I'm doing my thing, trying to grow my podcast and everything. But I want to get to that point. So I'm working, like I'm trying to get more physically fit, try to feel more confident and stuff, and go out, because like I feel sexually oppressed for 27 years. Like it's only been in the past recent years that I've actually left fully and just like him relearning shit. Because seriously, like for a year, when you're like transitioning from like being in the church and like trying to believe shit and then just not believing stuff, like things carry over and you're like, fuck, like I still have that deep in me. It's weird.
Undoing like all that stuff that was like drilled into you like as a kid is like it's crazy, like how
it's fucked, because that is your entire life. You didn't have a prior life to that. Like you were just born into it. That's all you knew.
Yeah, I think that's why
there's literal like deprogramming therapy. I don't know if this applies to like Mormonism as much, but like a true blood fucking weirdo cult out in the forest. Like when people get rescued from those, they go to deprogramming therapy, and it's like years and years of work of trying to convince yourself like this isn't true, even though you know like that's not true. You don't feel like that, but you're like programming is pulling you towards that.
Yeah, and I've been pretty good. Like my parents, like I still can call my parents and be totally honest with them, which is a fucking blessing, because I know like there's people that their parents get obsessed with them, trying to be like, oh, you'll eventually come back to the church. Like, I'm not coming back. Like,
Are they
what the
accepting
fuck?
of you?
They're very accepting. They still have their beliefs and stuff, and they still try to like share their stuff, but it's like they understand I'm living my life.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, if you can be open-minded, because I feel like you said, you like drill. I definitely see how like Ignoble said, the drilling all that stuff into people, because I feel like that's why people so fiercely defend it, who are like,
oh no, and that's why I like, dude, I fucking served a 2-year mission where that's all I was doing. I was also like disobedient. I would just like fucking hang out with other missionaries and just chill. But a lot of the time we were teaching, and like when you are teaching it, it doesn't even fucking matter if you believe it. You're just doing it. You start just like believing it more and more. And when you do it for 2 fucking years, it's like, I look back and I'm like, damn, I really did preach with authority, even though it's all fucking bullshit. And I try to think like, that's really cringe of me to have done that, but I actually believed it. And so I knew, because in the church, like, you never know, it's all just belief. So like when you really believe it, you start pulling up this like authority kind of like, oh, I know what I'm talking about, and like you need to be baptized and shit. It's like,
man.
So now I can relate with people. Like, for example, I don't want to bring this up, but my little brother's still kind of in the church. He lives with us right now. My older brother and I have been living in this apartment for like 3 years. So my little brother comes and goes. But I'm like, dude, a lot of this shit just comes with age. Like, you feel so ingrained in things, and like, I don't want to try to convince other people of stuff, because it never works. You can't convince somebody that something that's just like, dude, this is just your life. And so you'll come to grips with it, or you'll get out of it eventually. But sometimes when you're young, like 20 or 21, it's like really hard, because all your connections are in the church.
Yeah.
And that's kind of by design, I feel like.
Oh, it totally is. Everything's by design.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes me think, like, talking about it comes full circle with just the fact, like, there's a lot of aspects of religion that do a lot of good, of course, but then there's also a reason why there is a deep history of millions of people being slaughtered in regard to it as well.
Yeah,
It's,
well, I mean,
it's a powerful thing.
Religion is nothing more than a power structure. It's not inherently good or bad. It can be used for either. It's just a tool.
It's definitely as far as like cursing and like changing people's like out, like it's a real powerful thing for sure.
So just to like finish that off, it's like I'm completely like out of the church completely, and I just want to say, if anybody like is listening to this and is still in it and maybe has doubts or something, like, I'm the happiest I've ever fucking been in my life right now. It is like the most liberating feeling, leaving a fucking religion that you don't believe in and just taking that leap and just fucking leaving. It's literally like, I can't even explain how liberating it is. I feel so fucking free. I can just be a person and just enjoy my life, because it ends eventually. And like, why be trapped in something you just fucking hate anyway? So I'm fucking happy now.
Hey, but yeah, it feels like you just got it out. That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Nice.
I wish you guys could understand how much I'm relating with. Like, I'm just like over here, just like.
I see you grinning in the corner. You're just like, I'm like,
I feel like I'm the Energizer Bunny about to explode.
I mean, yeah, he's
Do you
right.
think it happens more now, like people leaving their religion?
Oh, yeah.
More like agnostic or something. Like before, like you don't have access to the internet and have all these ideas and all see everything going on. Like,
my dad is really smart. Like, he actively just reads a bunch of books. He's read a bunch of history books. He just loves to read, and he's a really intelligent man. But he's also was born into Mormonism as well, and so he has that deep thing. He's also admitted to me very clearly that he's very prideful. Like, he's just been in the church for so long. It's almost like he's just not gonna leave it. Like, all his friends are in it. Like, all his. It's like, why would he leave it, even if he didn't believe it? So it's like.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know.
I think you're doing a good job with your brother, though, and just any young people in general. Like, do your own research. With age, it'll come to you. Figure out figure out yourself, your own thoughts, and then make your own decisions. Like, make your decision what you want to do. Like, I don't hate anybody who's religious. Like, believe what you want to believe, but do your own research and make your own decision.
Yeah, don't tell people what to think. Teach people like how to think. It's the general idea.
Yeah.
Beautifully put.
Is there anything else you'd like to speak on in regards to that? Would you like me to move to one more question here? I think
Let's
it's a
move on.
good question.
Let's
okay.
move on.
That was awesome.
Can we do a Twitter workshop too? I don't want to forget about the Twitter workshop.
Okay, well, after this next question, we'll do that for sure. This is from Mr. King Condor. Shout out to him. He is a YouTube content creator, and he came by. And he's actually the first ever Gauntlet guide I watched. I watched his guide, which is a good guide.
Yeah.
But anyway.
He watches all these. He's a big fan of these.
Yeah, he came into my stream and said, yeah.
He came by mine, and I was like, I said thanks, and I told him about the Gauntlet guide. But he said, I think this is a good question. If RuneScape just disappeared tomorrow, gone, what game would you move to? Or like, I guess, what would you try and do as far as content creation goes? Like, what do you think your move would be? Like, what would you go to?
Saeder.
Your facial expressions were so good, dude. They were so good. All of you are like, oh shit, well, that's a fuck.
I'm like trying to find it because like when you read it, it's gonna just fly by my brain in like 5 seconds. I have to find it. But if RuneScape was honestly gone tomorrow, well, let me also just state like I was way more. This sounds sad in a way, but I was so into RuneScape 4 years ago. I fucking loved it. Like you're in the mid-game Iron Man, it just feel everything's fucking fresh. You are so heavily addicted. Like you just want to play every day. And now I'm at the point where it's like I probably play like maybe 6 hours a day now, which sounds like a lot, but it's like that's including streaming. Like
considering it's
just
so little. That's less than I thought.
That's little. That's way less than I thought. Yeah, I put in way more hours. That's insane.
Yeah, I'll ask you this just real quick. Can I ask you,
go ahead.
as someone who plays a main account, do you think if I get into an Iron Man account, because I know exactly what you're talking about, that feeling of like where
full
it's
addiction.
like the most full addiction, most enjoyable, which I've never really felt that. And the last time I felt that was RuneScape 3.
I felt
like
that in
way long ago. Like I felt it a good bit with old school as well. But you think making an Iron Man will bring that back to any point if I play an Iron Man and get into the mid game, late game?
So keep in mind when I made my Iron Man, the only PVM I'd ever done was like KBD, and I think I went to DKs once and shit. So like when you experience every boss brand new and you're hunting an item, it's like, dude, that fucking addiction, and like you're just seeing yourself progress and get items that you've never had before, never even used on a main account before. Like it's fucking thrilling and addicting. It's insane. I bet QNeeks feels that, like just hunting shit for the first time. It's like it's so addicting, man.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen
you stream for like 10 hours a day, bro.
It is crack. Yeah, I'd be streaming like 8-9 hours, and I'm definitely in the same spot where
it's fucking
everything's
fun.
new.
Yep.
Most of the content I'm doing is for the first time, and a lot of it's solo.
That's
and it's
so sick.
Yeah,
it's really fun. But now it's like I just don't have that drive to just like want to play. And I remember like I think Ari Slash actually was just in somebody's stream talking about like how he always felt obligated to play. I've never felt that. I will play a good amount, but I'll never like take the game on my phone and like do other shit. Like I'm just like logged out. I'm good. And that's always been the case. So I've never felt that like I gotta keep playing. And now it's like even less. It's almost like at any point I even feel any sort of discomfort from the game, like I just don't want to look at this screen anymore. I'll just log out. I'm just like, ugh.
That's the best way to do it. That's what I tell everybody. Like that.
But I still love the game if I'm playing it, and the fact that I'm playing a little bit less makes me enjoy it a lot more when I'm on stream, because I'm like, okay, this is like my playtime. Let me enjoy this. Let me do what I want. But yeah, I could see like time going by, and it's just like I still care, but I care a little bit less than I did, and I need something to come that's going to motivate me. But I also think it's just age. Just like you start prioritizing things a little bit more.
I think something that I've noticed, and I know Tasty's mentioned this before as well, but like I play mostly on stream or with other content creators. Like I almost like in the last 6 months, even year, like I don't play alone off stream like very much. Like I used to before when I was in mid-game Iron Man. Like I was the same boat as you. I've never played like a main and stuff like that. Iron was the only account I've played, and it's like trying all the new stuff was like so much fun. There was a full-on addiction. But nowadays I'm just like I only log in to like do raids with my friends or just like hang out with the people on stream. It's like I very rarely log in on my own to just, I don't know, play for the sake of playing.
That's fair.
I'm the
I've been-
opposite. I play every day,
Yeah.
all day. Man, that's just what I do.
He only
I've
goes
been-
live because he plays so
I've
much.
been
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
off stream
He's the
recently.
mid game iron, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the fun part. Keep playing it.
I've played off stream recently, but just because I'm trying to max and it's just kind of necessary. But I've enjoyed it. I've like learned to enjoy it because I've never really gotten into this skilling aspect of RuneScape, and there's some of it I haven't enjoyed, but some of it, yeah, it's kind of nice. It's kind of like I see how it's redeeming to certain people, seeing the number go up. Like I can see it, but
Like I watched an Alkin ramble and he still loves that XP. And I'm like, I feel like I love it a little bit less. It's just
Cracked.
It's just like cracked. Dude, I remember thinking how cool it would be to go for like a 200 mil like 4 years ago, back when there was no chance I was ever going to get one. But it's like,
How cool does it feel now?
like, I mean, I just got the basic ones where you just PVM enough and you get to a 200 mil. I have 200 mil strength and HP, but it's like, I remember thinking how cool it'd be to go for like a specific skill, the 200 mil. And it's like, dude,
I was
I just like, I'll get it passive. But there's just no way I would enjoy grinding that. Like,
I'm gonna go pee.
right now.
okay. I was thinking about the 200 mil concept, and I was thinking like, does RuneScape need a new skill? Probably not, but just the content that would breed from like a new skill being introduced would be.
Oh, I think that's
it would be
awesome.
so fun to watch. Like literally they would
Maxcape's
all
no way.
be they would be going for it. And it would
Yeah,
be
for the
so-
first
it
time
would-
in OSR's history, right?
Yeah,
Maxcape
it would
go
be-
away.
the max cap would be gone, and all of your completionist extreme
Yep.
XP nerds would be just going so hard.
would
It would
be
be
crazy.
It'd
That
be
would
so
be
much fun.
That would
It would be
interesting.
incredibly.
entertaining.
It would be incredibly hype. I mean, just think of like Jace and any other person.
Oh yeah.
I just think of anybody that's like up there in the top page that's now trying to regrind for a permanent rank. It's like, dude, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of fucking hype around a new skill that's fun for everyone, and now people grinding hard as fuck every day. Like, there's something really exciting about that.
It would
For
be
the new
unhealthy,
rank
bro.
one?
People would play
Oh,
like
yeah.
crazy today.
I think
would
one
have
day it'll
deep
happen.
vein
It'll happen one day.
thrombosis, dude.
They just gotta
thing
find
is,
the right skill.
there's something really fun about a fresh start and no lifing. I'm not gonna lie, I wish I could experience that again. I remember when hardcore was first released. The first 3 days I played 20 fucking hours for 3 days. I'd sleep for 4 hours, and then eventually I just crashed for like 20 hours. But like, it was just that fucking addiction and excitement. It's like everyone's doing it, everyone's streaming it. Like, let's fucking go. Like, I'm trying to go hard. And I miss that. Like, I kind of like the degeneracy for like a couple weeks where you're just all racing.
It's the best.
That's why I wish leagues was like a 2-week thing. But I know you wouldn't generate as much
Yeah.
revenue from that. But it's like,
Yeah.
dude, 2 weeks of like everyone going hard as shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, that'd be fun. 6 weeks is dragged out,
With-
and 8 weeks is bad.
With the
Yeah,
new
people are
raids
pissed
coming
when they
out,
have
I
the 2
think we'll get
weeks.
a with the new raids coming out, I believe there will be a I think that will be prominent for a
Incredibly
while.
hype.
That would
Incredibly hype.
be. That's
will be no
arguably
laughing.
like the biggest thing that's happened. That would be the biggest thing by far that's happened since I started playing RuneScape. Because I started playing right when Theater of Blood was released, right around there. And like nothing that big has happened since. Not even close.
Did we even answer?
What I miss out on?
Yeah, wait, what was the question?
You
that
gotta
we were
answer the question. Yeah.
No, the question
RuneScape
was
is gone. What'd you do now?
Yeah, the RuneScape is gone.
I'm like,
dude,
didn't we
lifestyle.
answer it?
Isn't that
I'm like,
funny? We got like to talking about RuneScape. Like you brought it full
So
circle
the
to just
answer
keep
is
talking about
nothing.
RuneScape.
We're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
my
are
eyes looking Jesus.
screwed.
I was like, we answered that right.
I
I don't-
guess I'd try variety / maybe some type of just chatting meta. That'd be my answer probably.
I'd
be-
go to school. Yep.
I don't think
Go
I'd
back
ever
to
go
school.
back to school.
Max would use his linguistics degree.
Bro, oh fuck no.
Yeah, dude.
I would do like I'd probably do like variety lifestyle content, unironically, food vlog. Not
Dude,
food, but like
we could
you know what I mean.
collaborate. We could
We
get just
could.
jacked
No,
off. We
we
get
could
jacked off
collab.
Trend and Diana Ball and just
Oh
fucking.
yeah, I'm down
be
for that 100%.
Yeah, we
I
could
would-
just send that.
I would go for like the Sunny V2, Jay Aubrey.
I love those videos. Yeah, we were
like-
talking about those
like,
with the Jake cast.
Yeah, I've discussed it before, but I love watching those videos. I wish I would have found these more before my subathon, because putting these on, I could make a 13. I could make a so many play. I could make a really long playlist out of all the videos I watch. And a video like that, I could curate. So it'd be fun to have a documentary over like whatever I want it to be about. Different
Wop
creators.
would be a stay-at-home husband.
Yeah.
I feel like T Papa could make good content in regard to marijuana. I feel like he could grow
He could
the
be a
plants.
drug YouTuber.
review-
Like, be a great drug.
Yeah, he could review the strands, talk about them in depth. Like that would be. I would
Bro, this
watch
new
it.
it's been tasting
The
like
grease monkey.
black pepper. This new dab tastes like black pepper. It's so weird.
Exactly. Yeah, you could definitely do it.
Yeah.
That'd be good for you.
I'm not gonna lie, like I don't think I'd really want to go back to school, but if I were to, I would love to get into like nutrition, like really start learning a fuck ton about nutrition and fitness, but mainly like the nutrition part of it, because I find that very interesting.
Yeah. Do you mean like being like a dietitian or like
probably or
like
nutrition? I don't know.
like a
Probably a
science?
researcher actually. Like the more because I listen to audiobooks based on stuff like that. And it's like, this shit sounds really educational, and just like there's a huge like there's so much we don't know about the body and like what food does and what food, like how to eat, when to eat, and like everyone's different. It's like there's so much that's fucking hidden. It'd be kind of cool to be on like the forefront of like nutrition, like discovering more about
in academics and stuff.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I would have loved to be an academic. Like I would have gone into master's, PhD in linguistics if it was like not just completely fucking useless and kind of like a miserable lifestyle.
There's something about like
you really gotta love
real like nutrition or fitness, like things that like actually truly matter for your happiness. It's like that sounds pretty cool to be like
interesting.
Learning.
I raise the question though that if you have that profession, I feel like you might lack it in your personal life.
Really?
Interesting. So, do you mean like the same kind of thing where like most therapists are just super fucked up?
Yeah, it's like even the same thing. Like if you're a mechanic, like a car mechanic, every mechanic's worst car is their own car because they spend all day fixing other people's shit and they don't want to deal with their own.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I feel like you might be around it so much that you're like, I do not want to adhere to what I know, and I'm just gonna eat whatever I want.
The desire to know it and the desire to implement it are explicitly different.
I think that comes with balance too, and I feel like that's just such an important theme in anybody's life. Is just the balance of what you're doing, what you're taking in, what you're learning. Like what are you spending your time doing? I mean, I feel like it depends on how like deep you get into it.
Yeah, it's how well trained you are too. Like, I'm not saying that would be the case if Saeder did that. I'm just saying like.
No, that's a good point though. I just feel like the older you get, it's really hard to like eat great when you can literally shove everything down your throat when you're early 20s and feel great. Like you're fucking like, who cares? Just eat whatever the fuck I want and have it tastes good. I feel great. And you get older and you're like, this makes me feel like shit. Like, let me take a deeper look. And I feel like that just continues to the point where it's like, okay, I'm just avoiding all pizza and ice cream at this point. Like, holy fuck.
That feeling hit me like a brick wall when I turned like 26.
Yeah,
like 26. It's 26. I'm telling you,
like it really is.
It's like once then you start feeling every ounce of grease and oil and everything you eat. Then you just like your body wakes up and tells you, "Hey, buddy, this is fucking awful. Like, don't do this to me."
I hate that though. I've always thought about it. Like the most upsetting thing about food is like the best tasting, the most like it's just always the things are the worst for you. Every time.
I had McDonald's 3 times in a week, and I almost puked at the gym. Like the day after my 26th birthday, I was like, "Wait, what the hell? Why do I feel bad now? What the hell happened, dude?"
It changed.
Yeah, like
what changed?
No, don't get me wrong.
Like in college, I could live off of just fucking like Wendy's and Pizza Hut for like a week straight, and my body would be like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, dude, keep it up." Now if I like do that 2 days in a row, bro, like I'm on my deathbed.
Yeah.
Dude.
There's a Taco Bell in my apartment, and it was like we'd go get Baja Blast, film with vodka, eat Taco Bell 4 times a week. I felt great. I was jacked to my tits, bro. I looked good.
that is true.
That was my best physique. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of food that is health centric that tastes good, but like at least for me, I'm always like thinking about just that fat kid meal. Always, it's always in the back of my head.
The thing is like
taken out somewhere,
dude. It like builds up though, because if you start eating salads and salads and salads, you're just not getting enough of that fat in the first place. So you then you start craving the fucking fat. And then it's like, I need to get a cheesy stuffed motherfucking pizza now and eat the whole thing tonight. And it's like, dude, you gotta eat the fats. You gotta eat the nutrients.
Like,
it's crazy. It's a crazy.
As soon as you start fucking like stopping that, you're like, I feel good for 2 days, then all of a sudden it's like, feed me, like fucking
Yeah.
just chow down. You're like, what the fuck did I just do?
Just need to eat geese of war every day. That'd be fine.
Bro, fuck, we gotta go back, dude. You guys want to go back this weekend? Are you guys down?
my god.
Like, we get the jet early. Like,
Oh
we just
my
we can
gosh.
pop over, dude.
It's actually, I'm scrolling through these questions, and Saeder's already actually answered a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because we got into
pretty
a couple pretty far in there.
Second wrote a
We'll
fucking
take-
essay here. I just pulled up the questions.
Yeah, we may take a couple of his if you see any good ones on there. There might be a couple more good ones. We can do a couple more and wrap it up.
We got to end with the Twitter workshop. That's my personal request.
Okay,
And,
let's take maybe one or two more questions, and we'll do the Twitter workshop and then.
Or how about we have Ignoble ask the ones that he sees that are good from Secon, because Secon's my
let's
boy.
get some good ones.
Yeah, he there's some interesting ones. We might have touched on some of them, but I like this question. What are some directions you wish to push the OSRS creator space or OSRS in general? You know, like Saeder agenda, I guess, not just for RuneScape. Yeah.
Like game wise, like actual game wise, or just community wise?
It says,
Both,
well, he
either
says
or.
for creator space or RuneScape. I guess you can hit whichever one you want.
I don't know. My whole thing, the thing that I've been advocating for, and again, it's all just in the game, is I would just love to see competitive clue rates come from a variety of places. And of course, I'm a fucking clue scroll fiend, so of course that directly benefits me. But it just sucks when like you're going for a collection log and there's one meta and it's kill this spider 8 million times. It's like, it'd be kind of cool if there was a little bit of methods that are really close in rate wise, and so you kind of have your like decision without completely going 3 times slower at another place that you enjoy more. It's like, I just wish there was more consistency with clue rates, especially when it comes to elites, because it's like fucking sucks that every place is like a 5-hour grind for an elite except for this one spider, and it's like, all right, well, I guess I'm just fucking stuck here for forever because it's twice as good as the next best thing. So
Is it really twice as good?
well, for Iron Man, you got like Lava Dragons, which is, I'm not fucking going on the wilderness
Yeah.
on stream consistently. Fuck
that's-
that. In multi.
That's fair.
In multi.
That's fair.
I streamed Vedion once, never again.
So yeah, like fuck that. And the next best thing is like Barrows and Sepulcher, and they're like probably twice as slow, a little bit less than twice as slow, but it's like, damn, can we just get some bosses, some variety? And so like if you, I don't know, that's just me though. But then people have the opposing side that's like, you chose to hunt these clues, you have to drink your own poison or whatever. It's like, anyway, that's what I would want to see.
I don't feel like it's a game-breaking change to do that. I feel like that's at least your logic behind that is by you're not going to make it better than the best thing, but at least make it close. That way you have more of a variety. I think that's a pretty.
I like that.
I don't think
Was
that's
Serac supposed to be
terrible.
that fucking good?
It's not supposed to, and that's like kind of my problem. Is like you
'Cause
just
it's
kind
like
of
random mid-level boss.
they just fucking
man,
choose
some of my
rates. They
content.
just pull out
Yeah,
rates out of their ass because nobody. I'm pretty sure most people on the JMod team like they just don't really care about clue scrolls. They
Yeah.
care about the boss and the content, and so
Yeah.
you just got these random ass rates. Like Corp, if you're an Iron Man, it takes like 40 fucking hours to get an elite. That's worse than AFKing like willow trees for an elite nest. It's like, and it's like fucking Corp, and then you got Serac as a mid-level boss. You're getting it every hour. It's like, can we get some fucking consistency with the elites and make good, challenging, fun content? Actually, shit them out a little bit more. Because clearly people care about the collection log a bit more nowadays, and that's a thing on your player menu.
Yeah.
It's like people want to grind out clues now.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not a collection log fiend or clue scroll fiend, but I think I would say yes to there being the rates being more even. Just just so it's all the same. But yeah, I get how people. I guess that's definitely part of where people are like, it benefits you. That's the only reason you want it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the
agenda.
Not a Seba agenda.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's a pretty fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
It's not gonna like negatively affect me. So
Yeah. So I guess that's for like RuneScape in general. Like I think so. The other part of the question was like pushing like the RuneScape creator space. So like, where would you want to push that? In what direction? Where do you want to see that go? Because I'm kind of curious too. Because right now, like there's like streamers, YouTubers. Like what else is there for content? What's the next direction for content?
Somebody else can answer.
podcast.
Oh,
Base After Dark podcast.
Chess.
No, I have a thing like the.
I would love to hear T-Papas.
Yeah, the GTA community is very interesting in how like they're all one massive family at the same time. They're all very separate and they've progressed very far. It'd be cool if like we somehow went down that direction where we just collabed with each other to this extent to where it's like it's one big happy family that's constantly putting out content and all the content's great. That's
what I like about Based a lot. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah, no, that's what we're trying to do essentially. Now, I think we do it honestly. So I think like scaling that up to as big as possible would just be like, imagine if watching like the RuneScape category was like watching the GTA 5 category. You can you imagine like how fun and cool that would be? Like
that would be kind of cool.
Like it would be so much fun, and I think RuneScape is that much fun, And I think when you go to any other category, because all I do is watch Twitch all day. If you go to like any other category, whether it be Valorant or anything, like our category has so much personality that's just like nowhere on Twitch. It's like non-existent, and I just like
Twitch sucks.
I know Twitch is so bad compared to the RuneScape category and Twitch, and I want the whole world to know like how cool the Twitch category for RuneScape is, because I think like people who don't even enjoy RuneScape can enjoy like the category. I don't understand why we're like this, but we are.
I have a couple viewers that stuck around from like the couple times Charlie raided me. They're there all the time and they've never played RuneScape. And they just enjoy it. And I'm like, we just need to show people this, dude. Like, it's a good category. Like, you go into any streamer above like 2,500 viewers, even 1,000 viewers in any other category. Like, there's nothing happening. It's just like the streamer says something moderately funny. It's a flood of Keck W's and Omega laws. Like, it's dumb. Like, there's nothing there. There's no substance.
Yeah. But to go off T-Papa with the collaborative aspect, if you look at the other sections, especially like just chatting, all their like biggest events, biggest streams are all when they're collaborating, and they collaborate a lot. Like for example, like the OTK people, like they're always streaming together, always hosting events, or always doing stuff. And in RuneScape, it's a game that promotes, collaboration. Like there's a lot of stuff in the game you can do with other players. Like I feel like we definitely are lacking the collaborative aspect in our section for sure.
I would love to see more of that. Sorry, Seth, go ahead. Keep going.
I was just gonna say, I know if I streamed full time and had more time, I would definitely be pushing way harder to do more collaborative stuff besides just like Top Tuesday or other collaborative stuff I do, because I love it. I have so much fun. But because that's the biggest thing with Twitch for me is just the interaction aspect. And then when I have another content creator and the interaction, like it just I feel like it's better. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I was going to bring up Top Tuesday. Exactly. I was going to say, like, it's so fucking good.
Streams.
You bring on so many awesome people. Like, it's hilarious listening to the shit that goes on during that.
I have an idea about that involves you soon, by the way.
It's almost like a fucking like a shorthand Saeder cast. Like you bring on a guest and you guys just kind of talk about shit and banter, and it's in the framework of a stream with like audience interaction and like the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's, even like collaborative in the sense like having the Saeder cast, you're still bringing people in together to talk about things, whether it be RuneScape, whatever else. Like you're still bringing people together. And I personally like that. Like, the people's different personalities coming together. You get to see not just like a single RuneScape player, their RuneScape abilities and their personality in a single microcosm. You get to see it interacting with other people, and that's fucking awesome. And I would love to see more of that. I think Base has been doing a good job recently of just like, I know like I raid with a bunch of other people on stream and stuff like that. It's just, I would love to see more of that. It's just so much fun.
It's fun to do, and I think it's fun to watch.
Yeah. I have a question for the general, the populace here. What avenues do you think are good for that in game? Like, because obviously we raid with each other, but like, what else could we do that's collaborative that we all like, that people would enjoy watching?
Damn.
Rating.
It's a hard question. Rating is like perfect. It's the best one to do. It's easy. It's
a hard question. I think rating is definitely the easiest one because it's kind of like one of those things that everybody kind of has at least enough skill set to do, and obviously people can carry, and that way you can get through it together. But I feel like the only thing would be challenge based. Have to be some type of experience based challenge, or even like I don't know, like anything. Like you can pick any content in the game. You can put timers on things and do some type of competition. I would have to sit down and think about it, and like you'd have to schedule it out basically. Like you would have to know Like you'd have to make the rules for it. Kind of like we talked about.
Yeah.
We talked about doing a TOB event. Remember, we were talking about having all these different rules and stuff, and we were all going to participate in it.
Yeah.
Like something similar to that, but I feel like you could apply that to a lot of different pieces of content, even if not everybody is in it. Like we're all doing the same piece of content. We're just timing ourselves, so there's rules or something, and we're all live streaming at the same time.
Evie's doing the speedrun cup, which is fucking great. Like Eviescape, speaking of, he does a bunch of stuff like that, like the battle royale, the speedrun cups. Like he's great for the community. But I was thinking, I have a couple video ideas or even stream ideas that doesn't necessarily involve RuneScape. Like the dating show would be funny, or hosting like the roast of. We could do like a prominent community member for RuneScape. Like I think that would be fun.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's tough to sort out, but I think that would be really good.
That type of stuff would be the ideal, like collaboration content, not just involving RuneScape, but just creators from RuneScape doing something IRL or whatever.
I would be afraid of hosting like a roast though, because I'm pretty sure everyone would not be funny. Like everyone would kind of fall flat. So you gotta be.
No, you'd have to spend time writing. You know, they write for those roasts. You'd have to sit down. You have to write a joke. You have to write a joke.
But imagine though, imagine like the roast of It's Will. Like how funny would that be?
God,
that would be so good.
He wouldn't show up for it, but I will host it. I will host it,
dude. If you were to actually host a roast, like you could legitimately have 10 creators come on. And you could write like every fucking person's got their memes, you know, and just spend a couple weeks figuring out some really good fucking roasts for everybody. That would be an amazing event.
It's been sitting on my idea list since I started YouTube, and it's so hard to like actually make that come to fruition. But it's like it's one of my biggest,
lot of work. But that's
one of my biggest goals in just content creation is to do something like that.
I think that's the main thing that like with Sarah, it's a lot of work. Like you look at something like, for example, the Gilnor games, like. That's a lot of fucking work.
I would hate to lead that.
That's an amazing collaborative thing, but that's a lot of work. And that's why I said, like, if I were to like have some ideas about that, I would like I don't have the time. Like I don't have the time to put into that. There's no way. With my schedule. But
and I don't want to like I don't know. It's hard to like when you compare the old school category to like the GTA category, you have to have like the top dogs in on it too. Like I hate to be like, you know, it can't just be based collaborating. Like you have to get your name mixed in with Bodie, Will, Foe, you know, Curtis, MMORPG, like whatever. Like all of those people have to collaborate and put everyone else on, and it has to be a huge group effort. It can't just be you know 7 or 8 people that are, you know, somewhat controlling of the category. It has to be.
You're right. You're totally right.
110%.
All I know is that Eviescape is going to host it. He's going to be the stage host. That's all.
That'd be great.
Yes.
He'd be so good at that, dude.
They've definitely at least realized though, in regard to people who are at the top of the section, like it just, I'm sure like Fo Roydy, Mammal, and Curtis, I'm sure they realized like after they started that, you know, it's a collaborative project. It is the Group Ironman kind of series they've been doing. Like that shit went crazy. Like that's
helped all of them grow.
Yeah, it's been great for all of them. Like I'm sure they've like that's made them realize that collaboration is a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
No.
So
I do feel like RuneScape, not necessarily content creators, maybe more so like the old guard tend to be a little bit more solitary in their kind of content creation, but
because they're there, they're already there.
We got to lead the way. Yeah, exactly. They're there. They have nothing to gain from like interacting with smaller creators.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to.
But I think they do. The argument is that I think they do.
For sure.
Because they were in that spot.
A rising tide raises all boats, or whatever the saying is.
Yeah.
I forget it, but that sounds right.
No, you're totally right. It literally benefits by collaborating, especially when you are the bigger creator. It might not feel that way, but it's like, dude,
those people are going to uplift you even more.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like, I know this is anecdotal, but I got Foe on the Saeder cast last year, and then like multiple people from my stream that thought he was arrogant and stuff, like started watching him. Like they were like, oh, like I loved Foe on the cast. Like he was really personable, and now I've started watching him. It's like, even though it might not be like a super large creator that's doing that shit, it's like, dude, you're changing, like, I don't know, interacting with the smaller community like helps paint a better picture of you.
They go out and talk about you and things like that, and that spreads.
Yeah, that's specifically like that long form conversation with a podcast or something like that really opens people up.
Mark Zuckerberg was on the Lex Friedman podcast for like 2 hours unedited. Like you're talking, you're like listening to the the robot, the robot billionaire, and you hear him, and I was like, honestly, yeah, he's still a little robotic, but I actually have a way better picture now of him. I'm like, he's actually a nice guy. Like he genuinely like wants humanity to like, I don't know. I just saw that. I was like, you have such a different picture of him, and then you listen to him for 2 hours unedited, and you're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all humans. I mean, we're infinitely complex. We don't even understand ourselves fully. So it's easy to paint someone else in this like weird box.
I just feel like him on that was the best PR thing he could have ever done, and it was just an unedited 2-hour thing. Like I now see him as less of a robot, less of a lizard.
He might still be a little bit of a lizard.
No, straight up. I mean, if you're a fucking multi-billionaire that's controlling one of the biggest like companies of all time, it's like, yeah, you're gonna be a fucking weirdo. Like that's
he's an Aspie for sure. Yeah.
A what?
He's got Asperger's, an Aspie.
Oh yeah, probably.
He's got a touch of autism.
Probably. Yeah. He's just so structured and organized. Like you have to have something wrong with you to be like that. Like,
neuro,
just like dedicated to one goal. Like that's your life. It's like
not neurotypical.
Sometimes I wish I was like that, and then sometimes I'm so grateful that I'm not. But
bro, I'm getting 6-hour logged. Holy fuck,
dude. I think of Prison Joe, and I'm like, dude, we were actually just talking about this on the Saeder cast. Like how you are a fucking go-getter. Like you just go. And I sometimes wish I had that quality to like go. Let's like work, let's stream, let's do all this other stuff. Let's start planning these top Tuesdays and shit. It's like, dude, I need my relaxed time. A lot of it.
Yeah, dude.
I need to chill.
I'm very bad at it.
But sometimes I wish I had that extra energy.
Going. Yeah, I was saying in regard to your cast, like, that's definitely true. Like, I'm no Mark Zuckerberg lizard man, but there's been a lot of people.
Little bit.
But I've had a lot. I mean, if you play RuneScape, you're a little bit.
Yeah, you're about to max your account, so you're a little
That's
bit
true.
there,
That's true. But like, I had a lot of people come in and say really like just nice comments about like, you're a really good guy, man. Just like people I don't know just follow. Like, heard you on the Saeder cast. Solid guy. I'm just like, thanks, man. It's just like,
I know. I get like one of those like streams still. I love it. It's so wholesome.
Yeah, so yeah, it's really nice because you get that long forum conversation where you kind of like, you feel like we were talking about the other day, like when a podcast is really good, like you feel like you're there. Like you feel like you're literally right there. So, but do you have any other from that thread, or can we do the Twitter workshop?
I got one or two I kind of want to throw out from here.
Okay, go ahead.
Would you ever try variety streaming? I guess this goes into like, non-RuneScape related streaming side.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind. I just don't really enjoy other games. In fact, if I were to ever shift from OSRs, it would just be IRL. I feel like. Or
what would you IRL stream?
What you do? Yeah.
It's either IRL or like learning things, like doing something that would actually benefit me, like maybe just chatting and watching stuff that interests me.
You wouldn't do music,
or like
because you used to do music.
I don't think so.
Interesting.
I would love to have music streams, so it just always incorporates a little bit of music because I fucking love like music, and my tastes change over the years, but it's like I don't think it would be a different video game.
Fair.
Okay, that's fair. Are
you just asking me these?
I'm just these are open to everyone.
I think we kind of covered it a little bit.
We kind of covered it.
I think with variety, if like one of us were to switch to variety, it would have to be a slow transition where you kind of condition the audience and you kind of pick up new people from that section.
It would be rough. It would be a rough.
It'd be rough. It would be rough.
It would be a rough.
It would be a slow. You can't just switch right over and be like, see you RuneScape, never playing you again. It's got to be just a slow switch.
And a game that has some sort of overlap. Like I'm not trying to go on a tangent, but when I played Ocarina of Time, I feel like I gained like 10-ish people that like became regulars to my stream, and a few of them even play RuneScape and like have become super like interested in me and my stream. And that took like probably a month of straight just streaming Ocarina of Time after playing RuneScape for like 5 hours, and even then it wasn't always the greatest.
It's rough.
variety is fun. Just the numbers. do
I love
suffer.
it. I love it. Like after like a 5-hour RuneScape stream to just like boot up a game of CS:GO with the boys is just like I don't know.
We gotta start doing that more. If you want to, like, we can coordinate. We can like.
No,
play
I
some
I
CS
think
on
people
stream.
love it too, and like obviously like the views drop, you know, but like people like it still. Like
People that matter, like
yeah,
it.
75% are still there, you know, and they're fucking loving. They're like, hell yeah, we get some CS:GO tonight. Let's fucking go. Get the RuneScape nerds out of here, you know. Let's fucking play games.
When I did it with, I did that same thing with Nick. We played RuneScape for a while, and then we switched to Call of Duty Zombies, and like lost a few. Like it wasn't like that shit was awesome. I was getting Prime subscriptions from random viewers who were giving me. They were using their Prime on me. I put my title world record Call It Zombies run. Like, I got like 4 or 5 Prime subs. I was like, this is awesome. Do this shit more often.
Yeah, dude, that is a nice thing about growing your stream is getting like primes.
Yeah, primes
that was
feels
just
so good.
Yeah, that was just not a thing for years.
Good, you know,
dude, I feel guilty. They could use that on anybody.
I know.
Like, there's so many good streamers.
I'm like, that's a pretty good feeling to get a prime.
Those people who come in, like, follow you and then sub, like, like 10 minutes or 15 minutes later,
I am fully torqued.
You're like, ladies and gentlemen,
those are the people.
Time to review that section of the VOD. What did I do right? Like,
right. It's like, why do you think? Why do you like me enough to like follow me and then throw $5 at me?
I love it. It feels so good.
That's a great feeling that reinvigorates that drive to stream.
The raw tier 1 is always nice.
Literally had me the other day. T Papa did not go live, and I don't know why he did, but I thank you, T Papa. He put it in his Discord that I was doing Tob with Hamzy. And a few of his viewers rolled up, and a couple of them dropped that they raw dogged the sub.
Let's fucking go, bro. Yeah,
that's a cool feeling. So
I mean, even people from the who've watched the base cast, I've had people come in and be like, "Yo, Ignoble, saw you on the cast. I love it. Follow, sub," and I'm just like, "What the fuck, man? Like, that's crazy to me. Just like the fact that you'd want to support me like that is
that's a good
just feeling. Like off the rip,
yeah.
Yeah, whenever you like have maybe a demotivation of streaming and stuff, you just like think of like the cool moments. Like that's a fucking great feeling that somebody would want to support you financially just to like hang out with them, like play RuneScape and shit. It's like,
yeah, when people give subs, I'm like, why?
I know. It's so hard to understand. But it's so awesome.
I understand it because I love the feeling I get when I give people subs. It's just a good feeling.
It feels good to support somebody you love to watch,
especially when I know you're going for it full time. I know you want to make I know I can clearly see it's your passion and something you want to do. Like people there's certain viewers who want to bitch and moan about people selling out. Like that's their livelihood, that's their job. Like fuck you. Like support them. Yeah. Like clearly, like if you see the passion's there, you see they enjoy it. $5 a month, but I mean it feels good, you know. I love the feeling it gives me, at least when I'm able to be in a position where I can, you know, give you 5 subs, give you a subscription, whatever it may be.
Was that Tasty that said he can't understand that? I see Tasty gifting subs all the time.
He gets a ton of subs.
When I give
Tasty,
subs,
how many gifted do you have in Dog Blush's chat? Just asking.
Hey, she is number 3. All right, she is number 3. All right, behind Jake C and Zoe Pancakes. I would like to make that known. All right.
No,
but like when I give subs, I don't see it as like a monetary thing for the most part. It's kind of like just an expression of how much I have enjoyed the content or like the time that I have spent watching the stream. Like I have felt happy because I watched the stream. Like I've gotten enjoyment from this. And it's just kind of an expression of gratitude more than a financial thing than anything.
Yeah.
That's very true.
No, it is a really good feeling to like just genuinely love a stream. And to be honest, at least for me, I'm really picky with my streams. So when I find somebody I actually want to watch, it's like, fuck, dude, I kind of want to support you because like this is rare for me to just want to sit down for a couple hours and watch a person.
Yeah.
Like, that I don't know.
Yeah, I try to have a rule like if I'm sitting here alone and they make me verbally laugh, I will gift a sub. I will like okay.
Especially if you know they're not full time yet and you would love for them to continue something. It's like, dude, I want you to get to that point. I wish I was more in a better financial place so I could support you more.
Man,
but it's
come
like,
through. Give me full time. I'm not quitting my job.
He likes Kroger.
Kroger's got good benefits.
401k must be nice.
Yeah,
I've told people ask me a lot, and I'm like, if there was like any part of me that really just disliked like what I do for work or hated it, I would quit in a heartbeat. But that's literally the only reason I hang in. I'm very blessed to have a job I enjoy and feel purpose doing. But I'm sorry.
I feel the same way.
All right, is it Twitter? Is it Twitter workshop time? All right,
send it to Twitter workshop.
I have this week.
What do we got?
They're not great, but they're okay.
Okay.
All right, this one is shit my cat says. Meow.
I don't actually hate that too much.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Let's be real.
So that one, that one's
like
completely original. Like I just thought of that. I didn't steal that from
like
anywhere or read it
How
anywhere.
high were you?
So good.
Seeing Ignoble's face right now is just like, you can tell where he's like trying to be polite, but he's just
I
like,
give it a 7. I'll stick to my guns. I give it a 7.
All right.
7 out of 10.
I'm not gonna tweet them today. And then here's the other one I have. So shit my
Don't tweet
cat.
that one ever, but-
Yeah, don't
shit,
tweet that.
Shit my cat says meow. All right, and then stay positive, test negative.
I like that. I like that more than the last one. I like that more than the last one.
That one goes downhill. That just
Stay
sounds like some
Positive,
shit.
semicolon, test negative.
That sounds like some shit my mom would post on Instagram. Like that's what that sounds like.
I kind of like it. I disagree. I like it.
I think it's better than the last one.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe we got low with that last
Here's
one.
here's one that I actually love a lot, but it's so stupid. It won't show on the camera, but it's like it's the way it looks is why I like it. Is it's dick long, money short, and then there's just another comma, like it's gonna keep going, but it doesn't. It's just
I made one of those.
it's
I was
just dick
making
long,
one's
money
okay.
short.
I don't know.
That one makes
That's
me
one
laugh
of
every
those
time I
like
see
turbo shit. Okay, here's the thing. That's one of those turbo shit posts that you have to condition your Twitter audience for.
True.
You can't just raw dog that. Like you have to set the precedent.
Yeah.
Like I'm T Papa and this is the kind of like shit that I tweet. Like this is what comes out of my Twitter.
All right, then I gotta start sending more of these drafts. You'll have to stay tuned this week. I'll send one of those 3. We'll see which one I'm feeling on which day. But yeah, anyone else got a draft?
I've got a couple. This one, it might be on the edge. I don't know if this is okay to post. I've got nothing against gender fluid, just don't get it on my shoes.
Oh god,
that's not bad.
I like that too much.
Like that's not too bad.
I didn't think that's where that was going,
good
dude.
one.
Yeah, tweet it right now.
I tweeted it. I
That's
tweeted it.
a sin for
That
me,
was
man.
a good one. That was a
We'll
good
see how
one.
that one does.
It's a sin.
Oh, man.
we can review my going live tweet tomorrow if you want.
Oh
Okay,
let's
yeah,
do that.
let's see it.
Do that.
Yeah. I was messaging Qneeks the other day,
Oh no.
and I told him to come into the
Unique
To
goes,
the-
oh no.
to come into voice call. He said, well, I had asked him. I said, what was your Inferno PB today? And then I said, hey, come hang out in the base core with us. And he said, 44. It's a PB, but it ain't much. And then he said, I'm watching the new X movie, bro. Kid Cudi is hung in all caps in this motherfucker, and they got his dick out and everything. Like I was like, I was like, what? I was like,
God.
that's why you're not coming to the voice call. So that's the going live tweet. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
that's a really
fucking
good
heater.
one. That's a really
That's
good
a
go.
heater.
Especially with just no context at all.
Yeah, it is a good movie though. If you guys haven't seen it, it's an A24
Yeah.
film.
Kid Cudi's
It
dick
really
is
is.
out. He is hung.
No,
Go give it a
A24 is
watch.
fire. There's a lot of
A24
titties
does the
in it,
best
too.
movies. They're so
Oh,
good.
They got some good
Yeah.
stuff.
do.
It's a good spooky movie.
Thoughts on
And the
Better Call
titties.
Saul?
I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
My
couldn't
brother,
get
my
into
brother,
it.
my
It started
brother
out too
watched.
slow.
Jesus
Like I'm a
Christ.
huge
Missing out.
Breaking Bad fan, so I feel like I have to watch Better Call
Dude,
Saul.
Better
I've heard
Call
it's incredible.
is better
Mm.
than Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what my
with
brother
the high
said. He's
claim.
If you
remember
enjoy story and character development rather than action, It's
I've heard it's incredible, but it does start
Yeah.
slow.
I'm with Max. Like I started getting into it, and it was one of those
Dude.
things where I picked it
I'll
up, and
retry
I
it.
just kind of I
Push.
need to like watch it and pay attention.
dude,
I don't watch any
fucking-
shows. Like I haven't sat down
Me
and watched
neither.
a show in forever.
No, I'm not a show watcher, and Better Call Saul is the greatest television show of all
I
time.
remember you
I am
trying
a
to
show
sell me on
watcher.
that on the Saeder cast. I was like, okay, it is on my list of things to
It's
watch. but
literally
I'm
the
in same
best
boat.
show of all time.
Dang.
Like
Yeah, I
nothing,
mean, you know what I
nothing beats
miss?
it.
I miss being excited for Game of Thrones.
I know, I
Like
miss it
obviously
so
the end
much.
of it was
Yeah,
watch party for the last episode. We invited all our friends over. We
Ooh.
cooked food.
Ah.
So cringe.
It was.
Yeah, the ending.
We still had a good time.
Like,
But as time went on, we were like,
fucking Grey Worm, you just killed our queen, Jon Snow. So we're gonna put you in this little building for 2 weeks until your family arrives, and then they'll vote on whether you need to die or not, and we'll just sail off back to our place. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, dude.
Like, why is he getting outcast back beyond the wall? Like, your family fucking runs the place. Like, your little brother is he can see shit. Like, why are you out there? Go back to like.
On a positive note, though, when we were watching that episode, though, we had these fucking dank little garlic butter ham and Swiss sliders. A1, best part of the whole night.
I would
So
say
good
so.
right now.
I lost faith immediately, like when she's just on the dragon and just starts murdering,
and it never shows. It never shows an actual shot of her because it would make no fucking sense.
Literally, my jaw was dropped the whole time. I was like, "What are they doing?" I was
Just
like,
hours of burning people. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I was like, "What is happening?" It's a mystery, but hey, all the seasons before that, amazing.
Do you think that the fact the ending was so terrible made people talk about it for longer and gave it more notoriety than if it were a good ending?
Nope, not even close.
Really?
Not even close. And I had that theory as well. But
how good was the ending of the third Lord of the Rings movie? Okay, like that's one of the best endings to a movie ever, and like those movies are forever immortalized.
Greatest series probably of all time.
The thing is, like, those are great endings because they end very like fulfilled. Like, you feel like satisfied. But dude, if Game of Thrones had ended with fucking Littlefinger come in with a new like Littlefinger sat the throne and there wasn't all of his other drama and shit, like, dude, if Littlefinger had made it, like, that would have been like the craziest twist, and like then it would have been Game of Thrones. It wouldn't have been like
I like the dark endings like that. I
love twists. I love shit that's like, this is real. Like, this is actually what happened because Littlefinger was better than all of you.
Yes, after the Red Wedding, I was the most pumped ever. Like, I was terrified.
It's like, dude, shit can just happen.
Shit, I was
like anything could happen.
Got beheaded, which, sorry, spoilers, season 1. When he got beheaded, I was like, this show is not what I thought it was.
Yeah,
that was so crazy.
That's when they hooked me in. After that episode,
they killed the main character.
I was
like,
expecting.
what?
I was like, okay, season 2, it was actually someone else. He's gonna walk in the frame, and then you're like, oh,
yeah. Anyway.
I remember when I watched that first episode and it gets to the part where the brother and the sister are fucking, I was like, shit, I lost something, and then I restarted the episode, and I was like, no, those were brother and sister. And I was just fucking, I just didn't get it. I was just like, oh, I misunderstood and restarted, and nope, they were brother and sister. I was like, okay, I get it now.
And then you rewatch it again.
Oh yeah, no, I rewatched it.
Just to make positive.
Yeah, you weren't quite finished.
Exactly.
I have a theory too about Game of Thrones, is that like there was so much anticipation and like so much like character building. It was honestly, like, I'm trying to think about a good, I mean, there's some like ideas that I have for a good ending, but it is tough to end something like that when you have so many different storylines, so many different arcs. Like, it is a hard job. They just did a really bad job, I think. Like, I feel like they could have definitely done better. Like, it didn't have to be perfect, but like that was.
I hate them.
It was just bad.
I hate them. They fucked up royally.
But anybody else have a tweet?
I'm good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Is it time to go Tob?